Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on YouTube, join our cult. Hello, welcome to the throbbing, thrilling, exciting look at the world of wrestling via the eyes of us three lads here at Cultaholic.
God,
Every time you can hear them laughing in the background.
That's the perspective everybody wants, is through our eyes.
I saw
right.
I saw a clip the other day from an old podcast when we used to do it in the other room, and it's the infamous one where you go, it's just before the last segment, you go, wow, what a great podcast. And me and Ross both nearly fall off our chairs.
Matthew's clearly watching an old TV show with a presenter and going, oh, I should do that.
I felt bad
that would do really well.
I felt bad watching it back because you were just trying to be professional, and we just both went,
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you doing, you idiot?
That's the sincerity. It doesn't belong here, does it?
Yeah. How dare you? So here is the roster. It's Maffew, dulcet tones. Ross, very happy. Jack, undecided, I imagine. And Joel as well. He's laughing in the background like a good little lad.
I mean, he should be the
he
saddest
should
of
be the
all in
saddest,
theory, but it's actually me.
yeah.
We'll talk about what happened, I guess.
We
Unless
will.
Unless it's Hall of Fame
right
relevant.
now, we'll get out, unless it's...
Not for me this week.
All right.
I think that's
Oh,
what
I
everyone,
thought I was surprised that
Something
you...
better happened
that's what
this week.
everyone's expecting. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go off the beaten track.
Oh, you're like Jericho.
Plus, no one outside of this fair city will give a hoot, will they? So that's not going to win the Hall of Fame.
There's plenty of people who don't like Liverpool, but I get your point.
Yeah. Thatcher.
I've heard you've been spreading lies about me, Ross.
Go on then.
Is this
Getting
handshake
right
game?
to it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard handshake game.
Oh, yes.
Well, Owen was telling me that people
Owen
were
was telling me
popping
handshake.
up on your chat last night saying that...
Well, no, Owen brought it up first.
Oh, okay.
So what have you heard, Joel?
That people were saying, I can't believe that Joel didn't shake Ross's hand.
That is incorrect. What I said was, Owen was very forthcoming with the handshake. You needed more convincing, is what I've been telling people.
I just hesitated a second.
It's
That's
good that-
allowed.
He
all it
wouldn't, he
takes.
wouldn't turn round, Joel. Owen had to go on then, Joel, give him a handshake. That's Owen Mawson there
That's how
from
he talks.
Yorkshire.
It's good to know that.
He's converted from being a
Despite,
scouse.
it's good to know that despite being confronted with his club's biggest dizzying success in like years and years, Ross is a very gracious winner by the sounds of it. Give me my handshake. I demand my handshake.
Shake his hand.
Walked in to set
Shake my
the
hand.
news video up on Tuesday morning because obviously I had to take Monday off work. That was a write-off. So I walked in and just went, ah! And Odie
That's horrible.
came over straight away. Oh, he would do the same. Imagine his
No,
little
you do a
face.
little sly little
yeah.
one. You do a little sly one.
Ooh. But
You've
yeah.
won. You've won.
Yeah, I know. Still not sunk in, to be honest with you.
It's well deserved.
Oh, it was, Joel. Tell
let's
me
not
how
make
good
this the
Newcastle were.
And if any fan base deserves it in the world, it's the Newcastle.
No, just in that game, that one
70
game.
long
I
years.
saw Shearer's quote before the game, and I wanted to punch my laptop.
What was it?
If any club deserves it, it's Newcastle. Well, of course, you would say that, Alan. Sorry, Mr. Shearer.
Yes.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I'm
Get it right.
fuming. I've lost my head.
But I was a topsy-turvy weekend because Saturday morning went and did the punishment video for the last AEW pay-per-view. Got smacked on the body by Sam in a children's play area, which sounds...
Oh, what?
Wow. Are you a Make-A-Wish kid? That's everyone's dream.
That's what I was saying. Because I just thought I was doing some sort of task for a punishment, but then it turns out there was a punishment in the task. So it was a double whammy. So yeah, we went to a children's play area. At 6:30 a.m. It was -1, just to make sure we didn't actually film any kids. And thankfully there wasn't any there in Heaton at that moment in time. So there was a couple of dog walkers, couple of runners looking at us weirdly, but that's to be expected.
When you say children's play area, what do you mean? A playground?
A
soft
playground
play?
with a magical roundabout and the swings.
Oh,
and little
so-
thing- yeah.
They went early.
Did you break into a
They went
school?
early in the morning.
Did we break into
No,
the
it was clearly one in a park.
public park?
Public park. Oh, okay.
Heaton
right,
Park, to be precise. I doubt we'll ever go back
I'm
there.
imagining Sam and Ross now Mission Impossibling into a
That's honestly, we went early, so you know.
Well, Fraser was there, and he's
there.
the one you can most see, can't like round the corner with his little microphone in it.
Oh, really?
It's clear.
I've done a recce.
But I had to do a little task where Sam spun me round on a magical roundabout, and I had these like kaleidoscope goggles on, which if that stood there and there's one gamer subs cup there was actually 4 because of the kaleidoscopic nature of the goggles.
Oh.
So I was spun round for a while, then had those on, then had to simply transfer water from a bucket into a narrow cylinder. And if I didn't fill up the cylinder, then I got smacked on the bum by Sam Driver with a kendo stick.
With a kendo stick.
In -1. It was a ring stinger, so to say.
Yes.
It was. But it's on Patreon now if you want to see me cry.
Sounds like good, good content.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's for someone.
How did you come up with that?
Whenever we do one of these,
Revolution, baby. That's the only genesis.
Oh, okay, yeah. Can't fault you for that.
whenever we do one of these, I get reminded of my age very quickly. I'm like, I'm too old to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grey hairs I've got now, just from punishment videos.
No, you'd have been all right at the school because at the court you'd be like, come and do your math. You get it because you're young.
This show has been following me since 2016. I'm now nearly a decade older than I was then.
Yeah, allegedly.
He's almost 15 now.
We're on the road.
It's going to be the worst podcast of my
We
life.
are the most recent champions in the world. No team has won.
That is so Christian Cage. I am the undisputed next AEW World
The
Champion.
last team to win a major trophy is Newcastle United.
He's with a better team, and I am pleased for Dan Burn. I have to say, if there was any player I'd want to score in that
What
match,
a week. Called up to England at 32 and then scores the first goal. Bullet header. That's enough football talking to wrestling podcast. Pleb back.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
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 And how are you, Jack?
fine, mate, fine. Don't know what to say. Sick as a parrot, honestly. No, it's all right. Apart from the football, I don't know what else to report. We're gearing up for the road to WrestleMania, Maffew. It's all wrestling.
Yes, it is.
It
the
is.
Wrestling Podcast, which is just as
Absolutely.
bloody well.
Yeah.
I'm glad there is. It'll be
And how
just
are you-
90 minutes of Ross gloating.
Are you all right? How are you?
I'm all right. I feel very old. But
you-
nothing can stop that.
I know you were more of a football man in the 90s,
Yes, that's right.
but did you watch it? Did you enjoy it?
No, I was recovering from the previous night.
Oh.
My.
I may have taken so many substances that I was very confused.
Just out with
There's a
it.
camera, right?
I said substances. That could be
Paracetamol,
turnips.
yeah.
What else have I got in my fridge?
See what
It's
colour?
just that, really. I don't know what to do with
See
it.
what colour he's wearing today. Sorry, I don't want to.
There you go. And so I was that out of it. I was following it on the BBC Sports update on the
Kicked
website.
off at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Well, see, 10 minutes earlier. And yeah, I was that out of it. I genuinely thought Liverpool had won. Could not believe how out of it I was.
You see one goal notification and thought, that's the only goal of the game. They've won it.
Honest, hand on heart, I thought it said Liverpool 2, Newcastle 0, 90 minutes. I went, oh, well, that's a shame. Rang up me dad. He's like, yay! I'm like, let me check again. Oh, great. Hello, Dad.
So what we did
They
you
don't
have then was
deserve it. They don't
What are
deserve
you talking
it.
about? What are you talking about? A good time was had by everybody. I'm still not recovered. Never again until the next time. Hey, look, it's some news. Completely unrelated. Matt Riddle was recently interviewed on the YouTube show Going Ringside.
Oh, it was like a local news YouTube channel, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that even local news now have their wrestling podcast.
It was very American.
Get off our lane. Riddle was asked which opponent was hardest to work with during his time in WWE, and he said, I would have to say Sheamus was easy to work with, but he hits really hard. But when I think about who's harder to maybe work with, I would have to say Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens, because they're just, it's hard, this is how it's written, it's hard to put a complete sentence together with those guys.
I think he means.
Pause for thought there. If you guys know what I'm saying, they were difficult. Sheamus hits you hard, but it's easy to put together.
I think he
Wow.
means because we've heard stories before about how particularly Sami Zayn's like a
takes it
perfectionist, and
seriously.
yeah, he's always tweaking with plans. But I think he means you can't get a word in edge, you can't get your own ideas across. But from just the stories we've all heard and everything, I feel like I'd rather, if I was a wrestler, I'd rather work a program with Owens or Zayn than I would Matt Riddle. Just, I'm not trying to. One of you give your thoughts, please.
Well, this is the first time we've heard something like this that isn't Jim Cornette, isn't it? In like the last 20 years.
Oh, you hated Kevin Owens.
The only other time was Brian Kendrick got annoyed. The only noteworthy thing, London and Kendrick did a part 2 to their, we didn't realise.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. See, no one talks about it because they
When?
did they went, oh God, we didn't realise half the internet and the wrestling world would hear our completely out of it thoughts on wrestlers and stuff like that. So they were much more sober and sedated. And the only other time that, like, later on in the second half of the interview was when he goes, oh yeah, we had that match with Steen and El Generico, and they were like so hard to get along with to do this. So I was like, F this and blah, blah, blah. But that's it. And there's the stories of, I forget who the wrestlers were, but other members in PWG who spotted Sammy as they were going to the event, and they were like, oh no, we can't be bothered with him right now because he's that like into him. So apparently they got on their hands and knees and snuck
You've
around.
said- yeah.
Like Metal Gear Solid style just to get away from like, oh no, we're not go over the match just yet. We're still waking up. So there's that. But again, it's not like, I don't know what he's doing. He takes it seriously.
Yeah.
I
Which
imagine
is
as
for
well.
everybody, I guess.
I imagine as well when it's those two together because they're like pals. Like I've heard someone say before that on his own, Samoa Joe is great, but when he's with AJ, they turn into kind of dickheads because they're, you know, when So I can
Like
sort
Kevin
of,
Nash with the rest of the clique, apparently. Has that
or
rip.
with anyone, I suppose. Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If Matt Riddle and Brian Kendrick are saying you're doing something wrong,
They're like
I'd keep on doing what you were doing.
they're like two steps of the same Pokemon evolutionary chain.
Oh, God.
Kendrick's your starter,
then
Riddle,
Got to end there, really.
then
Should we put a bet on when Riddle
Afro Man.
says something Kendrick-ish? Within the next 2 years, I
he
reckon.
probably already has. You know?
Hey, look, it's the next bit of news. This was rumoured, and I thought, people are getting worried up over nothing. Let's wait until it's officially announced. Then it got officially announced. WWE are working closely with Tony Hinchcliffe for the Roast of WrestleMania. Oh, God. The event will be hosted by Hinchcliffe and feature the likes of Sami Zayn, The Miz, Braun Strowman, and Paul Heyman. It's apparently not going to be recorded.
Oh, it's not?
Well,
Why announce it then?
Yeah,
because you can go to it live. You can go to the event. It's going to be
Someone's
there.
gonna
But
record
there'll be phone recordings.
It'll be on the Kill
Yeah.
Tony YouTube channel, won't it?
yeah, and apart from the idea, would it be great if they got Ric Flair on the panel again, like that one time they did it? It's going to be a car crash.
Well, I like Kill Tony. I like the concept. But the worst thing about it is Tony Hinchcliffe, because Tony Hinchcliffe is not funny in the slightest. He says slurs as punchlines, and I don't find that funny, really. I like the concept of the show, getting random people up, people doing stand-up for the first
See how
time,
you
for the
do,
50th time,
yeah.
see how they're doing in front of a big-ish crowd, depending on where they are. So it's a good couple hours to watch, and obviously they have famous comedians on there judging them and saying funny things and back and forth. But Tony's, it's just got disaster written all over it because Tony's involved for me. He's going to say something horrible.
It feels like he only landed this gig because of the publicity after the Trump rally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that, but it feels a bit like it.
I mean, Kill Tony, it is a massive show. Like, it does millions every episode.
Oh,
but
right.
even
Oh,
I was-
well then,
right.
I take it back. I'd say
But
right,
also,
fair
I was
enough.
surprised. I remember when Tony Hinchcliffe wasn't just doing that type of comedy. Like, it's, oh God, how I feel now. So I was just beyond amazed when I went, he's at the Trump rally? Like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, I have no idea what's happening in the world, but yeah.
I just hope the star of the show, Red Band's there with this machine for funny noises, because that's what makes them fun.
Yeah,
is funny noises.
I hope the band is there. Also,
It'd be interesting to see, though, like, because imagine they're going to get comics with a bit of name value on. How many actually understand wrestling and, like, do good funnies?
Because it feels like even if there's nothing massively like controversial said, it feels like he won't know enough about wrestling to make a crowd of
Oh,
wrestling
Tony's
fans
a big
laugh.
fan.
Oh, is he
Yeah,
actually?
he actually is.
Oh,
yeah.
I've got this wrong on all fronts here.
He
Jeez.
actually knows what he's talking about. But I wonder, will it just be people going, well, you're a wrestler and I don't know if you know this, but it's not real. Laugh at him.
I like the idea of him just busting out like, I haven't felt this disappointed. Oh, wow, look at this great dais we've got here. I feel like Akira Taue next to all these legends. People are like, whoa, oh my God, he's kept this secret all these years. Lord Megatron was asked about Cena's heel turn at Universal Studios.
Lord Megatron.
The Decepticon leader said, it was always meant to be. I can see you now, John. I can see you now. I see what you've been up to, and I like what I see. Remember, the final boss is me, though. Yeah, reality's weird nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when like people go up to the Megatron actor or robot at Disneyland,
What are you talking about?
and then he goes, "I've seen the clip where the
No,
little-
it's a Lord Megatron.
I've seen the clip where the little boy brings him the head of Optimus Prime, and he's like, "Thank you, my general," and stuff like that.
I've seen the one where it goes, hey, kids, do you play Fortnite?
Oh,
That's how you know he's evil.
this is the
that's
news
the
you've chosen there.
Yeah, that was on Cultaholic News. So I'll appreciate it down there.
Oh, I'm not landing anything today.
The natural disasters are set to be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame, according to Fred Ottman. I won't stop talking about it. Am I being dumb here? Has WWE officially announced this yet?
Not as far as I've seen. I
haven't
think
seen.
Fred's manifesting.
Yeah, obviously I know they do staggered things and stuff like that, but it is funny that there's been not a peep out of WWE yet. And I'm like, Fred hasn't just opened his mouth. Someone's just told him this, because he is an old man.
Yeah.
It is worrying that he's like, oh yeah, we're going to be, yeah, some guy told me.
They should
Hi,
probably.
it's me, Vince. Oh, hi, Vince.
They should probably be in.
It's weird. I always looked at them and I looked at them as kids, but I'll go, as a tag team, they did win the tag team titles, sure, but I'm thinking, is it just because they want Tenta and maybe Shockmaster, but don't want to waste 2 places?
Oh, what about Tugboat? You know.
Did you just say, what about Tugboat?
What about Tugboat?
Wait, one second. What am I talking about here?
What's your favourite Tugboat memory?
I was just more surprised by the canes. That's it.
Probably-
Tugboat,
What
you know?
about Tugboat, yo?
Probably when. Wait, are we talking about natural disasters?
Yeah, I said, I think this one, the tag team, even though the tag team's not legendary, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's rather than just have
Who
these two,
was
which would be
Earthquake's tag partner?
Typhoon, who was Tugboat.
Right. That's what I thought. I thought. It said
Yeah, but then
something really
then you were saying like, yeah, but Tugboat. I'm like, what about Tugboat's legendary career?
Well, he was
As
a
a singles act.
fun babyface. He was a human boat. That's pretty good. That's Hall of Fame level.
That
really.
is true. A
Joe was about to agree,
crime-solving
I
boat.
think.
Yo, yeah.
What about Tugboat, yo?
Did I say yo?
Yeah, you were like, what?
Oh God.
People are saying,
Kids are down with a tuggy bee.
yeah. Yeah, so anyway, those are my thoughts. I didn't, it was just a little thing there, but I'm glad that Jack made it sound even better. And you know what? That was the news.
I have bumped like Ziggler in that segment.
You pulled in a shift. Thank you very much.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Viewers can use code Cultaholic to get 10% off their entire order. Better yet, use the same code to try a sample pack for free, with free delivery on your first order. Give it a go at zero cost with no commitment and see if it's for you. Then get 10% off all future orders with code Cultaholic at cultaholic.com/gamersubs.
That was really wow.
Do you do that professionally?
That was amazing.
One bit of the podcast has to be professional, and it better be the read.
Oh
Thank
my-
you, Gamer Subs. I appreciate all the lovely favours like titty milk and thigh.
He's not even lying.
No, there are other flavour names. Yeah.
Yum.
It's a magical substance, as Maffew said before the podcast. He is supping on that titty milk, even though the lactose intolerance is there.
I've got pills.
Oh.
It's the Hall of
And
Fame.
weed.
Hall of Fame time. In condescending order from last week, we have Jack's car T-shirt, 19%. Oh.
Hey, 19. You know, that's all right. And that's all right.
The art of wearing a cowboy hat. 23%. Honestly, I got really cocky. I thought that would win.
Where is
That's
it?
probably the cowboy hat. No, I saw the results and after I done. I've no second place cowboy hat. Number one, the cavorker of Joel Holland in picking John Cena's heel turn for Hall of Fame last week, 57%. So this is Inception, to say the least. So, Joel, well done. In Ross picking you.
hooray. I don't know how to feel.
You see, it's been a topsy-turvy week in our relationship, Joel. You've
You've
been fed a lie and you hate me for it. Now look at what I've done for you. You're in the Hall of Fame.
No, I'm not.
Give me another handshake now.
Get round camera.
Boy.
You've stolen my nomination.
Oh.
This isn't. I'm not in. I'm in, but it's not mine. I don't feel right about
Your
it.
face is in that Duke Hudson Memorial Hall of Fame.
That is true. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a slight honor, but I want it to be from me. You know.
Fair enough.
You can't have it all.
Next time I'm gonna win. Next time.
Next time one of us is off.
When is the next time one of us is off? The countdown's
Oh,
on.
well, that
I'll
might.
make sure.
That
Yeah, I
might.
was going to say, we start putting stuff in the cups and we're not
Yeah.
looking. It'll be next week.
That might be linked to my pick because I'll get to it in a
You'll
second.
get to yours
Yeah.
because the winner is clearly not Joel, it's Ross.
Yeah, well, it's been a big week, obviously for obvious reasons, but the biggest revelation of all is the fact that we're all in a relationship with John Cena. So I'm going to put our relationships with John Cena in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
John Cena was our boyfriends at one point in time, and we didn't even know it. And I think that's a wonderful thing. We can tell our grandkids who won't get to experience a relationship with John. So I'm going to go for John Cena's relationship with each and every one of us.
How did you find your part of the relationship with John Cena?
What? I didn't have to do a single bit.
He was very low maintenance, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. Barely was there.
Very gracious.
Yeah, but obviously he gave, we took, and it was a great time. So yeah, our relationship with John Cena for the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, John.
Aw.
Cheers, John.
All the
Thanks,
best.
John. Bye.
I wasn't going to go for the obvious because no one outside of Newcastle gives a toss, and I want to win the Hall of Fame again because I'm on a streak.
You are. Yeah.
Of life.
If you won this week, last week.
And the week before.
I
the
don't,
week before.
I don't even
John.
care about the Hall of Fame anymore.
No.
What's the point? So I'm gonna bury it because I'm cross that I never win anymore.
That's awesome. Well, second place was me. So this comes from Chase Gilmer, who
Pick your own Hall of. Sorry.
Sorry, to interact with the lovely fan base we have here at Cultaholic.
Can I just on that just for a second? Sorry. The diddler thing has been sent to all of us, I think, now a lot of times now, which shows to me that people don't listen to the podcast and are faking it. Someone sent it and put, can't believe you haven't been sent this. But no, thank you to everyone who sent it in, who saw the diddler thing and thought of us. Thank you.
Thank you. We'd like to be in your thoughts when you see diddlers. So Chase Gilmer sent this and says, "Our Maffew, in honor of St. Paddy's Day, please send the original Crichton Leprechaun news story from NBC 15 News." God, this is old. So we can't show the videos, so here's Google instead. We can just imagine. So anyway, there's this bunch of people who are very excited about St. Paddy's Day. They're all, I don't know what's going on. It looks like a publicity stunt, but they go, "Look, we just saw a leprechaun. We all saw the leprechaun. It was there. It was there." And then it just cuts to this. Artists are looking for, well, that.
How long ago was this? I'm asking.
Oh,
It looks very
6 or 7.
I was going to say it looks naughty's the blueness of the blueness of the screen. What am I talking
I know
about?
what you mean, though. The graphics look a
We
bit,
knew what you meant.
Early
Yeah.
noughties, maybe even late 90s.
The blueness of the leprechaun looks very naughty. Ooh.
Looks like a plug. So anyway, it was.
Did-
Oh my God, it's got a Wikipedia page.
2006.
Oh, well done.
Oh, wow.
Why has it got a Wikipedia page?
I don't know, because it's crap.
Because it's that crap. Okay, well, the Crichton leprechaun is a supposed leprechaun reported to have been spotted, in a tree in Crichton, a neighborhood of Mobile, Alabama.
I know who it is.
Mobile, Alabama.
Bob Holly.
Yeah.
How do you like him now?
Yeah.
More, because he's a little leprechaun.
He's the only leprechaun who can do a drop kick. The video was posted to YouTube on St. Patrick's Day 06 and became one of the first YouTube viral videos and were referenced in mainstream media.
Right, okay.
Since then, the leprechaun has become an icon of the local community of Crichton. In 2023, the sign shop Sign Source started printing out cardboard cutouts of the Crichton leprechaun and selling them, apparently with great success. An 8-foot-tall version of the Crichton leprechaun cutout is displayed outside their store. How does that work? How many 8-foot-tall leprechauns are there?
Yeah.
Bunch of BS, that. So, yeah, that's the amateur sketch of the Crichton leprechaun.
Very amateur.
I mean,
Someone needs to bring that to an AEW show.
look at this, the space of the lines as well. That is a tiny, tiny, tiny drawing.
Yeah, you're right.
If that's like an A4 bit of lined paper,
I didn't thought about that, yeah.
look at how small that drawing is.
Well, who's behind the fence, like in Great Escape?
I remember learning with Maffew that paper size names are different in America. We went on a little side quest in Vegas to buy paper
Wow.
and pens.
Yeah.
And
Can I
I
have your
remember
A4s, your
we
A3s?
had trouble because I was like, "Can I have some A4 paper, please?" And she was like,
Oh, what?
yeah." You say what, kid? No,
We don't use the metric system over here.
I'm just wondering if the people of Alabama are all right. So what is that?
Oh, this is like a Hall of Fame episode for Jack.
Saw that in a tree, did you?
There's a bunch of them going, "Look, we saw it.
We saw that leprechaun.
Is it just me? Or can you see half a swastika on his hat?
Oh, no.
No.
Don't zoom in.
I can't believe the Crichton leprechaun's been milkshaked up after all these years. Oh.
No, surely not.
It's fine.
It's just a little shape, isn't it? Oh dear.
How do you know he's a leprechaun? Well, he had this on his hat. Oh.
It is fun though when something like this happens because we had the Pegswood Panther in our village when I was a kid. People thought they saw a panther in a farmer's field.
Did it get Did it get solved?
It just got seen every sort of 6 months and it'd be in the local newspaper.
was like a
Pegswood
big-
Panther sighting, but never.
It was
no
like
one
just
ever-
a big cat or something.
Probably, yeah, or a dog. Yeah, just probably a black German Shepherd. It's a Pegswood Panther.
Yeah. But that's like dog in field isn't really going to sell many papers.
Well, it's more realistic.
Actually, you know
than
what? I'd
this.
like to read that.
Bollocks.
Have you seen this dog? Isn't it mint? That'd be a good thing for me to. But no, I'm talking rubbish. But yeah, that's the thing. People even asked me to put in. So thank you very much. You can stop messaging me now.
My goodness.
Jack, what have you got for us, mate?
So mine's gonna be. I think I'm gonna change it last second. I was gonna make a joke about my nomination is little weekends away because I was gonna joke that I need to get away at the end of this month because it's when the trophy celebration is through town.
Ah.
And I was
It's not through town. Apparently, it's just on the town moor.
Then I don't need to get away.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. In the middle of town, it's
yeah.
going to be, you know.
But I was walking through the streets of Heaton the other night, and I heard this I thought I was going to get attacked. I thought we were under attack, the city of Newcastle, because there was just a rumble in the sky. But apparently, I went on the subreddit, the Newcastle subreddit. Apparently, it's the RAF.
I heard that as well.
Did you hear the noise?
It was, yeah, when a very low flying plane goes above you. Uh-oh.
I was listening to a very bittersweet song at the time that sounds like a song at the end of a film or something, like quite a sad but happy song. It was Summer Babe by Pavement. I don't know if you no.
No idea.
Summer Babe, something like that. It's just like a bittersweet, anyway. And I was like, this is it. These are my end credits. These. I'm gone. But anyway, but instead I'm going to nominate lifelong Newcastle United fans because, as we mentioned before on the podcast, I don't begrudge people like Ross and Aidan and my mates from home who support Newcastle all their lives and everything. But as we know, I went to private secondary school. And it's weird, just the amount of people on my Instagram and on my Facebook who are suddenly... They've always been huge Newcastle fans. And I thought you were into rugby and cricket only.
Not the commoners
What do you
game.
mean? I'm Chauncey and I've always loved those Toon boys.
This was a real...
I can't go to the Beckham Geordie race.
I love the iconic black and white uniform that they wear on the football field.
This is a real sense.
Reminds me of old prisoners' gear from the 1920s. They know where they belong.
This was a genuine sentence I heard myself saying as I was going through my Instagram. What's Alistair doing in the Strawberry? Alistair was in the Strawberry. The Strawberry's a pub near St James Park. Alistair was in there. Shoot name.
Alistair who? Name
No.
Is it Fletcher?
Yeah, that should just be the surname for anyone we don't want to.
We just know it's a double-barreled surname.
No, it's not. It's not. But he is from Durham. He's a Durham mag. Ooh. So are you? Sorry.
Hello. Hi, Jack. We've known each other for years.
He's a city of Durham mag.
Makes you sick.
But yeah, loads of my mates who I thought were never into football are huge, and it's nice for them, isn't it? But I'm going to nominate the real Newcastle fans because they deserve it.
I got lost. What is your nomination?
Real Newcastle. The sentence I just said there.
So just real Newcastle fans.
Because I'm bitter at my private school mates hopping on the bandwagon.
I see now.
When I've never even heard them talk about football once.
Oh, what do they call it? America Fairway fan?
Yeah. They're plastics.
Yeah, plus fanboys as well. Cool. That's grand. That's very gracious of you, because some people still message me and go, so Matthew, what did you say that one episode that caused Jack to leave that one time? And I go, wait, no. That was a different matter. That for once wasn't me annoying Jack.
I don't know if it is still a bit of pick, though, because I am still slagging off one group. Just not the...
Yeah, but we can get behind that.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
The Toffs. So, yeah.
That's Everton, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yes, I will just say yes and move on. That was lovely, Jack. It's very gracious of you. So,
Thanks, man.
The proper Newcastle fans,
yeah,
unlike those bastards I went to school with, in brackets.
You can put that exactly that if you want.
I will put
in
that.
brackets, unlike those bastards I went to school with. Yeah.
Mine is the Crichton Leprechaun sketch. Oof. Okay, get ready for 0% there. And Ross's is...
Mine's our collective relationships with John Cena that we didn't even know we were having, but what a great time it was.
It's not a great week.
It's an awful week.
Hustle, loyalty, and polyamory. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You can vote for any of those picks at patreon.com/Cultaholic. And while you're there, you can also become one of our amazing, sexy producers. Oh. For example, Reno2200.
He's from the future.
Oh, my.
Very sensual.
I don't want to shout because it's just getting back. I'm still feel a bit hoarse.
Oh, right. Yeah.
What do we do this week then? Okay.
I mean, you take the lead. I'll just add some harmony.
Ooh. Noah Anderson.
Anderson. So weird.
Oh, God.
Anderson.
Like him from Powerpuff Girls. Levi LaRue.
He's going in for the
That just sounds
kill.
more accurate.
Doing it for the thrill.
Thanks, Levi.
Jimmy Gillen.
Killer. The best a man can get.
Undertaker.
No, it's better.
It's very comfortable though. Like if I go too deep, it starts rasping, but up there, it's lovely.
Tear of Grace.
Feel
the tears on your grace.
No one else can feel them for you. Only Brett can let them in. He likes cats. He likes cats. We're going all the way.
Lord Bushi.
Hey, Bushy, you're so fine. You're so fine.
Blow my mind.
Lord Bushy.
Lord Bushy.
Kendrick Alltop.
Hey now, Kendrick Goldtop on the Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Woo.
And mercilessly, Tade 2.
Hey, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well done.
Don't make it bad.
Patreon.
Okay.
Oh. You
Patreon.
worked that one out.
I saw people suggest various ones for Tade 2. Like Tattoo, all the things she said and all that.
That's good.
I mean, I've nicked that one from...
Ross prefers their secondary song.
Oh, Not Gonna Get Us.
Not gonna get us. You know.
get us.
What a tune.
Not gonna get
But
us.
all the things she said with the...
I've just got...
Victoria won the women's title at Survivor Series because that's lovely song.
Yeah, she did.
I've got a core memory just because they were on top of the pops and they kissed and my mum was
I remember
like,
that.
and off we go, Ross. Up to bed, you dirty bastard.
I think they fell out and stuff. It all got weird. I think they've got opposing political views over in Russia. Those two lasses. I'm not making it up. I genuinely think.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, that went deep. Thank you very much for your time and energy. We will now move on to the rest of the podcast.
By the way, Ross is on a Hall of Fame streak of 6.
Yeah, what's the point?
6 in a row.
Whoa!
6 in a row.
that's a summer holiday.
Wow.
Yeah,
That might be. Is that the longest streak?
probably.
Could potentially be.
Oh,
How have you worked that one out?
There's a person in the
Yeah,
podcast comments
thank you
who
to that
leaves it
person.
every week,
Yeah.
puts the statistics in.
I mean, this is the biggest threat it's been under for 6 weeks.
It might. If their last one was 6, this could be 7.
No, their last one was 5.
Right. Sorry, you've done the.
Yeah,
sorry.
I've done it.
He knows what he's doing, that guy.
yeah. He's a stat man. Thank you very much. Next bit.
This is This Week in the Wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in wrestling. SmackDown. LA Knight opens the show and fires up the Barcelona crowd. Hey up, Barcelona. He's interrupted by Jimmy Uso, who wants to become US champ and secure his path to WrestleMania. Solo, Jacob, and Tama arrive. Solo says Jacob should get a title shot. It's good to see Jimmy, but he should step back aside because he's the failure of the family. Jimmy says his biggest failure was ever trusting Solo, and Solo's biggest failure was losing his tribal chief status back to Roman Reigns. Tama attacks Jimmy from behind, and the heels beat the faces down, but Braun Strowman makes a save and helps the good guys clear the ring. Nick Aldis comes out and makes it 6-man tag because he wants an easy life, I guess. And then Strowman, Jimmy, and LA Knight win after running power slam from Braun to Tama. The heels beat the faces down after the bell, and Jacob hits a pair of big moonsaults on Strowman before going, sod it, I'll tackle him through the crowd barricade as well.
Yes. First of all, do we need to rebrand to WEE? W-E-E.
Go on.
Wrestling and the world. Oh my God, I've said that the wrong way around, haven't I? Jesus Christ alive. It's World Wrestling Entertainment, isn't it? I need Wrestling Entertainment. EWE.
Really?
May move it to Europe. Get it round Europe every week.
Oh, right.
The crowds.
You might say the next thing for WWE is Europe.
Yes.
Ah.
They've tried once before, but I reckon this time if they give it a good go enough, it'll be fine. But the crowds, it's 2 for 2. No pressure on where they're this week. It's in Italy. Bologna, isn't it? And then Glasgow afterwards. No pressure. But what a crowd they've had the last 2
Oh,
weeks.
absolutely. But they are European loud. Bueno.
Bueno.
That means good in Spanish. Or so Google told me, so I might be wrong.
Kinder good. Kinder. I Solo's out there kissing the arse of Jacob Fatu, who's probably the headline of that little bit there. But it's going to blow up in his face. I'm intrigued to see when it will.
Me and Ross recently did a tier list. I don't know when it goes out.
Me neither, Joe. How's it going?
Me neither. It's done.
Oh, thank
but
you.
I don't know when it's going out.
But in it, we talk about how Jacob Fatu nails that moonsault every single time, despite being a big boy.
Yeah.
It was very impressive.
A big bouncy boy.
Yes.
He's a big bouncy
Not
boy.
the biggest bounciest boy this week, though. That was on NXT.
Oh! I've got conspiracy theories about NXT this week. Well,
Okay.
just one.
Can't wait.
Just one conspiracy theory. But it's nailed
That's
on.
all you need.
Nailed on. But I'll just speak in Spanish. You can see why it's the language of passion, because I fell in love with that man when he spoke the Spanish.
The Spanish.
Good morning.
They've got their own dialect in Catalonia, though, don't they? So I don't know how much they'd have liked it.
It was interesting, obviously, seeing the people paying homage to Real Madrid. Angelo Dawkins, especially, we learned that the Street Profits are heel because he did that in Barcelona.
Yeah, you
kinda
can't
do
be
the
doing that.
Stewie
You
in
can't be
Barcelona.
doing that.
Stewie, as our great friend iShow Speed says.
I saw it. Oh, I don't want to turn into one of those like YouTuber drama channels, but I saw another person who was in that charity football match at Wembley saying, yeah, Speed was a cock. He turned up late and everything. He was an arsehole.
Oh, who was that said that?
Joe Weller.
Oh.
The one who boxed KSI.
Oh, him. Okay.
Yeah.
The lad who's going to do something in London, isn't he, or something when they're there? I think he's backstage for it because he does like wrestling.
He did a video with Heyman once, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he interviewed The Rock. And I remember us being like,
Yeah.
we're just not as big.
We're crap. But yeah, he did it. He was one that took the suplex from Logan Paul in Wembley.
They scored a goal and they did a celebration. Where,
Oh,
and what they did was they trashed kayfabe to celebrate. Because he popped right back up after that suplex.
Disgusting. On the floor.
On the
can't
turf?
believe-
That must have hurt that.
Wrestling has such a good run, and then YouTube was killing it. Hi. Yeah, just a normal house show match here with a white hot crowd, and they even made the hyena noises for Tama Tonga.
All right.
Yes, that.
I'm trying to think what hyenas sound like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it works.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm just going off the Lion King, I don't know if that's realistic or not. Yes.
Yeah, Tama looks up and goes, no king, la 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 la. So Braun made his, his charge on the outside meant Wade could get his, look, it's the running of the bulls line out of the way early, so I appreciate that.
Wrong city, but
Yeah.
but Spain. So.
It's Spain. We got a video package on the feud between Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. Jade is interviewed in the empty arena before the show. Jade said it was pathetic seeing Naomi cry as if she's the victim. All she remembers of the attack is being hit from behind and seeing Naomi run away. She didn't just attack Naomi physically, she attacked her loyalty too. How can she trust anybody now? Jade says seeing Belair team with Naomi hurt, but she's interrupted by Liv Morgan and Raquel.
That's what we heard at the start of Liv's appearance.
They blame her for the false accusations against them. Jade says she'll see them next week. Liv tells her not to get pushed onto any more cars before then. Good advice for everybody.
I didn't like this segment.
Go on.
I think Jade her character makes no sense. She's illogical. All she remembers is Naomi doing it, but she didn't clear. This could have been solved immediately. Instead, she let the false accusations be levied at people like Liv and Raquel, and she let Bianca trust this woman Naomi. And then she's complaining, "Oh, it really hurts seeing my mate team with the woman who attacked me." Well, then give her a text. Say, "Hang on, watch out for her." So I don't sympathise with Jade now. I think it was badly written, and also I think Liv's silly because you see how terrified she was when she came out of the chamber, and now she's taunting her. I don't think anyone.
She's got Big Raquel next to her.
That's fair. That's fair.
And she
Big
thought,
Mammy Cool Diesel right there.
That is
at that point, Jade thought she did it.
She thought she was coming straight for her. Yeah. Okay. I'll take back that second part then. But
And counterpoint, also, she doesn't like Liv and Raquel, so it's all right.
no, but
They're bad people. They're in the JD.
Well, maybe more than why was she so upset that Bianca was teaming with Naomi? Why did it hurt when she could have stopped that? I don't know if it feels a bit contrived.
Feels out of order to me. This feels like this promo should have been before the big reveal. Because the tease of, I just saw her running away. She only saw her running away. It could have been anyone who actually did the attack.
She should never have said that she saw it. Yeah, I don't think she should have known herself and should have been shown extra footage or something like that.
Writing.
I actually would disagree, Your Honor. Objection. I thought the fact they said, so what do you remember? Says, well, I didn't see who attacked me, but I saw Naomi running away. Is teasing that it's is Belair.
But it's not because Naomi's already admitted it.
Yeah, she said she
did. Is she taking one for the team?
I think that would be...
Do you don't think it's a ruse? A Bobby ruse of TNA fame?
They could still... They've left enough avenues open for them to do it that way, but it would take a lot of twists and turns.
That's left a sour taste in my mouth. The thought of that has, Maffew.
Oh, you better take some gamer sub because the delicious taste will prevent that from being bad.
Will prevent that from being
There is
bad.
some in here. There's nothing in here. Do you want me to pour it out? No.
It sounded like you were playing a panpipe.
I can't imagine how that will feel if it's done. But it is a tantalising prospect.
Just the idea. I swear we're going to get one segment where Jade's going to go, "Oh, so you didn't know?" It's like, no. Oh, I had no idea, Jade. Oh, did you know?
You better call somebody.
Play the video, and it's the other take of her being the person to attack. And
Okay,
Naomi's just a loyal friend.
But Bianca was heartbroken when Naomi...
She's just a good actress. That's what I took from this. I will gladly look stupid if that's not what happens,
could well
but
be.
I will gloat to hell if it is what happens.
We do probably need one of the three women in Bianca's title match to be a heel at some point, because they're all faces at the minute.
Well, Rhea Ripley's going on her way to being a heel.
Oh, but no one can boo her.
That's not going to work.
It's starting.
Oh.
I had a look on Twitter, which is obviously the correct barometer for everything to do
The
with
start of every horror story starts with that.
Start of every what story?
Horror story. Oh, you.
I thought you said.
B-Fab could say pretty much promo in Spanish and English, but not at the same time. She's here to build her legacy in WWE. If it begins with Charlotte Flair, so be it. Charlotte beats her and keeps her submission hold locked in after the bell. Tiff Stratz runs out and they brawl. Security try to break it up several times. Tiff hits a big swanton off the top rope to the outside, and they continue to talk trash as Stratton is dragged away up the ramp.
And then it happens. Then later it carries
I was going to say, hang on, was the top rope? And then they keep on brawling.
Well, I thought B-Fab in the promo and the entrance and the general mannerisms and certain bits of the match, like her spinning Uranagi, she looked the part. I thought it looked like signs of promise for her in the professional wrestling world. Yeah. That sounds condescending, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. She's obviously the lowest importance right now, the SmackDown women's roster.
And I think as well, if we remember just little bits she's been involved in here and there, I don't think this is probably the best match we've seen from her, is what I'm saying. She seems to have improved. So well done her.
Yeah. Other good news is that Tiffy Stratty's knee injury from last week is no longer a thing because she was fine this week. Therefore, the target that Charlotte Flair was going for is fine. Ha ha!
Oh.
Tiffy can't lose now.
Oh.
Stop it. Stop it.
And I'm glad off the dive off the set that Tiffy landed on humans because normally when she tries a big movie
that hasn't happened yet.
Oh, sorry. I've jumped
How
the
dare
gun.
you? Yeah.
She landed on.
You get one more. That's what you
She
make.
also didn't really hit Charlotte off the top row.
Yes.
She landed in the middle of all the security, and Charlotte was on one side and went,
Look, that's what you do in
I
wrestling.
know. Unless you're the Miz.
She gets up and goes, "Ha! You missed."
I was about to make a nasty joke about the Miz. I was going to say, unless you're the Miz, and then you walk in the other direction.
Hey. Also, Joe says when they show Charlotte's resume on screen, it looks like a jewelry display with the amount of gold there. I put, nah, it's more like the crown jewels because it was all stolen. Midway through the match, crowd chants Charlotte, and then Tiff time, so Charlotte flips them off. Every match she turns heel. She's the new Big Show.
She is heel now.
She's definitely.
She's
But the
heel
crowd
now.
were like, yeah, but we're also very
the
happy to
crowd
see
don't-
you. We're very
why does
happy
he
to see you.
gaslight us about Charlotte every week. He does.
It's not on.
It's not on.
No,
This
because
is-
if they're
We're-
touring
we're
Europe, they're
breaking-
like, oh my God, we know you're a heel, but it's so cool to see you in the front. Oh yeah, you're a heel. All
We're
right.
breaking up with you after 25 years.
Oh.
You have gaslit us about Charlotte Flair for too long. I thought you said it was pay-per-view crowds that cheer her. Or is this because or seldom visited crowds, I suppose?
Well, no, the pay-per-view crowd cheered. No, that is right, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how how it works now, but the time was, she was, I like you reminded me of a lovely point, that was actually right for a bit. Yeah, she would get cheered by the pay-per-view crowds, and on TV, they booed. So I was like, the pay-per-view people are not watching the show.
Maybe it's because she wasn't cutting promos on pay-per-views when she was on the mic on TV.
Yeah.
And she can't help, even if she's meant to be a face, she comes across like a heel.
I'm just better than you.
Well, I wish you applied the same logic to Seth Rollins back in the day. I've not
yes.
forgotten. What was I going to say?
Please
Did you
forget-
catch,
please forget that.
For your internet series there, Maffew, called Botchamania. Did you catch
yeah.
Solo Sikoa's F-bomb? Because I watched Netflix on Tuesday morning and it was cut out. So go and find it. He does drop one because Big Jim's like, in the ring. Just the mention of Charlotte Flair flipping off there triggered a memory in my mind.
When did he curse in the intro?
Yeah, he flubbed his lines and an F-bomb came out. It is good. It's very good.
Pause. I didn't realize you said
So
that.
they just this completely sliced out Netflix version.
No,
but-
I didn't.
Oh, well, then he won't be able to find it anyway.
Good one, Jack.
This man does drugs. He can
That's a
find
rumor.
pirated wrestling footage, no doubt.
Yes, it's the gateway drugs. Yeah, you have one weed and then you're on Pirate Bay.
Saying he does drugs makes it sound far more severe.
He's hooked on several drugs.
Because I'm downloading films. I don't even like Transformers. We're going to Drew McIntyre video package. He talks about how Damian Priest benefited from every time he was screwed by CM Punk. At WrestleMania, in Scotland, Money in the Bank. This isn't about the title. It's about ending Priest forever so he can take anything from him again. So he can't take anything from him again, I should say.
Yeah, they've laid out 3 big happenings that have happened, but it still feels like it needs something more to be a WrestleMania of this year's feud. For me.
Yeah, they can't feud over CM Punk.
No, I get it. It makes sense. I'm glad they thought of it. The Priest was the one who benefited from all the times Punk screwed Drew. That makes sense. But it feels like they thought of it. They've decided we're going to have this match at Mania. Now we need a reason.
Right.
It doesn't feel like the reason is intense enough, like what Ross was saying.
It needs a more recent reason as well, because last year's WrestleMania, then there was, when was
Yeah,
Glasgow?
Drew left it for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just left it alone for a while. And then all
Glasgow
of a-
was June, I think.
Yeah, then all of a sudden Elimination Chamber, or the Rumble of the Elimination Chamber happens, and then whoop, it's an issue again.
Yeah.
I've remembered.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Miz makes his entrance for Miz TV, but gets interrupted by Charlotte and Tiff, brawling back in the arena. Tiff hits a swanton from the Tron. Swanton from the Tron. Onto Charlotte and a crowd of security guards who look suspiciously like VXV wrestlers.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they're all there. It was Mike D, Engel Blanc with his mask.
Manders with his cowboy hat.
Miz finally gets the segment underway and talks about his guest tonight, a man who got beaten up by 2 great rappers, Travis Scott and John Cena.
Yes.
Cody makes his entrance, but Miz gets impatient and cuts it short. Cody hits him with a crossroads and gets on the mic. He only wants to talk to one person, John Cena. If Cena can find the time to join us on Raw, Cody will see him there.
Felt like there was quite a lot of that this week, actually. A lot of like, hey, lovely live crowd. Now next week something really cool is happening. But
Thanks, Europe.
that's just a minor thing about this segment. The main point of it was that Cody's serious now, guys. You know, he's bloody furious.
Yeah, they could have saved on his airfare. Same with Seth Rollins on Raw, but I assume Cody and Seth would have had dark matches after the show, maybe, which is why they were there. Because otherwise, that's just uneconomical, you know?
Exactly.
Because this could have been an email, as the kids say.
Match was just set up for the post-match antics, which is fine. They need to make sure... here we go. Make sure when Tiff and Charlotte are wrestling each other, can they not wear the same gear next time? Because good luck telling them apart in this brawl.
When they were like changing positions on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked. I didn't want to. I thought when I said that Ross was going to go, oh my.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
You're talking about grappling.
I am
Obviously,
talking about
people
grappling.
change positions.
Yes.
Obviously. They're doing a Killer Bee spot.
There's a sick go behind and a fine and
Yes.
It's wrestling.
Yes.
It's a thing that we do. It's okay. It's only a game. Why so mad?
Why you have to be mad?
Backstage, Aldis scolds Nakamura for misting Charles Robinson. Nakamura wants a rematch, but Priest interrupts looking for Drew. Nakamura speaks to him in Japanese, which Priest doesn't understand, but he guesses Shinsuke is after a match. Aldis books it.
It was weird because he said, I'm going to... I don't understand what you just said because I don't speak Japanese, but I'm going to talk to you in a language you do understand. And I thought that was going to be violence. But instead he went, Spanish. I was like, oh, Shinsuke knows Spanish, does he? Fair enough. All right. It was weird. Yeah. It was also weird seeing Shinsuke, who's only really been in these... When he's not been attacking someone, he's just been in these vignettes. Suddenly Aldis is going, you were very naughty, actually. I thought... Is there any mystique left to take away from him?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no. This current run, no. He might as well get scolded.
I thought he was cheeky for asking for a rematch.
Yeah.
After that title run, I'd be ashamed if I was Shinsuke Nakamura. Ashamed.
So why do you want another match against LA Knight, Nakamura? And he said, are you good for them not doing you missed Charles Robinson. Oh, I wouldn't say I missed him.
Hey! I wish he did. That would have been fantastic.
And the funny Nakamura gimmick. We get a vignette for a mystery luchador. It says possibly Ray Fenix. What are you talking about? It's clearly Jeff Cobb, if you're not read the line.
He did have Ray's tattoos.
It was the back tattoo, and I was like, hang on now. Or the one that goes like over his shoulder.
The one says, hi, my name is Ray Fenix.
That's the one. Yeah.
Interesting.
Penta's bruv.
Edge and SmackDown, so you assume they're going on separate brands, or those Lucha Bros. Which I think is quite nice to get them going. Because I think Penta as a singles guy going after the IC title is more captivating than being stuck in a tag team with his brother.
Fully agreed.
And Ray's very good as well, by the way. But if
you have to pick
become
one,
a Ray Phoenix, no one's ever seen before.
Former culty wrestler of the year, yes. I mean, if you had to pick one, though, who's your favourite? Because I have to say, as good as Phoenix is, I'm still a Penta guy.
I would rather watch like a epic 20-minute match with Phoenix, but the whole presentation and the whole character is Penta.
I concur, yo.
Don't.
with E.
With Tugboat.
With E.
Yeah. But also, I'm thinking, would I rather, maybe I would rather see them as a tag team, but it would take away from Penta's initial singles.
That's right, yeah. Drew heads to ringside during Priest versus Nakamura. Priest is momentarily distracted, but is able to hit south of heaven. Drew slides in to attack Priest and calls a DQ. Damien fights back, but McIntyre gouges his eyes, and Nakamura hits the Kinshasa. Shinsuke leaves.
Dennis the Menace was there, was he?
That's what I was going for there.
This small dog.
Oh, Nasha, yeah.
Nasha,
And Nipper as well.
Kinshasa.
Didn't Nasha have a son or a younger
I
brother?
don't know.
There was Nipper too, with a G at the front as well. Good Nipper.
What? Nasha had a son?
Or a brother, a younger brother. I don't know. You search.
Can you Google that?
Nasha and Nipper both with G's.
This is suddenly more interesting than anything in wrestling. I did not know there
Nipper
was
had
another
like
dog.
just one tooth. He was cuter than Nasha was.
That sounds like it could be true.
It was true.
Nipper. Oh my god.
Oh,
Look at his tooth. That's not cute. That's
a massive tooth. Bloody hell.
Wait.
Beaver.
It's right. This is clearly a more modern drawing of him because he used to look cuter than that. I swear.
That's Nash.
When I was a Beano kid. No.
Wow. He's horrible.
Look at that.
Oh,
Hang on, how does that work?
bless him.
That's going to fall out.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's an old character. Oh, it's no memory of it.
I remember him from the comics, not the cartoon. Also, I think you might have told me this, Matthew, or just the internet might have told me. I mix you up with the internet quite a lot.
Understandable.
America have their own Dennis the Menace who's completely
do.
unrelated. He's just a blonde boy.
Yeah.
No, so for any Americans,
Oh, you know, though, the other thing about that,
they
both
released at the same time.
Yeah, same day.
Same day. Right, I don't believe that's.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Yeah, he's not my Dennis.
James Corden.
Oh my god, it is.
Wow.
It all makes sense. Exactly. Get him.
Yeah, our Dennis would beat up your Dennis.
Yeah.
He actually would.
Yeah, he would. Of course he would.
But the live action,
Shot his ass.
the live action Dennis film.
What's
was
that?
on,
In the
was
mid?
alright.
Is that what the reference said? The live action? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's Mr. Wilson. He's the guy that little get would just antagonize the hell out of.
I don't know about this.
Yes! Get him! Get him, Dennis.
God save.
Dennis just saying, empty your pockets. Whoever falls out's mine. God.
Who? No, I'm not.
Oh, wait. The Sonic Adventure.
How much fan fiction is there of our Dennis battering their Dennis?
This says a lot about us as a people.
Yeah. That's enough, Joel. Thank you.
Oh, Forbidden Door, I'm bringing that.
I was worried that
It'll be a Yanks.
I was worried we were going to get Maffew distracted for a good while there.
Yeah, that could have gone on for 10 minutes. I apologise.
The match was fine between Nakamura and Priest. Nakamura tried to stop Priest doing things, and it didn't always work. Lovely Kinshasa, or reversing it to a South Heaven before a meh heelish beatdown from Drew. I repeat the point. Just a meh. It was just meh when it needs something more.
I'm with you. We're still not there yet, are we?
Did a bit of that in his eyes.
I did like that.
That was at the start of the beatdown, though, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah. An average match with a nuts crowd.
Yes. Yes.
The
Also-
nuts, some would say.
Nash's nuts. Also, crowd still cheering heel Drew because, well, look at him.
And Europe, I imagine.
And Europe. Yeah. I think so.
you reckon that? No.
Well, Balor got a bit of a positive reaction as well. But you could also say, look at him, I suppose.
And isn't his wife of the Spanish?
Really?
Of the Spanish. Of the Spanish persuasion.
We use this brand new technique now where the podcast is being translated live into different languages. DIY are interviewed backstage and brag about being on top of the best tag division in wrestling. The Street Profits are going to choke in tonight's title match. Then the Guns interrupt and still remember how DIY screwed them out the titles. When the champs are done with the Street Profits, they have unfinished business with the Guns. Yeah, okay.
This did a good job of misdirecting me and making me think that they were going to retain.
I enjoy Little Weasel Johnny Gargano with his lines like, they don't want the smoke, they want to choke.
Yeah. Because he thinks he's cool when he's saying it, but I don't think we're actually meant to think he's cool, and that's effective.
Right, of course. There
Yeah.
you go.
But I think he
Good
really
job.
I think he's cool.
No, I think he's doing it on purpose. But I don't know.
We're debating if he knows if he's bad or not. I put, exciting stuff here in my notes. Chelsea Green is interviewed backstage, flanked by Piper Niven and Alba Fire. With their new member, the Green administration is now in full force. Zelina Vega interrupts and wants to become US champ. Piper says she'll have to go through her first, and the match is up for next week.
Yeah, see what we're doing with Jey Uso and Gunter on Raw and apply it to Chelsea Green, it looks like, and Zelina Vega. Going through the lackeys before getting to the title match.
That's it.
Kathy Kelly had no credentials, but Chelsea clears her, which I thought was a bold move.
Chopping
Especially
that.
this week of all weeks, with certain documents going out. Bloody hell.
Apparently there was an out new in there.
Wasn't it? I've
I don't know.
just seen that came out. I don't know what.
Another news, we know who killed JFK. Anyway, back to SmackDown.
Piper's doing really, really well in these. It's really helping her humour come out. She's very funny.
Oh, she's doing such a good job. Of
She's
the stuff
so
she's been
funny.
given. And NXT crowd bloody loved her. We'll get to that later.
She we were talking about her as well on the tier list. We were talking about what's it called, the Piper Driver, the finisher, and I said her greatest weapon is her banter.
Oh yeah,
Oh, 100%.
she's amazing online.
Prophetic.
And I thought when you were saying you were going to do a tier list, for some reason I thought with the tour and everything you were going to do like the Cultaholic tier list of all the European countries.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
In really small rackets for wrestling.
Oh, not
in
for
bracket.
wrestling,
But yeah,
just
just
like-
like
in general.
Just
Do
you
you
guys
prefer-
from Map of Europe.
For Latvia or Estonia.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
I would love that.
Prague. Put Tenerife up there just for the back.
There you go.
Tenerife,
This would be
Spain,
so
Spain.
good.
I know, but
Around
that counted as its own island.
Solidarity Tenerife.
And filled with furious people in the comments.
They've been kept
That's
out
what we
for
need.
too long.
Yes. Iosi Perez.
I'm more of a
Siam Park.
Fuerteventura fan. Of the island, of the Canaries.
controversial.
Loved it there. Loved it.
I had a nice time in the Canary Islands as well.
Where did you go?
The Canary Islands.
Which of the Canary Islands?
The
Norwich.
nice one. I forget which one it was, but it was very nice. Kamala Hayes faces Randy Orton and fakes him out in a handshake at the start of the match. Orton wins with the RKO and offers Mello a real handshake after the bell, like what Ross and the rest of Cultaholic did. But Mello shoves him away, rather like Ross
Joel,
and
yeah.
Cultaholic. Randy hits another RKO and prepares for the punt kick, but Kevin Owens drags Mello out of the way. Randy attacks him at ringside, but Owens shoves him into the ring post and runs away through the crowd because we know that Randy's not going to take more than 2 bumps in any segment.
We all laughed when I think it was AJ flew to the Middle East just to screw LA Knight or something.
LA Knight, yeah.
But Kevin Owens.
Australia, wasn't it?
Oh, well, yeah. But Kevin Owens, this was his only appearance, right? Why? To save Carmelo Hayes? I know it's to frustrate Randy, but it just felt a bit, I don't know.
But that's Kevin Owens. Next week, we'll be saying he's the victim, even though he's clearly not.
Okay, yeah.
And that is his character these days. They should be peddling that Yamal smiling at an RKO thing a lot more than they are. I've not seen it since it happened on SmackDown.
Is it just, because he's just huge?
Just the next Lionel Messi.
Yeah. He's a Barcelona player. He was the lad shown in the crowd. He's like 12 years old.
Oh.
He's just really good at football.
Took over the Euros last summer. So
Yeah.
Oh, well, can't we see him on the list? The tier list, how dare you?
Oh, I thought you meant the Ballon d'Or.
Oh. I thought you meant
okay.
something quite different.
Yeah, there we go. Let's move on.
He wouldn't even know what that means at this age.
Yeah, he's
Bloody
too young
hells.
to legally be on it.
Anyway. I like the idea of Kevin Owens, like, he's just pretending he's driving around Europe. We still get those promos when he's in his car.
He might be.
Yeah, you can do it.
Seeing the sights.
Reasonably. Orton apologising and fixing the table before immediately dumping Hayes back on it again was lovely. I liked him. He's got all the banter, that lad.
He does.
Yeah, Mello's got all the Riz I've written down here. Mello do Riz. I've tried to make a little play on words, which hasn't worked at all. Lovely scoop slam from Orton as Mello came off the ropes at 100 miles an hour and quite flat as well. So Orton did well to control his little body. Big muscular body. Carmelo Hayes will batter me. But yeah, Mello made it look like a right jump I've written down after the RKO, after the final bell as well. I don't know what I mean by that.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
just
go.
Hayes in general, isn't it?
He got a backward springboard DDT in there.
He did.
Did, I guess.
He was against Randy. You know.
Solo, Jacob, and Tama are backstage. Jacob cuts a promo on Braun and wants another rematch with him next week.
Do.
It looked like Solo was corpsing in the background.
Jesus!
It's a good song, though.
Anything? Any other ones?
So Solo swore Andy called.
Yeah.
Got a bicycle.
What a great week for Solo.
It's just Jacob was good, and you could just see him going.
Trying to think of other. You talk too much. Well, you never do.
Yardamin, I think he says, old Jacob there. I've probably just.
You know what I mean?
Yaramani.
You know what I mean?
Aye, aye, aye.
He sounds like one of those American. Sounds like one of those American auctioneers.
That's how Nash talks.
Yes.
It's like our pal. I'll say our pal. I'd never met it. Well, the guy won a minute for the Hall of Fame that week.
Who was that?
The Frostbat guy.
Oh,
He's now an auctioneer, isn't he?
Mm.
Yaramin.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't be saying that. Just culturally, just shouldn't be coming out our mouths, I imagine.
But it is part of our identity to be racist.
I don't think he's doing a like Pacific Islander thing. I think he's just doing a Yank thing, and they're fine to target.
That's exactly right.
I'm so sorry.
We saw what you tweeted, America.
I too used to play handball with Taz back in the day.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
We see a mysterious blank screen with wisps of smoke. It's Joe when we ask him to Google something.
Oh my!
Thank you. The number 4 appears.
The number 4, yes. What
Or
could
is
mean?
it a slightly slanted A? For a Jeff Cobb is going to be making an appearance soon.
What do you really think this was?
The amount of losses he will take during his contracted time with the company, which is 17 years, and he'll have 4 losses, none of them clean.
Wait, is this
Old
Jeff
Alistair-
Cobb really? Do you think?
Alistair Black.
Oh, right. Right. That makes
Jeff Cobb notorious for never losing.
makes so much more sense now. Actually, yeah.
Bless you.
It's got to be with the smoke and the blackness and the.
Yeah.
I don't know what 4 means. Maybe it's 4 weeks. Maybe it's 4 people.
That would make sense, yep.
4 roots, 1 tree.
Oh, but
the
we've-
schism.
No.
We've already got the Wyatts though. I don't want too many spooky.
I like that of him trying to join the other goth groups.
Yeah.
Hello, JD.
I think it'll be different under Triple H though, because he wasn't in NXT. He wasn't like over. He wasn't like a proper spooky gimmick, was he? He was just like a gothic man.
He was just a kickboxer who was a goth.
Yeah.
Well, he was kind of. He had the entrance and the...
The Creek came on the main roster, I believe.
His Creek, main roster
It
Creek.
was fun- it was fun.
The Creek's what got him.
His manager, the Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all he was. Like, it wasn't like he was doing magic or anything.
Oh,
It
I
was
see
just-
why, right.
It was just the
Yeah.
entrance, wasn't it? Where
The entrance then in the ring.
But
he's-
then
yeah, okay.
Michael Colby, like, was it? He's moody or something like that.
yeah. I remember those days.
He's bloody miserable, he is. He needs a good wash and a sorting out.
And they've
said
changed
Cole.
it. They were like the sinister man from Amsterdam.
Okay.
So I don't know.
That's a nice one.
Okay.
It's a start of a limerick. Gunther comes out for a promo and wishes he was in Madrid instead of Barcelona. Oh,
Holla
local
Mad-
sports team humor.
Hala
Translate.
Madrid, he says as well.
Gunther runs down Jey Uso. Not literally, that would be funny. But he's heard that there's a kid in WWE who is supposedly the best wrestler in Spain. Ah, I get it. He brings out Axiom for a match, and the crowd are very excited. Gunther wins after some hope spots for Axiom. Gunther chokes out Axiom after the bell until referees make him stop. Gunther sadly doesn't go, I don't speak Spanish. What?
Terrifying times, though, because I learned on Twitter after this match that Nathan didn't know the appearance was going to happen.
Amigo, why did you go there without me knowing?
With turtle shaky palm tree, everybody. While Nathan's on a natural high. You seen him on the Instagram these days. That was
A natural high.
A natural
All
high.
right, yeah, okay.
He's a man of the cloth.
Yeah, I saw him preaching.
Yeah, but he's at like a Jesus concert this week, and
Oh,
he's just
was he?
going, "Whoa, I'm high with the Lord."
A Jesus concert.
Oh, it's unbelievable scenes.
Yeah, I saw.
Was it a rave or like a
Jesus rave.
a Jesus rave? Oh, I might consider that.
Joel, well, don't need the sound obviously, but the pictures will be fine because it is just camera footage. But Nathan Fraser, yeah, going radio rental, or Natha Fraser, as he's going to call him. But yeah, he was going wild.
Oh, it doesn't.
WWE Fraser, that might be the one, yep.
Will you log into Instagram, Joel?
It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't.
Stay logged in. There he is there.
White stuff on him.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'll try to get it my way this time.
He's denied you.
Just keep doing the
He's
same
heard
thing,
your
Joel.
sacrilegious thought.
Anyway, he's having a great time. I just thought that was a crucial point to make. Why are you trying the same thing over and over again?
Maybe if I click it from an angle, it will let me in.
He's trying to sneak up on it just in case.
Yeah. Oh no! It doesn't. It's not the right passy dubs.
I didn't realize how much fun I could have looking at someone not being able to do stuff on the
Is this
computer
gonna
to
be?
start it.
Is this gonna be worth it?
No,
No.
Then just stop. Just
Not
stop.
now. It's gone.
Keep going. I'll do it in the
No,
background.
this is way more fun.
We can't podcast with you doing that in the background. We know this. We're not very good.
Anyway, what did you think of the match?
Match was absolutely
As
fantastic.
soon as we do it.
You
See,
know
that's all
what?
it took.
I was watching this match and this was my reaction, displayed by Nathan Fraser. That's what I'm watching.
Oh my
Gunther and
God, he
Axiom
is going
there.
heavy.
Unbelievable scenes. What a match it was when it got going.
Had the night off work, so I worshipped till I passed out.
Yeah, and it's
oh,
like-
it is a Jesus rave.
Yeah,
You're right.
proper Jesus rave.
Smack my bitch up.
Our God is an awesome God. Aw.
Look at him
God,
go.
he is.
See, natural high.
Well, I'm glad he's found that in his life for him.
Mega white thing. That's our Lord.
There was a lion on screen.
A lion.
Yeah. I ain't lying.
Don't encourage.
Mint massive drop kick and a power bomb for a kick out by Axiom. Booked strong, this Spain lad was. The shoot Hurricane Rana off the ropes, and then Gunther kicks out with the golden ratio. The scenes have never been seen before.
I like that. I like that false finish because even though I knew there was no way that Axiom would win, it's still nice to temporarily forget that in a match and go. Oh.
And I like the story that they put in two separate shows and two separate matches, but you put them together, and it's nice because we see here what Gunther looks like when he's not taking things too seriously. Then we get to Raw, we see what Jey Uso looks like, slip aside, when he's taking things seriously.
I get you.
So the dream is on if Gunther is not on his metal and Jey is on his,
Well said. Yeah. It's a very good point.
You also like the roster divisions were a bit muddied on. They've become a bit muddied on this tour because they need certain people. But I think that's made it. I think that's led to some interesting, like as Ross says, like one half of one thing on one show and then followed up immediately on Raw. I like it. Yeah.
And I just thought, hey, would you believe it? Another amazing Gunther match where he makes you believe that his opponent's going to win, but he never does.
Yeah.
And
Credit
the
to
crowd
Axiom.
believes it because it's bloody Axiom.
Credit to Axiom as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
fingered. Pair of them did. Powerbomb, meteor lariat, powerbomb. Great
Yeah.
finish.
And the public indecency laws are probably less severe in Spain, so I guess they can get away with that.
Hey, Paul Heyman comes out for a promo and proclaims today Roman Reigns Day because it's the release of 2K25 with Roman on the cover. I swear this game's been released 3 times on TV already. Some people have a problem with Roman being on the cover and one is CM Punk. Punk may be Heyman's friend, but it's not CM Punk Day, and it'll never be Seth Rollins Day. Don't be daft. If anybody has a problem, Roman will be here next week on SmackDown, so the fans will just have to fly to Italy on cheapo airlines. Don't worry, it's not like Mussolini is there waiting to turn away at the border.
Banter!
This
Yeah.
may be the weakest Heyman promo I've ever heard.
Honestly, I was like, what's happened to Paul there? Then?
Hey, buy the game, come to the show next week. stuff you.
And anyway, Paul, if you look at the 2K18 cover, it actually already has been Seth Rollins' day, actually. So I've just Googled it.
Oh,
here.
yeah, he's just taken Aiden English's whole thing, by the way. Yeah. It's Roman
Well,
Reigns'
he's not
day.
using it, so.
Bah humbug. I thought it was badly written, but also I thought Heyman was something off about. I don't know if it was just the lack of.
He said something like, please wait until the show's over to buy the game because he wants to keep the ratings high during these segments.
Yes.
Speaking of high, Heyman's blood.
Pressure?
It doesn't work, does it? Heyman's blood.
I thought you meant because he was
Just
stressing.
I should just put Heyman.
Are
You're
you
right, I
being
apologise.
fattest there, Maffew?
No, I meant he's got drugs in his system.
Oh.
You're right. Why would I put Heyman's blood? Horribly written. Oh, I'll let you go.
No,
I'll let everyone down.
You
I
smoke the
apologise.
weed and then it gets your blood, it lightens your blood, doesn't it? That's why you
It's
feel.
because his eyes are so bloodshot, it throws me off.
I didn't like this. It felt beneath him. Heyman's
Yeah.
usually reserved for important storyline bits, or when Roman
Yeah.
was the champion, he would like fill in the gaps where Roman wasn't there.
True.
And this felt a bit weird. And also, people on the internet have been debating whether some people were like the Mussolini line's a bit out of nowhere there, and I agree. But then some people were like, "Oh, but he's one of the cult of personality mentioned in Cult of Personality." Oh, it's okay.
Wow, that's a stretch.
Like
but I mean,
Mussolini.
that's it, right?
And Kennedy.
Good week for the Kennedys.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Great week for
Fuck
the
the
Kennedys.
I'm.
I thought they'd name drop Mussolini because there's a good chance, given the right-wing natures of WWE in America, that the other Mussolini might be at the show.
Who's that,
The other
Maffew?
one.
I forget her name.
Oh, like his granddaughter. or
Yeah,
whatever.
the one who's currently, rising in power.
I think she's like pals with Paolo Di Canio. It doesn't matter.
This was another segment that could have been in an email.
Yeah, but it's like, we haven't got Roman Reigns, we haven't got CM Punk, we do have Paul Heyman. Yeah, okay, cheers. Like Del Fantasma wish the Street Profits good luck tonight because they want to beat them for the titles. The heels leave to go laugh themselves to death at that thought, and the Street Profits cut a fiery promo vowing to win the titles tonight.
I like that promo.
Yeah. I've got nothing else to say.
Nothing
Nothing else to say.
Yeah, they do that.
I like them as a team. I've always thought that Ford though is not that Dawkins is in any way bad, but just Ford's a level. I think Ford's unbelievable, and I wish that sometimes he was a single star, but that takes away from the Street Profits, Ford's amazing. It's a really reliable car.
He's thinking about his shirt again.
Imagine if it was a Ford on the T-shirt as well. It would have been fire, burn.
Imagine if he was a car, like in the film Cars.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Only one of them's a car. And no one mentions it.
That's so like the only good thing that I've ever enjoyed AI making the other week. It was just Eric Cartman from South Park singing "Life is a Highway" from Cars. Life is a highway. It was very good. Right, carry on, please.
Thank you, mate.
No selling me.
Oh, sorry, that's good.
Or sandbagging, that's more
Sorry.
accurate. Yeah, I know what.
Ross,
Scathing.
Ross, pat him on his head.
You know what I've seen? The one
pat
thing I really like about AI, and that was Eric Cartman singing "Life is a Highway."
Ross, that's awesome. Really? Have you got the link to that?
Yeah, I'll send you.
Yeah,
after the
he said
show.
it wasn't a joke.
God.
Eric Cartman.
Eric does
That's
that song.
amazing, that.
Jesus Christ.
It's the second best music.
I like that song. It's one of my favourite Canadian songs.
Eric Cartman singing "In the Ghetto" by Elvis is one of the finest bits of music, and ironically of all time. When he's walking to Kenny's house.
As a kid, I didn't realise that was a real song. And I'm like, oh, that's a real thing? Elvis sung that? Okay. Right.
I'm in Japanese prison's a good one. I'm in Japanese prison now.
Elvis sung that?
Yeah.
Good that talks to Jimmy Uso backstage. He calls him the more mature twin. There we go. And
Good
once
laugh from Joel there.
No, so I was trying to find a comment from last week's podcast that someone said what your car shirt said.
Oh wow!
Oh yes, breaking
This is
news.
the content we need.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's true, but he says it says "Need for Speed."
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Most Wanted was a fantastic game as well.
Yes, well done. Got a need for speed.
God don't make me lose my mind.
Thanks,
up
Joe,
in
for
here, up in here.
Oh, that's great, Cartman.
Up in here,
Well, it's still getting that to work. He wants to persuade Jay to pull out the title match at WrestleMania, otherwise Gunther will seriously hurt him. Jimmy says Gunther has this all backwards. At Mania, Der Ring General will drop his rank and his title.
I like this. Gunther trying to just being so condescending and like, tell Jay not. I'm going to really hurt him, I'm afraid. And you seem like the more mature of the two.
And then James, he stooped to the level of the yeeting. We yeeting Usi
I know,
ends it.
that's, yeah.
I didn't mind that because he's supporting his brother at WrestleMania, you know?
Yeah, but also it's like, oh, what does Jimmy do?
Copies his brother.
Yeah.
No, no yeet. guys.
Yeah. Yeah. No pop.
Oh.
Also, I realized reading these back, you do get a lot of like. You realize the nature of the setups to the lines in WWE are very similar. You call yourself the ring general, but you will drop your. It's always like this, but you will.
But I'm going to chop down your forest of omnipotent.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it's exactly that. But it doesn't. You don't really notice it until you read them all back. Going, I think I can predict what they're going to say here.
I think Jay White writes all the scripts.
I was going to say he would flourish.
Yeah, he would.
At Mania, you'll be dishonorably discharged from wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay, well, won't we use that one?
Randy Orton's like, what? What have I done?
Yeah. Get his ass. In the main
Get
event,
his ass. Drag him.
Patriot Maffew.
No, wait, did he just go AWOL? Something happened in the Marines, I don't know.
yeah, he was.
He got booted out, didn't he?
It was dishonorably
Oh, was it?
discharge. So it was funny when they'd be like, it's Marine Day, or whatever they call it in America. And the show goes like, Randy Orton served our country. And people are like, all right.
It's also weird that they made Cena's whole thing being a Marine, even though he wasn't a Marine.
He was. I saw a
What do you
film
mean?
about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He never
On the
claimed...
DVD cover.
Cena never claimed to be a Marine, but
He did that a
was
lot.
So, yeah. And then they had an actual Marine on the roster. And they just couldn't use that. Well,
Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter ruined it for everybody.
I love that.
Decades of lies.
Yeah, I mean...
I love that no one cared as well. It's like, no one cares. All
Oh,
right,
no,
whatever.
it's very serious in America, isn't it? Still valid.
Yeah, but like, other
Yeah.
people, but people like, no one thought he was a real one.
Oh, right.
No, that was it. It's like, no, but he was what he claimed he was. He was like,
Did he?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, I didn't know.
So great. Yeah, people just were like that, like,
Yeah.
all right. And then main event, Street Profits beat DIY to become the new WWE Tag Team Champions.
I was shocked that on this show with this crowd, DIY still got very little pop when their music hit at the end of the show. I was surprised by that. So it's good that the Street Profits won, because something else now needs to change with DIY, it looks like, because it hasn't worked in either continent.
Either of the two continents.
Where the World Wrestling Federation resides.
Yeah.
Nicely structured match I've put, where both sets of lads got to show their bollocks to everyone watching. The meet in the middle goes wrong. Tez gets the win with a big frost splash. Frost splash, I've said there. Ooh, I've never tried that in my life. And it was nice to hear Joe Tessitore, Italy's favourite son, raising his voice when the final four went down. Because that's been the one criticism of his work. He doesn't get too excited in the big moments, but he did here.
They hit the crescendo. Well done. I'll put that as well. The finish had to happen. The Profits are the only guys with any momentum right now in the division. A crowd agreed too, despite, I guess, Profits being a bit heels by not cheating, just by beating people up. Okay. Yeah, had to happen for the rest of the division to go some place.
Yeah, I think that maybe they've made them tweeners so that they can... Because obviously the WWE don't have the deepest tag divisions, so maybe it's so they can face teams on either side of the thing.
Even though Nick Aldis did that great thing where he explained it all.
Yes.
That was only about 4 tag teams, though, wasn't it?
It was, I think, 5, but yeah.
5.
Look, DIY, Legado,
Pretty deadly.
Pretty deadly.
Street Profits,
MCMG.
DIY.
Oh, good guns. Yeah, just 5. Well done.
5.
It still feels like there's 2.
Yeah.
And then Monday Night Raw, and I have to say, I've still got Life as a Highway in my head.
Nothing you had
damn it.
me.
That was a good clip. Thank you
That was
for
a
sharing
great story I told, yeah.
It was
John-
really good.
John Cena was the show. We get actually. In fairness, though, they went. Here we are in Europe. We're in the de facto capital of the EU. Which, honestly, am I just the only person? I never really thought about the EU having a capital by definition. But
Yeah.
That's just where they go for their meetings.
People
isn't it?
say-
that's what I've always seen. Like, yeah,
People say like, oh right, yeah, I've never thought of it as the capital of Europe.
yeah. Like,
no.
hang on, that's not right.
But yeah, people say like, oh, word from Brussels is this? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Never realized because it's, I guess, central. Or
I don't know why
what
it
to say
is.
It's considered the de facto capital as it hosts the majority of EU institutions. Right.
Okay.
Well, you keep
Why-
that
It'd
yourself.
say
then.
de facto.
Like, yeah, but de facto.
Newcastle.
Oh, there you go. See,
United.
Like,
Newcastle,
why,
the capital of Europe.
I wonder why the Hague is where like the just like I wonder why the Hague's that as well.
Right.
Strange.
Anyway, so they kept the cameras on the crowd and the entrance and waited for like 10 seconds of nothing happening just to build up to that pop. I thought
That's
it
a
was
new
a very
kind,
lovely
Is
moment.
that a new kind of pop? The Brussels pop.
The Brussels pop.
Because it was like, yeah, oh, it was like a little brief, like, oh, John Cena, and then we've remembered what
Yeah.
he's done. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, the Brussels pop. Yeah, he's it. Oh, he's a bad man.
I was a little bit surprised at how booey it was, just
Yeah.
because it is obviously in Europe and they are starved of live wrestling action. It is John Cena on his retirement tour. All the signs were there that we get cheered despite what happened at Elimination Chamber, but fair play to Brussels.
You were surprised he got booed?
Well, I know the point. No, I know the point he's making though. And also, it's cool to cheer the heels sometimes. And international crowds tend to be smarkier than certain American towns as well.
Is that still true, though? Like,
Maybe.
which European areas are like that?
All of it, all of Europe.
Just Canada, isn't it?
You just were there
Famous
2 weeks
place.
ago.
Yeah.
He's surrounded
Oh,
by
and
them.
we didn't know them, but we booed the bad people. Like Karen Noir.
Yeah, well, now it's...
you're going.
But I think I do have mixed feelings on the actual promo itself. But the start of it, I was like, this is going really well.
Yes, let's get to it. We get a chance of Let's Go Cena. Cena sucks. Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Oh, God. He says when something is properly grounded, they shouldn't need to look outside of themselves for approval. For 25 years, he's been the victim of an abusive relationship. All the fans can do is bully him into being their puppet. Isn't that into being their... Oh, whatever, he's asleep.
Wow, he's back, Maffew, from AEW.
That's right. Oh, I'm not behind. No, don't ruin the segment. I'll come back to you later on.
God. This is a very long... No, it's just this is a very long...
It's very long.
promo.
It's not the right time. They chant F you Cena, with some saying F that puppet, which I don't think is very fair. Cena isn't a face or heel. He's a human being.
I didn't like that, no. I didn't like that. I know Triple H set it up and it's obviously a different time, whatnot, but I don't think a character on the show should be saying those words, in my opinion, in my humble opinion.
But I thought we established that, Logan Paul killed it with a suplex at Wembley or whether it was.
I know kayfabe's dead, it's just those words in particular. I don't think they should be on the show.
Fair enough. I'm a
Stand
traditionalist.
passionately against that line in the promo.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing that's ever happened. It's not really.
When he first started in WWE, the fans hated him, so he changed himself and it worked for a little bit. But then it wasn't enough. So then he worked hard and started to win a lot, and the fans still hated it. So then he spent 10 years being selfless, and it still wasn't enough. The fans only care about themselves, so now they get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. No new look or new music, because Cena's time is finally now.
Big fan of that, because I never thought about that angle that all the fans were wanting. Oh, we wonder what his heel theme's going to sound like. They should bring back that one from 2012 that they had makeup. He should have a different attire. No, you don't get that because that's what you want, and it's what I want to do.
That's exactly what I liked. Oh, you want this, do you?
Yeah. I never thought that angle would be a thing. So fair play, Jonathan.
The crowd
Jericho did it. Don't worry, he's a pioneer. When he came back and just didn't talk for a bit, that was weird.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't work quite as well as it maybe could have done. He came back.
Well, like in 08 when he had the haircut?
12, I want to... no, later than that. Maybe like 26... Maybe like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, it was 2012.
He
I think,
came back, would get in the ring, everyone would wait for him to talk, and he'd just smile and go, woo, come on. And then he'd walk back out again, still smiling.
It was Lacey Evans before Lacey Evans.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was like postmodern
good times.
Jericho. You could call him the postmodern pro wrestler.
I'm not going to do
Liam Slater.
Thank you. The crowd chant Cody's name, and Cena calls him the shiny new toy. How dare you? That's Speedball Mike Bailey. The fans who still support Cena are just as bad as the haters because they just made John a toy and the butt of a stupid invisible joke, which is pathetic. Get him! Sick of that
Oh,
joke.
did you hear the invisible joke? Yeah,
It's just overdone.
yeah, it is.
The fans who supported Cena only did so as as an excuse for their own pathetic lives, and he's breaking up with them all now. Cody Rhodes interrupts. He says everyone was willing to hear Cena out, but he's wrong. The fans are giving Cena their worst, but also their best for 25 years because he was special. Cena calls Cody kid, but he says he's not a kid. He's the WWE champion. After what John did, Cody was still excited to face him at Mania, but this version of Cena better not show up because Cody will retire him early. He wants to wrestle the real John Cena, not this whiny bitch.
So much adrenaline in my soul right now.
Yeah. And then Michael Cole ends it by going, wow.
For 2 decades I believed in that man, but now he blames the fans and he's an irrational prick.
So, I mean...
You irrational prick. That's great stuff.
Fair play to Michael for cutting the best promo of the segment. No, I'm joking. I think that so local North Wrestling man who works at North Wrestling and award-winning documentarian Alex Eyre made a very good point to me about this. So I'd like to cite him about why it didn't quite click with him. Which is that he said, well, he made a lot of good points, but basically he never mentions needing the belt once. And I was like, damn, he's right. He should have I wanted this to be like Austin at X7. I need this. I need to win Rock.
I get what you're saying.
He hasn't mentioned the Rock. He hasn't mentioned the belt. He hasn't really mentioned why he did it. Well, he's mentioned why he did it, but he hasn't mentioned what the Rock's got to do with that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we've got many weeks to go until Mania. You can't
We
give
do.
away bloody
We do.
everything. And he spoke for, 20 minutes?
He did.
Yeah.
That is
So, I
true.
mean, yeah.
I also, my mate sent me a clip from like going around on Twitter from like a 2010 Cena promo or something where he's like sarcastically saying like, "Oh, I hate the fans. I want to turn heel." And I thought, it does sound like he sounds like someone pretending to be a heel rather than just being a heel. But
that's just how Cena talks.
Maybe
though.
it's just because we're so used to Cena. Yeah.
I thought there was a big difference in his performance. I thought because there was less emoting and he was just very solemn.
He was like Jack Swagger.
Whoa. Let's not say things we can't take back now.
Like, everything wasn't over-exaggerated like it normally is. I thought like when he comes out, he doesn't hold up the towel properly even. He just sort of goes...
And he walked down to the ring,
Because when I initially heard the same music and then saw him looking the same, I was like, what they're doing. But when he says, it's what you wanted was me to be different and have different music and different look, I was like, it's a very good angle.
Yeah. Shout out to Tom Campbell who noticed... Sorry, I shouldn't bring this up. Tom got some flack, which he owned up to. But he was like, and he's wearing red like a heel.
Was he kidding?
He's wearing the Belgian football team colours. It's like a slightly deeper red.
Okay.
But Tom thought he was wearing red like a heel. But Cena's worn red. But it doesn't matter.
We love you, Tom.
Yeah. I think he was tired that day.
But again,
he owned up to it.
The lack of a Rock mention, like I could see where Jack's coming from with the title stuff, but the Rock, no reference to like, here's why I did it or whatever, because of Rock and what he offered and this, that, and the other. That was a bit of a weird one, but again, there's still 5 weeks to go until WrestleMania. So he's addressed the fans. I think that's like chapter 1. Fans addressed.
Yeah, right. And I don't want to say that I like hated this or anything, but it wasn't how I envisioned it. Therefore, it was wrong. Yeah.
So pretty much everything Cena was saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
No, I was never a Cena fan. I was
of course.
Of course.
I put a lovely segment. I'm, like yourself, surprised they went all in and seeing it being that evil a guy. Not just a tease, like, we're not going to... I honestly thought we were going to see it going, come on, guys. Like, I'm, trying to justify himself, but and still sticking with the fans. But, again, because he needs the title from Cody to prove himself as whatever. But he just went, I'm evil. I'm sick, he is.
Yeah, it made total sense. It was a nice, unique take on the You People promo. The use of the toxic relationship, whatever term he used.
That was a nice way of putting it.
That poor individual boy in the crowd.
Oh my God!
He should have got something after the show.
I hope he did.
He says,
the CM Punk fans in the parking lot.
He mouths, "I love you," and then John calls him like he's an example of a toxic, dysfunctional relationship. After he's bought the foot, his parents have bought the full get. I hope they gave him a ticket to WrestleMania or something after that, because I was saying like that's the genesis of like something horrible a few years' time come on the news. That's the genesis of
it's like
the international incident or something.
It's like The Incredibles, like Syndrome. It's like his origin story.
Oh my God, yes.
Fly home, buddy.
100%.
Yeah. I felt really
Seen a shot by a man wearing cape.
I felt so bad for him.
Great.
I know.
Go to your show to see your favourite wrestler. He calls you a mark. So great. Thank you, Cena. Thank you, kid. So people have been saying, was this the best heel promo of all time? And we're like, well, we don't know, but we thought it'd be a good idea for the big question.
Big question.
It's Cultaholic's
Big question.
Jack, do you have any that come to mind?
Yes, but it's so predictable for me. What am I like? No, it's the first summer of Punk, the I'm a Snake promo.
From Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
So the people who won't watch Ring of Honor during that time, what was the setup?
Right. So CM Punk, it was an open secret. Everyone knew he was leaving. His time was coming to an end. He was going to go to WWE and get signed and become... He was already like the king of the Ring of Honor scene at the time. Now he was off to bigger things. And it was... I think the fans were happy for him, but also it was sad. But it wasn't like they were bitter that he was doing it. And he was a face at the time. And then he was like, it would be really nice if I could just win one more Ring of Honor World Championship before I leave. And then he won it in what people thought was going to be like one of his last matches with Ring of Honor. And then he cuts this promo afterwards where he's like, it's where the line, where he first uses the greatest trick the devil ever pulled line and everything like that. And then he tells the story of the old man and the snake, like the parable. Mm-hmm. And then the snake, I always thought it was a scorpion, but maybe there's two versions of it.
The scorpion and the frog.
Yes, it's a similar story.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah.
And the snake bites the old man, and then he turns heel by saying, like, you stupid old man, I'm a snake. And he's saying it's about himself. And he fooled all these fans, and he's going to take the belt with him to WWE.
And all the Ring of Honor fans look like that kid. But seen a promo.
Well, unfortunately, there's a few lads there because this is like the mid-2000s when like smarkiness was like an all-time.
It's Ring of Honor.
So as soon as they realise he's turning heel, there's a few lads in the front row you see going like, ooh, we're so pleased for you. And it's like, boo him for fun, it's pantomime. But it's just really good. And then what followed it was this really good angle where you started turning up in a suit and being like corporate, and he signs his WWE contract on top of the Ring of Honor title and stuff like that.
Doesn't he have some guy like he does on some guy's back?
Oh, he gets is it Shane Hagedorn?
I think that's it. I was trying to
Like
think
one of the
guy's name.
trainees from the Ring of Honor school, yeah. And then
Shout out
he,
to all the Shane Hagedorn fans out there.
And then he and then the whole summer becomes the story of them trying to get the belt off him. And then they
And he loses it to
Jamie Noble.
Yes.
but not Jamie Noble, but the same man.
Yeah.
And then they flipped it with the Summer of Punk, where it was that he's won the WWE belt and he's going to leave, rather than he's taking the belt to yeah. So the first Summer of Punk for me. Well, good luck with the thumbnail if you want to use that one though, because the footage is grainy. Yeah. Is there a Rhea Ripley one maybe? We could do?
I'll go for Dominic Mysterio from March 2024. It was March the 19th in particular, where you couldn't hear him say a word. That was a silly.
No, it was a good one.
Yeah, I just made up the date. It might not even have been a Monday.
Who knows? Damn it. I was believing you. Oh.
I'll go for geography teacher Shawn Michaels in a certain little place of Canada called Montreal, where he teases the arrival of Bret the Hitman Hart. He doesn't appear because no one said his name. But then he cuts the promo. Who's your daddy, Montreal? I don't know what you have to say about that. Just watch it. Yeah. Dressed like a geography teacher, which always gets me. That horrible suit.
The most tanned geography teacher you've ever seen in your life. Fresh from the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he even preps it like, if Bret Hart was right here, right, everyone go, oh please.
Then they play the music
great.
twice, don't they? Get them twice.
Did he play it twice?
I think they do. It's been a while since I've seen
No,
it.
I think just play it and then he zooms in on his face. And he gets them. That is a great pick. I've got two. One is obviously he's a rotten human being, etc., etc., etc. But Vince McMahon's "Life Sucks and Then You Die" promo from SmackDown 2000. So this would happen with the entire Helmsley McMahon regime faction. The faction would come together and they'd all like do a promo. So Triple H would say something, and then X-Pac would say something, and then Road Dogg would just be like that in the corner. But then Vince just goes off on this. He's obviously been practicing it, and he's obviously, the best characters are just the bits of ye and all that other stuff. But it goes on and on and on and on, and I can't obviously do it here. I'll be here all bloody night. But he's about like, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, whoa, that can't be me with the pot belly and the small genitalia. That's not fair. And you look and see rich people. They have lovely cars, and your car sucks. And you have to park your car miles away from your destination. And you look at that and you go, that's not fair. And he's just whining like this. The crowd are booing him. Forget about the looks. What about the money, huh? What about the money? You scrimp and you save. You'll work yourselves half to death. And still, you can't afford what you really want. That's not fair. It's not fair that some people are rich and you're not. That's not fair. And you have to face the facts. He's getting really riled up now. And that the vast majority of you are just born with inferior DNA. And you say, it's not fair I'm born with inferior DNA. But you feel sorry for yourselves. You wallow in your self-pity. And then you just have to face the facts that life is not fair. And some of you will have to go ahead and admit it. You might as well own up to the philosophy. It was doing so good. For some of you, then that is that life sucks. And then you die. And X-Pac is just the right of him. He just goes, whoa. To really punctuate that. And as a kid, I saw that promo. I was like, because obviously I was watching it, record it, and then just watch it later on in the morning because I didn't want to get up that early. And could fast forward through the adverts. And I had to go back and rewind it going, what the hell? Because it comes out of nowhere. Because everyone's just doing their other speeches. So it's not as if like this is the main event of the speeches. It's just like, okay.
Imagine 10-year-old Maffew going, Dad, he's talking about ye.
Is it true, Dad? Is this why you're not Vince McMahon? Just amazing. And if we don't want to put Vince in the thumbnail for obvious reasons, The Rock returns to run all over your candy asses when he comes to the place where the booing for The Rock first started a year previously when they're in WrestleMania X8 in Canada, as he says it. And another all-time screw this city. I've had enough. I'm turning the heel. Yay, hooray! He said our name.
Can I do a secondary one as well?
Of course you can. We need stuff for the thumbnail.
Ridge Holland bragging about the demise of Chase U. No.
Oh, shut up.
Ross,
I thought that was based in reality enough. Never mind Ridge Holland's promo.
have you got a second one you want to do?
Nah.
All right then. I think we'll have missed loads. There'll be endless ones out there. So
Everyone's got their
yours
favourite,
in leave yours in the comments down below.
Yeah. And then we go back to Raw. So after...
Don't sound so
Yeah,
sad
no.
about it.
I was enjoying that speech. Cole also cuts a bit of a promo on Cena. I've done that. And we get a street fight between Ludwig Kaiser and Penta. Kaiser vows even to win a pre-match. To win in a pre-match promo during the break. Come on, Matthew. But it's Penta who gets the win. Penta is interviewed on the ramp and sets his sights on the Continental title.
He's back in AEW.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Well, obviously,
I thought he said Intercontinental.
that's what he meant,
Damn.
we think.
Yeah. Unless he's going back. He's not going back. He meant Intercontinental. Yeah, the lads battered each other. The DVD on the apron from Ludwig was fantastic. I like the finish with the chest, the face of Ludwig. So many times, just want to see his face mangled. It's too pristine. Mangle that face. But yeah, very good back and forth match. They battered each other. It delivered.
I didn't watch Raw live, but the early start time meant that, like, I didn't realize this. I'm glad that Raw's not on normal UK time every week, because I realized I was having like 4 different DM conversations with people about Raw, and I wasn't even watching it myself. And I was like, what? But I got one from someone who
Are you DMing people? Do you like cars?
no, they were DMing me saying,
Oh,
"What do
sorry.
you think of this, Jack? We value your opinion."
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Name and shame these people.
So someone who I won't name who we work with I just saw a message pop up from him saying Penta needs to tighten the F up. I was like, oh my
Fraser
God.
Porter.
No,
exposed.
it wasn't Fraser, but I won't say who it was. I'll tell
I
you.
won't say who it
when
was,
they-
but they like musicals.
But they know wrestling.
Need to tighten up.
Well, I hope so.
Penta
If they
needs to
work here,
tighten
mate.
up. If think about someone who
I know it's Lewis, isn't it?
Likes wrestling.
no,
That's how a rootin' tootin' cowboy would talk.
it's not. But how did you guess him?
Just to tighten up.
And once again, Jack has fallen under questioning.
Can't read my.
Tighten up. On what way?
Penta's a little bit sloppy Joe sometimes, isn't he?
It's his style.
But it's a street fight, you know.
Well, yeah, it's a street fight. And
Take it up with the dragon, Maffew.
No, I'm shooting the messenger again.
Meet him in the ring in the Innisfree Social Club in Long Benton, his stomping ground, and he'll get you.
Yeah.
I don't know what he means in that one. I thought it was a thoroughly entertaining street fight. Delicious.
I like my street fights looking like, the changing of the guards.
Torval and Dean.
There you go. That was a much better example. Thank you.
He's also a fellow, by the way. For him, Bret Hart's the best as well. So he likes it to
I'm
look.
now happy. Damn it. He's Pavlov me again. So, yeah, I thought it was a great match. And Penta's still over. He's got all the intensity. Loved him. Fantastic. I was distracted because Michael Cole said, bloody Ludwig was born in West Germany. And I went, West Germany's not a thing. No, he is old enough to have been born in West Germany.
Early 90s when it
Yeah,
changed. wasn't
it was literally months beforehand. I'm like, oh, okay.
I think his
I look at him
birth-
going, but he's young, right? No.
Is the birth of such a perfectly formed human
Yep.
caused such an earthquake that it knocked down the wall, and then
I mean, if you want to be on a side of Germany, the most talented side was the West, just based off football.
I was going to say,
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
Nothing else, just football.
would've
Yeah,
went-
it did very well, the West.
I was
Germans.
wondering where that was going then. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I think we'll move on. During the break, Ray and Dragon confront American Made backstage. They want to know where Chad is, but the heels feign ignorance. Who is Chad? They also deny Gable being the man in the lucha mask last week. Ray and Lee set up a tag match later on tonight and leave. Brutus asks Julius and Ivy who the mystery luchador actually is. They roll their eyes and walk off.
Bruce is the silly one, guys.
Another one of those bits you can't go back and watch on a Tuesday morning. So I don't know.
You
what
can.
The JD are all in a great mood for once, even Finn Balor. Dom ruins things by suggesting a new member of the group, Penta. Balor can't believe Dom wants to recruit the man who just announced his intention to go after the IC title, the thing that Balor holds.
No, the thing he's going after tonight.
Of course he does. I don't know
He
why I
will
added
hold
that.
after the show.
Yeah.
He calls Dom a snake and storms out. Dom didn't realize Penta had said this. Carlito says Dom clearly doesn't watch the show.
It's interesting because in the segment before this, we just see one of those walking behind the backstage area sort of things from Dakota Kai. And in the background, Dom's speaking to Cross, carrying Cross.
Yeah,
He's a goth.
Then he brings up Penta here. I don't know what to say, but I like Finn Balor's role in this. Obviously, Dom's got him the IC title match last week for this week's show. So he's like, calls him my ride or die. Big fan of that poo house just because Dom's been the bigger boy and doing good things for Finn, even though Finn doesn't mean his sentiments with the ride or die. Yeah.
The ride or die a few times.
Don't waste your time.
Irish Blink would be strange. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Blink potato.
Drink 182.
Blink potato too. I was going to say. Oh, Christ.
Happy St. Paddy's Day.
For the first time,
Oh,
was going to say, for the first time, I've been quite deft, and then Jack's come in with the sledgehammer. Or the shillelagh, whatever.
They'll love that. They love the crack. and they love the English.
Where we go? Ivy Nile is joined by the Creeds at ringside for her match against Dakota Kai. Chad arrives late to be in her corner too. The heels attract Dakota during the match, but Ray and Dragon run out to brawl with them. They chase Gable away through the crowd while Kai picks up the victory back in the ring.
So why was Gable late? To ringside? Ooh. We actually don't find out, do we?
Don't know, Jeff.
We don't actually find out, do we?
No. It is still someone else in the mask. We'll learn about this later in the night. Can't be Chad.
Yeah.
It might be Chad. It's not Chad.
I think that it is Chad for real, because he does the German like him and everything, but they'll do a switchy reveal, won't they?
I think it's going to... I'll tell you when the attack later in the show happens who I think it is.
Yeah.
Because it's nailed on to be this guy. It's not Chad. It'll be revealed to be someone else.
Okay.
You watch. But Dakota Kai was on fire in this match.
Oh, no, I know who he's going to say, and I've made a joke about it as well in the film.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope
that
it's not
would
that.
be terrible.
Is it quite a severe one?
A severe one?
Is it someone in wrestling who's not thought of
I'm not going to celebrate the Benoits like you have in your script. I'm going to celebrate someone else.
Right then, well, fair enough. We'll see who it is.
But Dakota Kai was on fire in this match, so she was until Ivy did that scoop slam into a rock bottom. Imagine that. That should be a finisher.
Uranagi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be a finisher.
Yeah,
Oh, she's got a submission finish as well.
The dragon.
She can't have the rock bottom as a finisher when
Becky
It's
Lynch
a slightly
did.
different one, isn't
that's
it?
a different move.
But I was good back and forth match. Nice to see Dakota Kai get the win.
Yes. I was
She had a rough time, so she had.
I was quite surprised she got the win, actually. I thought this was going to be Ivy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird how they get the push by not winning matches, American made.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got that role, haven't they? Just making other people look better.
Which is a shame because they could legitimately just be the champions. It'd be fine.
Yeah, American made in brackets to make others look better.
They are a much bigger feature of the show than the actual tag champions, the Viking Raiders.
They are, yes.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce hosts the contract signing between Io Sky and Bianca Belair. Io says nobody will disrespect her again like last week, and she'll remain the champ. The crowd love it, but Belair speaks up. She's giving Io a pass for last week's slap because it was maybe her own fault, but that won't happen again. And at Mania, she'll become the new champ. Pearce thanks them for being civil.
This is my brutality.
Oh no!
It's bloody real.
She argues with Belair, and they ignore Io again, who tries to interject. Belair pushes her away, but gets hit with a headbutt from Rhea and then falls into the signing table. Onto it, I should say. Ripley powerbombs Io onto Belair, somehow not breaking the table, and signs the contract herself. She walks away with it while Pearce tries ineffectively to get it back.
Right.
This is how contracts work.
It's Aldis and Pearce has just clung on to second place, but Ava nearly overtook him this week because Pearce has lost control. He's lost control.
I don't care about WrestleMania 20 and how this is how the same thing that Shawn Michaels did to get into the triple threat match. I don't care about that.
Oh, is that how it happened?
This was lazy writing for me. That's not a if Tamina, I said this on the news, if Tamina was watching this show, steal that contract off Rhea Ripley, put your name on the dotted line, make it a four-way at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Make the boyhood dream come true, and that boy being me for Tamina to win the big one at WrestleMania.
Do you think this was like a bit of meta commentary on like how contracts are treated in wrestling? It felt a bit wink, wink, nudge, nudge, didn't it? Where they're going like, it's a legal document. They do it later backstage. But I was like Ross said, that didn't excuse the kind of laziness of reaching this point.
Right. It's a lazy thing to go, oh, this is dumb. It's like, yeah, but you're doing it.
Yeah.
But you know what? But I didn't mind it. If it's what the people want to see, it's all right.
All right.
Yeah, there is that caveat, isn't there? Because it's interesting if Charlotte Flair did the same thing, because this is very Charlotte Flair booking this. I don't care what you say. This is just shoehorning Rhea into the Charlotte Flair role of many years ago, but obviously Rhea's a lot more likable than Charlotte Flair is, so she gets away with it.
Slightly more, yes.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if crowds stick with her or turn on Rhea, because I could see it going the wrong way for them, so I could.
Yeah, and also, I know it's part of it's because the table didn't break, but there's just an awkward pause while Pearce and Rhea are both waiting to see if the table breaks.
Yeah.
Pearce looks like the worst GM in the world. He's just there going like, oh. He doesn't like try and stop her or anything. He's just there going, oh dear.
It's a bit like Drew and Priest. It just needs that something else. Because obviously, I think Rhea Ripley being in the match is for the better of the match, rather than just being Bianca and Io Sky. But it just needs a proper, legitimate reason to get her in there, rather than have nicked the contract.
But then, as
She might as well have been going, yeah.
yeah, but maybe we'll get some bits where people go, yeah, what are you doing? Which would be interesting, as you're saying, because I can't imagine Ripley being booed. But if she is going to be booed, it's going to be for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jey Uso cuts a promo on his way to Gorilla, but Gunther confronts him. The Gunther gorilla. He says he spoke to Jimmy on SmackDown, and he's just as big of an idiot as Jay is. Okay, scary to keep the pair apart, and Jay makes his entrance to face Austin Theory. Despite an early distraction from Grayson Waller, Jay wins a shockingly quick match. Good. After the bell, Jay takes out Grayson before hitting a bit of a scary dive onto Bo.
That's an understatement from me there, sorry. A bit of a scary dive.
Gunther runs out and tries to choke Jay out again, but he's ready for it and fights back. Jay steals the belt from Gunther and Lowe bridges him to the outside. He celebrates with the title before throwing it back to Gunther.
Twice he's touched that big gold thing.
Yeah. This was a bad night at the office for Jay. And for Austin Theory. So first of all, there are reports that have emerged, I think from WrestleVotes, saying that confirming that this match was originally meant to go like 11 minutes or whatever. They don't have confirmation on what it was that caused the match to be cut short, but we can all,
John Cena.
but we can all
You
assume.
can't see it, can we?
But we can all assume. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that.
But we can all assume it's John. And I would argue that that the first John Cena promo after he's turned heel deserves a long run time, obviously. But this. It's a weird one. It doesn't
What
help.
way?
Well, it doesn't help Theory because he lost to a crossbody.
Yeah,
like
but- oh,
30
no, it's a
seconds
spear.
in. No, it wasn't a spear. It was a running crossbody 30 seconds
It
in.
doesn't help. Who cares about Theory?
Well, not you, I know, but I'm trying to make a point just generally that it doesn't help Theory.
It doesn't about him.
No, it's not anymore. That's it now. He's a jobber.
Yeah.
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 For like a year.
But they were building him up to be this like Grayson was gonna
beat
turn
Cena,
on him and he beat Cena. Yeah.
Yeah. Those two are still not. It took less time for the Soviet Union to split up than it took those two.
But I just don't think it was. Just looking at objectively nothing's objective obviously, but in my opinion this wasn't good. It didn't help Theory, but it also didn't help Jay because the finish looked weak anyway, so it was a bit confusing.
I would say the opposite. He hit him that hard, he pinned him in 30 seconds.
But he didn't
Makes
hit
him
him
look
hard.
great.
We can see that he didn't hit him hard. Like
Michael Cole calls it a crossbody, I'm sure.
He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, crossbody." He doesn't.
But it
It's like
was
he
a
didn't
spear.
realize it's the finish.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was supposed to be a spear until you said so.
Then he
Was it? Ooh.
Yeah, I think so. Then he messes up his dive, which can always happen to anyone and everything. But like,
He was just paying tribute to Top Dollar. May he rest
Exactly.
in peace.
Aye.
Yeah, throw him up for top ED.
but then he has to get back in and be like,
He's not dead, by the way. Just realised.
Then he has to get back in and be like the cool fan favorite guy, which the live crowd still responded to. But I saw a lot of backlash against Jay. People going back to the opinion of like, this is like the backlash when he beat Gunther last time or when he won the Rumble and people were like, oh, is it Jay the guy really? I saw a bit of that emerging again.
But that's just one of these things when we have it's probably got a technical term, but like if you already have an opinion and you go, messed up a dive.
Confirmation
He
bias.
can't dead. Yes, confirmation bias.
But I would-
Worst wrestler of all time.
Yeah, there was definitely that.
I don't care about those people.
I would argue these arseholes on Twitter don't go to shows because when you go
Get
to
'em.
a show, you just hear unanimous cheers for Jay.
I can't read these tweets of how loud the crowd is for Jay.
But,
All
but
these.
just because the crowd like it doesn't mean that I have to.
Oh, WrestleVote said it was bad.
You wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't Austin Theory. I've just got to get that
No,
out
it
there.
was just a weird thing to say. Yeah, but what does this do for Theory? What?
I think Theory's dead in the water now.
Yeah,
I don't
He's
think
going to
it's
make it
really-
the Mania.
Yeah.
I think it's a clear divided, like what Vince McMahon, the previous regime,
Yeah.
saw in
You
Theory.
know how people in
Isn't it-
roles, and
it's
this
so
is at the
weird.
bottom.
It's so weird that in his like deranged latter day booking state, that was Vince trying to push someone.
Just
like that. that's how he-
emasculating them every
that's
week.
How he
Yeah.
tried to push it.
We'll make dozens.
It's just frustrating that it's clear that he doesn't quite fancy Waller either, because Waller's just getting dragged down with this nonsense as well.
Yeah, I thought what was way better than Theory.
Yeah, for me as well.
Yeah, same. You always need people on rosters to take the pinfall. Not everyone can be main eventers and everything. I'm not saying that. It's just odd that they've been teasing this breakup of A-Town Down Under for a long time. Seemed like the story was going to be that Austin's secretly a bit of a fan of Jay, and that was going to lead to the breakup. That's what they were teasing the past few weeks. And now he's been squashed by Jay. I don't really understand.
I really appreciate that you still have enthusiasm for these two because they've been teasing this for years now. The point I don't care about them.
Just because NXT, we still remember Grayson Waller. We still remember that guy.
Putting the invisible basketball through his legs.
Falling
while
off ladders.
Falling, yeah.
Elbow and concrete, yeah.
Yeah.
God, what a lad. But yeah, I thought people obviously, I think there was some discussion on Twitter about like, what is a botch? And stuff like this. And I'm saying, I want nothing to do with this. Because I've always had the opinion like, okay, it's not as if a botch ruins something because it happens to everybody. So the fact that people go, well, that's it. Okay, look, Jay Spear is crap. I don't know why he's doing it. I'm not going to defend that.
I think
But
it's just two
the
quite
dive.
glaring ones close together
Yeah, but
in
I
a
thought,
segment
like-
where he's meant to be the cool hero.
But to go back to your good point, like, okay, Gunther's going to be a bit of a silly bugger. in Barcelona, and then we're going to have Serious J going, I'm not going to wrestle Theory for 11 minutes. Good, that's what you need.
Yeah. So I wrote down in real time, like, what are Waller and Theory these days? Now they're getting booked like this against Jay, when Axiom is getting booked way stronger against a way stronger man in a match. And then I've taken a step back here and I've written in my own notes, I've smelled the roses and my own farts. And I've realised I quite like this because it's showing Jay getting focused and what can happen when Gunther isn't focused, which is what the story is for WrestleMania.
That's a very fair point. I just didn't like the execution of it, I suppose.
Well, it was the spear when it ruined it for me because Michael calls it a crossbody because it did look like one.
Oh, I totally did.
It didn't look like a
It
spear.
did, yeah.
But you go back, he does do that with his arms. But I don't know.
I don't know why they've given him the spear.
He's in Samoan, isn't he?
Yeah. That's their thing
What?
now.
Is Ro- yeah, hang on.
It's like their sharpshooter.
Roman.
Because
Jimmy.
Roman did it. Like,
Jimmy.
Cope.
Yeah, cool.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Goldberg.
He's got tattoos, in it? There you go.
Rhino's half. Was Rhino's on one leg, or is that just? Have I just misremembered that? He just did a spear, didn't he?
It was more just a tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just didn't hook the arms, did he, so much?
No, because he need them to flip.
I just
Do
remember the
that,
one
so.
where with the trolley, it was unbelievable. Oh, it was
So
against
great.
Raven.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He was at Backlash, which is what he got for doing that move.
Did he?
Well, I imagine so.
Was it too cool? Like, did the people backstage go, "Oh, well, we can't follow that now"?
No, I just meant hitting it hard with.
Oh, like physical back.
Oh, I didn't
Sorry.
think I needed to explain that one. During the break, A-Town Down Under cut a heel promo. Next week, they're going to Glasgow,
Did you hear the state of that?
where all the women look like Shrek. Waller tells Jay to find a tag partner for a tag match. Great stuff.
Something's changed in Germany. Like, don't know. Come back all mean.
I love you. Backstage, Pierce and Ripley argue. Rhea says it's a legally binding document and she should be added to the title match. Belair and Io both attack Rhea before brawling with each other. Ripley takes both out and again tells Pierce to put her in the match.
Did this make the previous contract segment better or even more nonsensical for you?
Even more, because it made
Same.
Rhea look like a little kid, and not in an endearing way, not in a little cutesy way. It's like, I just went out.
Go on, Ross, explain that.
Show the back of my hand if I was her father. Hey. Well, we're children of the Northeast in the early 90s, late 90s. We'll all be in there.
Insolence, it was. It was insolent.
Insubordination.
Yes.
The worst order.
Insubordinate and churlish. It's from Key and Peele.
Some good
I've seen
words.
a belt or three in my time, Maffew, let me tell you.
My goodness.
Yeah, you had that big one at the other company.
Oh, you did, yeah. And here as well. The biggest one,
The
yeah.
biggest one. The
2002 companies,
biggest
that's
title in
amazing.
the world ever. But going back to the previous segment, because obviously a lot of people are going, it's going to be Joe Hendry. That's going to be Jey Uso's shoot surprise opponent.
Oh, yeah.
I want to temper expectations here. I just want to say Jimmy's going to come out just in case he does, just so the letdown of Joe Hendry not being there is severe as it could be.
Why do you want that?
Just because I don't want the world to melt down, Just expect Jimmy, and if Joe appears, it's a nice Brucey bonus. Don't expect Joe and then let Jimmy ruin your evening, because we know that's what's going to happen. Unless it doesn't, unless Joe's there.
You never know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Some
I
interesting
hadn't-
discussion.
I hadn't heard these Henry rumours.
That's just people are jumping.
Because
Or
it's
speculation.
Scotland,
Henry
Glasgow,
speculation.
Derby, you know.
Oh, Scotland, of course. Of course. Could be greater.
I mean,
I mean, it would be
Ali
fantastic.
McCoy still come down.
Rangers won the last Old Firm, so weird.
They did 3-2.
Yeah, man.
And that lad squirted some water at the crowd.
At Celtic Park as well. Did he?
This Rangers scored, and one of the subs, I forgot his name, he squirts water from the water bottle into the crowd.
oh no.
In the midst of celebrating. And it was freezing temperatures. They could have caught hypothermia. They could have died
Yeah.
off the added water. What a moment it was. I hope he doesn't get charged. Football needs more stuff like that. But anyway, just let's not get too down.
There's
on
no people
Joe.
attacking
Did you hear
fans.
the Alberto Del Rio news this week, or El Patron?
Oh, I didn't see that, yeah.
Well, he was getting coins chucked at him, so he jumped in the crowd. He
Yeah.
did a cannonar, basically.
No.
I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he did the kick, but he jumped in the crowd.
Yeah, Lucha Blog speculated he threw a chair, but it presumably another incident that happened a while ago. He threw the chair like near them, but not at them, to
Yeah.
scare them and to stop them. 'Cause
But
you're
then
not
they
that
throw the
daft.
chair back
Yeah,
at
but
him.
then some other fan throws a chair directly at him, bounces off his head, and hits another fan who needs hospitalization.
So, like, there's all this scuffle going on. Apparently, an old woman woman got hospitalized. Yeah.
But it wasn't from Del Rio throwing the chair. It was someone throwing a chair at Del Rio. That's the one that hospitalized the woman.
Del Rio didn't do a sabu to an old woman.
Yeah, that's the implication, right?
But no.
And security trying to drag him out, and he's pushing security away. Like, get off this. Like, no, we're security. Get away. You're supposed to be in the crowd fighting people.
At least it's a one-off for him, you know. He's not
It's always the ones you most suspect.
In fairness, I would hate having a coin thrown at me.
Yeah. Anyway.
You deserve it.
Well, I don't want to...
We could hear in our heads somehow.
He was my first ever on-camera interview, and I was scared of him.
I was
'Cause you're throwing
assaulted by
pennies.
that man.
He was... Oh, he grabbed you up, didn't he?
He slapped my titty.
Yeah. He was...
Why are you throwing £5 notes at him?
That was supposed to be a little playful thing. All he's supposed to say was, "It's John o'clock, mother bleeper." And what did he do? He said that, then chopped me for real.
Worker, brother. Wrestler humour.
I didn't cry.
Unbelievable.
He was a scary man. He was so tall. Oh, God.
His chops are soft, though, let me tell you. I'm still here. Fighting for this title.
Ray and Dragon win the tag match against the Creeds, but they're beaten down by the mysterious luchador after the bell. The masked man heads up top and hits a diving headbutt, which is just asking for trouble, really. ... Security chase him away. We stop mentioning Benoit every bloody
every
week.
week, Benoit's this. Benoit's
I just thought it was an interesting move to have a mystery wrestler do. That's all.
Surprised your best heel promo wasn't "the dogs are by the
Oh, boo. Disgusting.
Oh.
Who did you think it was then?
It's going to be Bryan Danielson, everybody.
That's a much better joke than mine, and I'm sorry that mine was so out of order.
Because I've seen they've trademarked, like, Joe, could you search for this in the background? Like WWE Americano something.
I saw
Put
that.
that application in.
Oh,
It's obviously American Dragon.
oh,
Just
imagine.
writes itself, doesn't it? It's something
Oh,
along those
imagine
lines.
the-
Yeah, that's what we should do with Daniel Bryan. Bring him back to the ring and put a mask on him. I'm John American made.
Grande Americano. There you go.
Oh, it sounds like a delicious coffee.
Yum, yum,
It'll
yum.
be a coffee.
Imagine the
With Joe
ructions.
coffee. Oh.
Imagine the ructions among the two fan
Oh,
bases
God.
if Brian came back if he did a Punk and went back to WWE.
That would be fascinating. And he's
Imagine
been
the
American
AEW fans having to pretend that he was never good, and the WWE fans pretending they never called him traitor. Wow.
Fantastic.
It sounds like great Twitter discussions. But I like the idea of Joe Coffey with the mask on and is like, so whereabouts you from? I'm from Boston. Just insisting he's American.
I'm fit Tijuana.
This match was very, very good, though, between the Creeds and the Lucha Men. Hell of a knee lift from Julius to get the match going at the start. The sicko, Rey Mysterio, once again proven stem cells are all they're cracked up to be. Dragon Lee had his moments as well, but he must be so confused hearing noise from the crowd after he does something good. It was a true comment. The match got really good towards the end. Luchas flying, the Creeds doing their power things to set up the Luchas doing their flying stuff, and an Americano comes. I've just called him there because I saw that trademark news. German suplex, which made Ray do a moonsault to Dragon. Then the diving headbutt is obviously not Benoit. It's obviously Bryan Danielson.
It's Bryan Danielson.
Coming back to the WWE, yeah.
I think he got a bit too much air on it for Brian. A bit more air than Brian does.
I'd just like to clarify, I don't believe this. I'm just trying to make humorous content for the podcast.
Who do you really think it
this
was?
is when Puppet Jack puts, Cultaholic say American Dragon making debut.
Who do you
With
really
that
think?
shocked face in the corner.
Who do you really think it was? Obviously it's Chad, but who is it going to be in story?
Chad.
Yeah, probably.
There'll be a couple more weeks of someone else being there, but then eventually it'll just get revealed to be Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
When he wins a mask versus mask match at WrestleMania against Ray.
Oh,
And that's how Ray and his stem cells retire.
Yeah.
I don't know why I go so hard on the stem cells.
'Cause
It's a good thing he's doing for himself.
Because you're someone who remembers watching Ray when you were young and he's still at this, obviously not the same level as he was in bloody 90s.
But very
still
close to it.
incredibly
Yeah.
great considering all the stuff he's had in his body.
yeah. He's just a miracle, isn't he? A little miracle.
Miracle of science, yes. Seth Rollins comes out for a promo. Seth isn't mad at Roman for his revenge attack. Seth would have done the same thing, but Roman still can't come up with a plan. He needs his architect to do it for him. Roman thought he had it all worked out, but he didn't take CM Punk into account. Seth calls Punk the luckiest loser on earth, because if Roman hadn't gotten involved, Seth would have ended Punk's career. He would have solved the CM Punk problem for everyone, including Roman. Punk and Roman are on this week's SmackDown, and we'll see them there. He then gets the crowd to sing him out.
That was a bit awkward at the end, that like.
Thank you for the advert.
I hope he had
Come on, Barcelona.
I hope he did have a dark match because that's another airfare wasted in this world that's dying.
Exactly. I
We
mean,
need less of this.
but
But
WWE, they're making no money whatsoever at the minute.
know,
Either,
yeah. Disgusting. But I realised this week his Tron matches his outfit every week. I went back and checked last week.
Ah.
The colours changed. Kevin Dunn would never. It's generational, this is. We've never seen a gimmick like it.
I didn't like the promo that much though.
Yeah, it was nothing.
Hi, I'm here.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And it felt like we're creeping towards. It feels similar to Drew Priest, where it's like, right, we want to have Roman Reigns and Punk. Now let's think of a way to get there. Rather than it should feel more organic for me a little bit. I don't know. I think it was all right. Just the ending as well, when he was like, next week this, and then he clearly felt awkward about telling the fans basically Punk and Roman aren't here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, so come on, sing my song,
Yeah.
please.
He wanted to go, that's all, folks.
Yeah.
AJ Styles is interviewed backstage as the crowd sing that mad song in French. Ah,
Because in parts of Belgium, they do speak French.
Most parts, yes.
Left
Most parts,
It's a shared language, yes.
that and Flemish.
Well, it depends if you clear your throat. He says Logan Paul doesn't belong on the roster. Karrion Kross and Scarlett interrupts. Kross suggests AJ isn't mad at Logan. He's mad at himself. It took AJ 17 years to reach WWE, but Logan just waltzed in. Styles says Karrion's plan isn't working and leaves. Kross and Scarlett think it's working just fine.
I hate Karrion Kross and everything he stands for.
The hair was more obvious this time.
Oh, I hate logging on Twitter just to see any context for things I've missed. People going, isn't it brilliant? He's got his hair the same as AJ Styles to make AJ Styles see himself in Karrion Kross and believe what Karrion Kross is saying. When Karrion Kross has turned up to another promo where the person wasn't talking about him and he swooped in, said some nonsense and gone, aha, it's worked again. Rinse and repeat next week with someone else. It's bollocks.
No, you're right. When the bit where he goes, I hate the gays. Good evening. It's cinema, Ross. What's wrong with you?
Ross said that he didn't want to strain his voice earlier.
Oh, it's gone.
He saved it for that one moment.
yeah.
I could feel myself becoming more like Deirdre Barlow as the episode. Well, Ken. Take me upstairs, Ken.
Upstairs? You're not calling that before. What are you going to say, Jack?
I didn't mind it, I suppose.
That's the wrong opinion.
Oh, fair enough.
Hi, it's me, WrestleFort.
Is,
Here to give you your opinion.
Is Logan going to beat AJ thanks to interference from Karrion Kross at Mania or SmackDown?
That would involve, I can't imagine Karrion Kross doing anything right now.
Yeah.
He's just Joe.
Is Karrion? He is being just Joe.
I don't get it though. Like, why is he saying that to AJ Styles? That's like me going up to Dan Burn and going, "Wow, William Asula's won a medal in a much shorter time than it took you to win
You
a
sounded
medal."
like Brian Clough there.
Well, there, young man. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's like, why? What gives this heel the right to say this nonsensical promo to the phenomenal one, AJ Styles?
Well, I think our issue with it is that it's sort of working as well. And AJ's like, you're not going to get under my skin, but he is. And then it means that it'll be Kross versus AJ, or AJ will turn heel and be his underling. I don't know.
No.
Oh, that would be horrible.
But it might be.
Little Karrion Kross played by AJ Styles.
Yeah, he'll be the Petey Williams.
Can't do the accent. Try to do a good evening in AJ Styles' accent. Good evening. It's like,
Is that AJ Styles? Good evening, y'all.
Say phenomenal.
my God, I'm phenomenal.
No.
Picturing Goofy in me head now.
Backstage, Penta stares at Bron Breakker and goes, "Oh, you're fit, ye."
What could it mean?
And his IC title belt. I don't know. I have to go on Twitter and find out what the significance of this. Bron defends the championship against Finn Balor in the main event. But first, we get a heel promo from Balor during the break. Bron says, "What? Bron may have his dogs with him, but he's barking up the wrong tree." See what I mean about these bloody?
Well, these were just in the ads, so he clearly didn't.
He's barking up the wrong tree.
He's barracking up the wrong tree there.
It's St. Paddy's Day, and Balor's going to take the belt home to Ireland. Carlito distracts the ref towards the end of the match, and Dom interferes, but accidentally crotches Finn on the top rope. Oh, that poor rope. God, bloody hell. Once the turnbuckle is recovered from the impact,
I've just remembered what I put that.
Braun wins to retain the impact. Retain the title. God, Maffew.
You've missed my joke.
Once the turnbuckle is recovered from the impact,
Of his
Braun
penis
wins to
on
retain
because of his big
I'll say it
Balor
again.
penis, right?
Finn Balor's massive cock.
What happened there was, though, you made your own joke first before mine.
It's great. I didn't realize we have the same thought.
Yeah, we did.
You're supposed to be the normal one. Carlito and Dom attack Braun after the bell, but Penta makes a save and helps clear the ring. Braun holds up the belt, and Penta does his taunt to end the show. Sad that we didn't get Penta with the little Irish hat on, like he had in AEW.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And someone just sneezed really loud.
Surely it was a Sam one.
Oh, that's a Sam Driver. 101.
You know what?
Cultaholic rank the coughs and sneezes of the office.
Sam would be top tier for both.
Is he really?
You can hear him down the street.
I thought that they
Poor
had,
Sam.
I thought they had good chemistry, these two boys. Yes.
I like the finish as well because Dom, in the act of helping Finn, has actually cost Finn. And no doubt that Finn will see this next week and it won't be his ride or die anymore.
No.
It was nice moments as well, like where Finn avoids the spear like Lesnar did that time to Billy G. Springy hop hop and then gets a roll up out of it for a near
It's a
fall.
leapfrog, isn't it? It's got a name.
Springy hop hop.
Springy
Come on now.
hop. I remember standing up my seat at Mania when that happened, you know.
What a moment!
Oh, when he leapfrogged over the spear.
yeah.
I remember going, and then I was stood up and I was like, oh my God.
It's so weird. In
What a match it was.
Imagine being like in 2004 even and saying, don't worry, years later they're going to have a banger.
They're going to have a much better match than they
Yeah,
did.
maybe the best match of that Mania.
Maybe.
AJ and
2017.
Shane.
AJ and Shane was good.
That's Shane. I can't give him
Lesnar
any
and
praise.
Goldberg was good. The return of the Hardys as a moment.
Yeah, the moment was better than the match. It wasn't a
probably-
bad match, but as a standout match, that's the one I go to for that.
Yeah.
I loved Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton, everyone's favourite match of
Oh,
that
because
year.
of the storytelling. If we go back on Twitter, we get
the
a
Projector
pictures.
on the canvas.
see. It's
And the right guy won. Oh. He didn't really have
And
any-
then he had a match in a smelly house. It's a rematch.
But it wasn't for the title because it was after the brand split.
Oh God, what a. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, is that when the limo
limo,
shape
yeah.
shifted into like different time zones?
Yes.
It was
Anyone
like-
went, why is it dark? It's light here. Yeah, it's so great.
What was I going to say?
Good main event. And you're right, further in the JD storyline.
Oh, they're
Where
gonna
Dom's going to be the big Dom of the JD.
Yeah, do you reckon it will happen at WrestleMania? That'll be like a WrestleMania moment trademark.
Maybe.
When it gets the JD, yeah.
And I
Maybe
think maybe that, or maybe just I'm really. I feel weird about it though because Dom would be the face.
Is he? No, wait, what?
Yeah, he would if Balor's being a bit scary at the minute.
I think if it's...
Oh, actually, maybe it's not for the Mania then, because, who are you going to cheer in that?
Dom?
I mean, if it's after like a JD match and then the turn happens if they lose the match or
That might be more likely.
something. So I think if it's a tussle between like, if Dom turns on Finn,
Yeah.
I think Dom will get shit if he's with Liv as well. I think they're very
The
entertaining.
new face, Judgment Day.
Interesting.
Well, they have dropped them.
Dom, chicken nuggies, Liv, funny colleague known as racism. Yeah, I could be all right. Yeah.
Maybe.
They have dropped the dirty, clean Dom.
Yeah.
Oh, they're preparing him then. Oh, God, you're right, yeah.
That would be such a good character. I'm clean living Dom Mysterio.
Yeah, they're giving him management like this. If you're going to be the team leader and you talk like this, hi.
Eat your vegetables, kid.
Yay, we love clean Dom.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll go for a piss.
I think we'll
now.
have a break now. NXT. The opening match is Chelsea Green versus Sol Ruka for the United States title. Sol almost has the match won, but Alba Fire puts Chelsea's boot on the ropes during a pinfall attempt. Alba was taken out by Zarya, who was taken out by Piper Niven, who was taken out by Sol. The match continues, and Chelsea picks up the win.
Yes.
Good opening to the show. From crowd, from Booker T, from wrestlers alike. The crowd pledging their allegiance to Chelsea Green, doing
Amazing.
the full verse.
Yeah.
Booker T getting distracted easily by standing up and just watching the crowd do it. You can see it in the background of the shot. was fantastic.
And him yelling at Vic, why aren't you standing up?
The lasses meshed together really well in the ring, I thought. Chelsea selling Sol's fancy bollocks really well, and they somehow managed to both do fancy things at the same time. I thought Chelsea Green wrestled a lot more than normal. It was for the betterment of the match. Look at me sounding fancy.
I remember thinking, oh, this seems a bit like it was a good reminder that she's silly and everything, but she is still a wrestler. She can still do the wrestling.
Yeah. Even if she's not wrestling all the time on SmackDown, it's nice to come out in NXT and actually batter someone.
Yeah.
And Sol looked grand.
And she was like a great American champion like Harley Race, focusing on the body part. Sol's knee at this match here because Sol tries to do some bouncy later on, then falls down because her knee is sore.
Like that, yeah.
Yes.
And not because she slipped.
No, I think
She
it was
didn't.
real.
Well,
I
then
thought it
because
was
she did it again seconds later.
I thought she messed it up twice. That made me think it was on
No,
purpose.
she went, messed that up. Oh, no, I'm selling. I'll do it again.
Oh.
So I'm like, if you're going to repeat it, nah. Denied.
Looks like Zarya and Sol are really actually good friends now. Do you see how happy they were during their entrance when she got her on her shoulders?
Yeah.
Like Bad Luck Fale and Prince Devitt.
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
I'd be
Wait.
cock a hoop if I was on the shoulders of someone like that.
Yeah.
Anyone. Doesn't matter.
Anyone in general?
Yeah.
Oh.
Love to be on the top of a chicken fight, not just the bottom.
Yeah, I don't think not since childhood have I been on someone's shoulder.
Exactly. It must be a thrill ride.
Yeah.
There's a few people who are less tall than me that I've gone, oh, do you want to get my shoulders? And they've gone, no.
You've actually done that. Did you
To
give him a
be
biscuit?
nice. To be nice.
Were you like, how Bryce, come on, man. No, I didn't.
Thanks, Matthew.
I'm so sorry about the constant Bryce slander. Although he was up on his high horse this week on AEW as well.
Yeah,
Oh, he was fantastic this week. So animated.
He was.
That's not what he...
He does talk like that.
Oh.
He does. You hear him. He's
I
lovely,
really
like a lovely
loved
guy.
his match. Well, it wasn't his match, but it was. The Invisible
his
Man
match.
and Invisible.
It was
it was
his
really
match.
good, yeah.
In the locker room. Oh, by the way, before we get on that, someone did point out, like, Matthew, you know the other week when, actually I'll put it in Botchmania as well, but it was on this as well when he went, oh, I think Oba made a mistake and he went, it's title versus title. And he's like, no, I think he was saying Titan versus Titan.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, bollocks. That makes way more sense. But they were both champions.
None of us picked up on that at all.
Yeah.
Nah,
Wow.
me neither. So a few people have been pointing that out to me. Yeah, I was wrong. Take a shot. In the locker room, Javon Evans tries to talk to Trick Willie about the mysterious new group beating people down. Trick says he and Javon are not the same, like Blair Lies, and Javon will never be a champion. Trick leaves and Lexus King arrives to mock Javon, who punched him in the mouth.
Broke his jaw. Shoot broke his jaw. My goodness me. This is the genesis of my conspiracy theory about NXT this week.
yeah.
Because when we have it laid out in front of us that they've attacked Fraxion, they've attacked Oba, they've attacked Javon, and Javon is speaking to Trick, and then Trick starts being a dick towards Javon. Is there a chance, everyone, that Trick is leading these gaggle of handsome boys?
Do you think this as well?
No?
I like the theory.
I like it, a theory.
Jack, when watching Raw.
But I just think Trick's just lost his mind since he lost the title and he's just an angry man now. But
Potential.
hey, but you never know because they, as we'll see at the end, they don't touch him.
Exactly.
And he is being consumed by hate, which is good. Turn to the dark
Embrace
side.
the
now.
hate, yeah.
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 I don't necessarily agree with it, but I can see you working out.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, AQA board.
Yeah, damn it. The Danjo family are getting ready for their tag match against The Culling. Stacks suggests keeping Tony backstage in case Sean Spears tries to target him ahead of their title rematch. Luca Crucifino isn't sure. Tony can't believe Stacks would suggest he stay in the back because that's a great idea.
He was like, I can't believe you would say that. That's a great idea. It was like a bait and switch.
But there's a major flaw. You're trying to stop Sean Spears attacking, and you're going to leave Tony alone, I was thinking at this point in the show. If Sean Spears sees this, he's just got an open target. Does he see it, though? I don't think he did. God.
Someone did, though.
Noises.
Boom. That's Trick Willie's theme.
Oh. I thought you did
Emmerdale.
I thought it was the Godfather thing.
3 guesses and we're all wrong. Danjo family, I've done that bit. Stephanie Vercoeur comes out for a promo and says this might be difficult because English isn't her first language, but wrestling is.
What a line.
I also said the same. She came to NXT because she wanted to make history in the best women's division around.
Blah, blah, blah,
Trademark.
blah, blah.
She is a double champ and the best of the best, so now she wants to know her first opponent. Jordan Grace interrupts. Grace talks about her win over Roxanne Perez, but she gets blindsided by Jada Parker, who beats her down. Jada says the line starts behind her and tells Stephanie to enjoy being a double champ because it won't going to last much longer.
Oh.
Ooh.
Really enjoyed Jordan Grace's outfit this week, looking like Patrick Star.
It was...
You must have seen that tweet this week.
Patrick, no.
She's got the pink. Type it in there, Jill. Patrick Star and Jordan Grace.
compare it to.
Yeah, she's got the pink like tank top on Patrick's skin, and she's got the same coloured skirt on.
Oh, it's been really obvious when I see it.
There it is.
Oh my God, it is. Oh,
God.
these are goals for all of us.
She commented on Twitter, didn't she? She replied to it saying Patricia Star.
Very good.
Very nice.
Is her real name Patricia as well?
Is it?
Oh, that's why
Well.
she was wearing those giant boots. Like,
That's
that's commitment.
It is Patricia.
Oh,
Yes.
it's Patricia Parker.
Miss Parker.
I thought that she might have got a little bit like insecure after last week's match against little teeny tiny Roxanne, who wasn't much smaller than her. So I was like, oh, she's overcompensating here, being much taller than little teeny tiny Roxanne.
Wearing the biggest boots in the world, yes. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was an all right promo. It was obviously nice the bit at the start where she's like, I can't really talk the English, mamma mia. And then the fans are like, oh, you go for it, lady.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I can go, oh, Ireland. And you go, Jack, that's too far now, Jack.
Yeah, because they're near.
True.
Yeah, not much else to say about that. I'm blown away by the Patricia Starr.
To be fair, obviously, I can't imagine how difficult it must be to cut a promo in your own language, let alone not your first language. I thought she did really well. Yeah, fair play to her.
And the layout of it makes sense because I was thinking when Jordan Grace comes out, oof, that's a bit soon for Jordan Grace to be taking a big loss. But obviously Jada Parker then comes out, so I think Jada Parker will take the loss before Jordan Grace.
There you go.
Maybe wins it in the summer. In the summer, then.
In the summer.
Drinking a lovely cider in the summer.
Do you see Shawn Michaels rizzing up Stephanie Vaquera as well?
What does
I
that
don't. I can't think of anything I'd rather watch less, but please tell me.
It's just when she's taking new photos with the two belts, and then he wanders in to like join in the photo shoot, and he's got her horns on top of his hat, and she cracks up. He's still got it. He's still bloody got it.
I hate seeing Sean trying to adopt to the meme culture.
Did you not see the thing that did the whole roster, the whole lady roster? Oh,
Yeah, because it was going all right until it cuts to Sean going, they all cooked. Like, oh, go away.
Are you saying that Shawn Michaels is a bit likes to throw in an occasional self-reference on NXT? Suggesting.
Perish the thought. Hank and Tank are hyped up for the match tonight. Instead of saying honk honk, they say extreme.
But they say it like the aformentioned Patrick Starr, I noticed. Extreme. So they say it like that, but
Oh, they say like
by design.
Saraya.
Charlotte.
Hello. The slide whistle. After the break, they take on Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. Hank and Tank lose after missing an ill-advised swanton. Inamura hits his bouncy splash for the win. Your boy is bouncing. No.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yes.
He's bouncy.
Like the Miss
Trademark.
Swanton bomb, because they've forgotten what to take things to the extreme actually is. It's not to be like Matt and Jeff, it's just to be outside of your comfort zone-y woney. I don't know why I went like Jackie Wacky there, but there we went.
They took it too literally, didn't they, the advice? Yes.
They forgot the meaning of to be extreme.
You've got to do that while also being yourself.
And winning a match or two. That might bloody help you.
But the match really fingered, really hard. Some might even say it. No, it doesn't. Inamura has educated hands. He was kicking
Gotta help with
folk.
the fingering.
Yes, it will. He was kicking folk.
You did this.
I did not.
Oh, you.
You made it up. It's the great thing.
No.
Yeah, but he was using his hands like some others use their feet. Speedball Mike Bailey comes to mind.
Yes.
That's what he was doing with his hands.
But he's
Great.
gone back to the original. He's got the hands.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he has.
It's looped all the way back round to the hands.
It's a full circle moment with Inamura.
Nice. I asked Fraser, I was like, did he do that at North? And he went, he did do the boingy thing at North. I thought, watch the lights, mate, because we know what happens at North sometimes. Wow.
Great finish, though. Nice seeing a chunky boy do a splash. Talk about this on the finishers tier list. When Kevin Owens would do the frog splash, I always used to say that should be his finish because he's a big chunky boy.
I agree.
It would hurt more than a light boy doing it. So it's good to see that it's got the win here. NXT always logic is put first before anything else.
Oh, yeah.
But I could watch these lads wrestle all day long.
I am liking it.
When
After
you
a rough start.
mentioned logic there, I was just thinking about the most logical storyline of all. Where's Andre Chase and Kale and the other one being? Uriah. What's
They
up
got
with that?
murdered last week, didn't they, by Trick?
Well, one of them did.
Yeah. Want to go back to school? Well, we is the leader of it all.
He's now called Fail surname. Forgotten his
Fail
surname.
Dixon.
Fail Dixon.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah. In the locker room, everyone gives Eddie Thorpe the cold shoulder, apart from Ridge Holland. They're both outsiders who aren't accepted, and they both hate Ricky Saints. Thorpe says Ricky is nothing more than a sport entertainer, just like Trick Willie. Ridge says he'll deal with one sport entertainer tonight. Hopefully Eddie will do the same.
I hate this storyline. It's fine in AEW when you've got a former WWE guy coming over and going, you're just a sports entertainer. You cannot do it in the WWE when that's the goal. And you're just too boring and wank to be that. So you go, we're wrestlers and not sports entertainers. Piss off the pair of them. That's what I'm saying.
I thank you for that.
This was just two absolute cool rebels getting along, wasn't it?
Two boring wankmen.
No, this was like Nash and Hall.
Yeah. Joe Nash and Steve Hall, two unrelated, boring men.
We're both kind of outsiders, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, remember it wasn't that long ago when I was going, "No, Rich Holland's most improved at NXT," because he had that hot push. You're going, "Look, say 3 sentences, then leave. That's all we need. You've killed the school. Fantastic."
Bischoff compared him to like Killer Kowalski or Dick the Bruiser.
Dick the Bruiser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. That was a long time ago.
These two should never be put in this. It's too overstimulating watching two men who are equally as boring and rubbish.
One's a DJ.
Well, at least have Rich just stood there like, oh, go on, play tunes there, Eddie.
Drop the beats.
Give me some Chumbawamba, will you?
Bit of Northern Soul. Yeah, it's just, cool. Great.
What a rubbish storyline to put on a WWE show.
It was funny. Spoilers for the results. It's funny that they went, well, I'll take care of one, you take care of the other. And then they both lost. It's good.
Womp womp.
Stick a fork in them.
They're crap. The Angelo family have their 6-person tag against the Cullen. And on the Tron, we see Tony D watching backstage, but he's attacked by the mysterious new faction and put through a table.
Nice.
Got the script
leaping
mixed up.
powerbomb. Yeah. Oh,
The family are distracted, allowing the heels to get the win.
got the script mixed up.
Ah, that should have been the culling. That's the way they're
done.
That's what that should have been them attacking.
Oh, they were busy in the match.
Aye, but they should have done that before going out. I want Logic to come back to NXT. It's
Got tag to Logic.
While these lads are running wild, by the way, beating up people backstage and that, Ava's just nowhere to be seen.
She's hiding.
Yeah,
She's hiding.
Do you know she's up on the list?
it's crap. She's like the
what?
captain of that Italian cruise ship that went down.
Yes.
Who-
What
I
have
think-
you heard that call?
Got like a helicopter out of there or something like
He
that.
didn't get a helicopter, but he was off the boat before anyone else. And
Yeah,
so,
he was the first one out.
accidentally rings the Coast Guard. He's like, "Uh-oh." He says the call. "Oh, I didn't mean to ring you." The Coast Guard's like, "What the hell are you doing?" "Oh, it's an amazing call. Get back on the boat. I will end you if you don't." He's like, "Yeah, but it's, it's all the way over there." Oh, he sounds pathetic. This just made me weird. Sorry, maybe I am weird, but maybe even weirder, I guess, by going, why are they doing the Cullen and the other guys at the same time? And then they put them in the same match even. I'm like, I don't
It's
get
too
that at all.
close, isn't it?
Yeah.
And later, the not the culling, the new lads repeat the Culling's motivation from last week. They say we want to break down NXT and reshape it in our own image, and that's literally what the Culling said in their promo last week.
You can almost look at, is this a parody of AEW's
the
Moxley
Death Riders?
stuff? Death Riders, yeah. 'Cause that's what they said. But
It's like Dark State, I think they said that.
Yeah,
name
they're gonna reveal it later. Yeah,
Ah.
they're also gonna reveal their faces, so we know who they all are now.
oh, good.
Yeah.
I didn't write any of them down.
Dion Lennox is the only one you need
Dion
to know
Lennox
about.
is there.
There you go.
There's 3 of them who are very good and very captivating. And the lad with the long hair, he just doesn't look
thank
very
you.
sure of himself.
I like
There you
the
go.
shortest one who
Nailed it.
speaks last. He's got some charisma. Him.
Snap your fingers.
Yeah, they're him. Yeah.
Just incredible song, yeah.
Snap your fingers, break your neck. But yeah, Stacks look good in the match here. Booker T getting distracted by thinking about Major Guns for the first time in many years was a great
'cause,
moment.
He
Yeah,
mentioned
Vic
the
was like,
Misfits.
"Well, you were in a group," and he's like, not in Harlem. He has to be a smart ass. He goes, "You're in Misfits in Action. You're a GI Bro," and then he's just like, and tries to add on and just go, "Oh man, Major Guns."
I did a weirdest episodes that featured a Misfits in Action match. I think they were
yes.
against the Filthy Animals, maybe.
Yeah.
And afterwards, there's a member of the Misfits in Action who I didn't know, who was just Grandpa.
That's right. I was gonna say, Grandpa.
Grandpa gets like pushed over by Conan, and he's unconscious. And they're like, after the match, like, we need to revive bloody Grandpa. Major Guns, give him the kiss of life. Go on. And she gets down there. And she's all like reluctant and like, ew. And then he grabs her in like an alligator death roll. Goes like, ah. And then they pull him off and they look, no, they
Oh, what a payment! WCW uncensored.
then they drag him away. And they're all the faces still. You're just meant to think they're such a wacky family, aren't they? I was like, what? Who's Grandpa? What's going on?
Joe, by the sounds of things.
Yeah,
Very
well,
Joe-ish behaviour.
He
from
looked a bit like Grandpa Joe. Actually, now I think about it.
Ooh, tickets, wee! Cartwheels.
I never knew that I could. If you watch
That's what the
that,
government think poor people are like. They're trying to cut benefits because of people like him.
if you watch that back, Charlie can't sing a note. It's really uncomfortable. Why didn't they cast?
It's been a while since I've actually
kid
seen
who
the
could
film. Can he not sing?
No.
What song does he sing?
I've got a golden hair
But doesn't everybody else like help him?
to make my dreams. They do. But you can hear him still in the background, though.
I
Yeah.
know you've got like
Grandpa
watching
Joe-
hear how bad he is.
Grandpa Joe can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his
No.
coke nail.
I can't sing right now, Charlie, but give us a few minutes. Let's go to the toilet.
I'm sure what's her face had
It's
a
called Charlie, isn't it? Oh, God.
bucket of Charlie. But what's her face in Star Wars has one as well, doesn't she? Old,
Carrie Fisher.
yeah.
Does she?
Bless you,
It was the 70s.
But move of the match for me, not move of the week, move of the match, was Rizzo doing a big flying thingy off the back of BJ into Izzy Dame. She just sort of flies and takes out Izzy Dame.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Yeah, the Legal Eagle, despite being a real-life heel, being a lawyer for a mob family, proven to be as peppy a babyface as I've seen in wrestling for many years.
Although, are you
They're
still...
a good bunch of people.
Are you still suspicious of the Legal Eagle?
I mean, he's starting to overstep his boundaries, isn't he?
A little bit, yeah.
The underboss is the second in command.
Yeah.
Not you, Legal Eagle. Know your role. Major guns, man. Oh. I just imagine like 30-odd-year-old Booker T just seeing her backstage for the first time. Oh, man.
Fucking T 30 years later. I've just got her name, Major Guns. She had
Like when
Ashante
Father-
Adonis.
She was in the nip. Dougal McGuire.
Father Dougal McGuire.
Sorry, I don't know why. Put some respect on his name.
He's like Bond, James Bond. Ava meets with Stephanie Vaquer backstage, but Fallon Henley interrupts because she still wants her title rematch. Ava argues with her, but Steph tells her to grant Fallon the rematch. Grant Fallon, that'd be a good name. Fallon wants it to take place on the same night as a match against Jada Parker, and Steph agrees. Ava's surprised, but books it, and Fallon leaves satisfied.
It's not just that, I've missed a bit there. It's going to take place after the first... It's going to be the second match that Stephanie has to wrestle that night. That's crucial.
Yeah, it is. Because if the NA title match is after the NXT title match, you know what's going to happen.
What?
Fallon will win. Fallon will win.
I don't think... I think...
The Eagles and the...
It should be a good evening.
I think it's just to make us worry that, though. I think Stephanie will win both matches.
That's the tension, isn't it? Speaking of like that setup, they've put on the WWE Vault YouTube, because of obviously Luger going in, they've put, I don't know why they've put this in, they've put Luger versus Yokozuna for WrestleMania 10. You're like, oh boy, that'll get you excited to see Luger in the Hall of Fame.
But
oh,
you'll
it's
see
rubbish.
the ship will be there.
Oh yeah, if you that,
Not
that,
Tugboat.
I thought you meant Tugboat. I thought you meant my boy Tugboat. I was like,
so when Luger Slam, you go on to Tugboat.
I was like, was he at Mania 10?
This is a bit after Tugboat's time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I like that big scoop slam, the shoot scoop slam. Don't worry,
one.
brother, I've got you. Yoko says to Lex, apparently.
Yeah, in Japanese.
Steady now. So yeah, Ava, so dismissive again. There's a way to talk to heel wrestlers.
Yeah.
And she does it in the worst way possible. I find her unbearable on screen now.
I thought the point of authority figures was to make the wrestlers look more devious or more virtuous compared to that. Like, you know... And instead, Ava has to get the last word. Fallon leaves. I don't think it's Ava. I think it's the script. But Fallon leaves, and Ava's like, "Yeah, don't let the door hit you on the way out, mate." I'm like, way to make your
come on.
mid-card former champion look badass.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Ava to get back in the squared circle, because when the scene starts and Ava is several feet taller than everybody in the segment, give her the belt and let her run with it. Reign of terror for Ava. I'm ready for it, mate.
For 25 years, you fans have just taken and taken and taken from
I've
me.
seen your podcast.
He is my dad. You
Yeah.
always say that he tries to disown her.
Yeah.
Rock takes a photo, thinks she's a
But because then her dismissive promos, which is apparently the only promo she can cut, would actually work if she was a heel with a title belt around her waist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. No, wait. I can wait for it. That sounds horrible.
Bring the schism back. Oh, what a great time.
I'm going to talk over you. Ashana the Adonis tries to get Carmen Petrick to use a chair in a match against JC Jane. Carmen gives it back to him and loses shortly afterwards.
The one storyline that Booker T is actually invested in, because he just has no faith in Ashante, man. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat, that was his home. Pheromones, he says.
Jolene.
What must she have looked like, by the way, as the old meme would say? Because Dolly Parton back in the day was delightful.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
She still is.
Oh, like an older lady, do you?
Dolly, yeah.
Dolly. Dolly.
Hello, Dolly, I might say. Go on.
Bed chem, we learn is a thing, because Ashanti's gone back to college to study biology or
We
something.
already knew what bedchem was, Ross.
Did we?
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter did a song called
Oh,
Bedchem
right.
recently about how she's got great chemistry in the bedroom.
I think she needs to be better to Sabrina Carpenter, because I saw a picture of her this week in Paris doing the Eiffel Tower which is a dirty thing, and little girls should not be watching that.
But
Why am I saying this on the podcast?
Sabrina Carpenter's songs are all about sex. I don't know why people are taking their kids to see Sabrina Carpenter. She's not a kid's pop star.
Yeah.
They think she's in the Carpenters.
I saw her.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah. I thought.
Wait, doing the Eiffel Tower?
I saw her. Like she's got two dancers on either side.
Oh,
of
she's got
her,
two. All right, it's got by herself.
One's in the rear and one's in the front.
Thank you. Just to making sure there's not a different definition of the Eiffel Tower.
I saw a tweet that was like, I miss when pop stars didn't have to use sex appeal and then someone put, you miss 1935.
Right.
Yeah. Let's not act like this is a new thing.
Yeah.
Just imagine a parent just hearing us sing about wood, and then that's like, oh, Sabrina Carpenter.
Uh-huh.
It's I just think
Jesus, our Lord was a carpenter as well.
Yeah. That's right.
Nathan Fraser.
Nathan Fraser. Yes.
We're all his children, so. Just thought I'd give a shout out.
That top shagger, Jesus Christ.
JC, John Cena. Oh, God.
Aye.
And we turned heel on him. He died for our sins.
What else was it? So, yeah, Bedchem. That's a thing because
Vic's a big fan of Sabrina, apparently.
he's studying biology as a Shanti, and that's what he's learning about. Not much to the match
see.
itself. Carmen just isn't the guy Chef Michaels clearly thinks she is. Jane is fine as in her role as the dick heel of the piece. Carmen turning down the chance to get the chair in the ring from Ashanti. There's trouble in paradise, everybody. Doesn't matter how much Bedchem you got, you can't cheat in the wrestling ring.
The thing is,
You can.
last time he did this, his timing was exquisite. He held her outside the ring. I said like a greyhound and then went, go, get the pin. And it worked. In this one, his timing was awful because he slides the chair in. And the ref's not even bumped or distracted or anything. Yeah. The ref's just looking at it like, don't use that. So this one's on Ashanti, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I don't know why they even put them together if they're going to be having these differing views.
I don't know. I don't
you
know.
might say.
I thought she looked more heelish somehow this week. I don't know if she had like more heelish makeup on or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
like the
I know what
style
you
of her
mean,
makeup.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
like, yeah, you know what I mean?
The evil mix.
Yeah, I thought she had evil. Yeah, I think so. I'm standing by it.
When Kayla goes out next. Kayla, I want you to do your makeup like a heel.
No,
She's like completely normal. It's just that.
Hell of a finish from JC Jane, though, with the spinning forearm. Convincing as a finishing maneuver.
oh, it was very nice, yeah. The discus.
That's right. Yeah.
Much like the shape of a vinyl.
Because she's a rock music fan. That was her thing, wasn't
Yeah,
it? She used to go to the bars and the jukebox bars.
it was Gigi Doyle who went to the vinyl.
Oh wait,
store.
Gigi went to the music. She went to the bars.
Yeah,
went to the music.
I'll see you after you go shopping. I'm going to get drunk.
It was Takeshita-esque. The discus forum.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Hank and Tank wonder why they lost earlier. Maybe they implemented the Hardys' advice wrong. They're interrupted by Wesley, Tasson Dupont, and Tarek Igwe. The heels say some teams just don't have it. Maybe Hank and Tank should stick to what they're good at, like eating contests.
They're not even that big, the lads. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, come on now, guys. It's nasty.
Because I was worried where Tank was just like, I just don't know what to do anymore. Hank? I was thinking they're going to split up. Oh. You can't have those bodacious belly boys go their separate ways. Can't have that now.
I'm hoping that these bodacious belly boys beat Tyson and Tyreek in a feud. Because if they lose another one in a row, another little squabble, then what happens then? The tension will ramp up further.
And I hope when they do win, they shove burgers down the throats of the thin boys.
Tyson and Tyreek are muscular large men as well.
There's what I forget which one it is. Who's the thicker, heavier set one?
I'm not sure.
Like Miro thick.
Maybe Tyson. One of them was a shot putter, wasn't he? I think,
Yeah.
or a hammer throw or something.
It's terrible that we don't know their names.
Well, they've not been showcased
They
enough.
haven't really, have they?
I know Wesley. I liked his water bottle in this segment.
Never
He
know.
likes his water bottle.
So I only noticed it because they're all like, as they're slagging off the lads, they're getting their gear and stuff, and he gets his water bottle, takes a drink, and then when his mate makes the joke about the eating contest, he does like a spit take with his water.
Oh, yeah, he's very GIF related, that man, isn't he?
Yes.
That's probably what's holding him back in his career, if anything, I would argue. He's been in NXT too long. I fear for him. I fear for him.
Yeah, that's a very solid point.
For someone as good as he.
You sound like Tony Stark. For someone as good as he.
Jada Parker comes out of Ava's office and says she plans to head into stand and deliver as NXT Women's Champion. In the background, we see Ashanti and Carmen arguing. Carmen storms off. Da, 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 da.
They're like a modern day Ross and Rachel.
Yes.
They're on, they're off. Are they on a break? Are they off a break? Who knows?
Who's going to be the other woman? Oh, Nikita Lyons, of
Nikita
course.
Lyons is
the
already
big
there.
cat.
We have to find out what Nikita and Ashanti's bed chem is like, and I simply cannot wait.
I wish I knew more
You and
lyrics
Booker T.
to that song, but
Oh, you can taste me in the mouth, or something like that. That's how it goes, isn't it? Sabrina, I know that's the one Sabrina Carpenter song. I know.
you can taste me in the mouth.
Something like that.
Sounds
Something
like a
about
Spinal Tap song.
Tasted it, Joel.
Oh, that's the song. That's the song. That's the song.
Let me have a
Taste.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Bedchem I'm talking about.
Oh, it's a different song.
There's a song called Bedchem.
The whole repertoire.
You think
Is it
that we've got
gonna be
really
like-
good Bedchem?
Is it going to be like Grease 2 song
When you
about
pick me up,
biology?
turn me around.
Who's that cute boy with the white jacket
Jacket and the
thick
sunglasses.
accent? Like,
Sorry, wrong one.
I'm
maybe
intrigued.
it's all in my head, but I
think
bet
we
we'd
have
have really good bed
Bedchem.
cam.
When you pick me up,
How
turn
is
me
the song Espresso like the sex?
espresso? Because she's so insatiable, you need her like espresso.
That insatiable. That's just a means to an end in espresso. I just need a quick shot of caffeine to wake me up in the morning.
I think you should reevaluate your attitude towards women.
How about my...
Just a means to no joke. Oh,
If
Christ.
she called the song Latte, then I'd more understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can enjoy that over a longer period.
A shot of espresso's just there to go...
That's that her espresso. She's got quite a few tunes actually. As to
Feather.
No, that's good for a singer.
please, yeah.
Looking at me on my way because I liked a boy. Nonsense at Christmas. Sue me.
I know.
Skin.
I know.
Oh, I thought you were actually singing a song.
it could have
I
been.
thought these were all the lyrics. Oh, it's a bit weird
She's
one, that
only
one.
25 years old.
Oh, God.
She was only 25.
25 years. She's from Quakertown, Pennsylvania.
All right.
Quakertown.
Quakertown,
Is that a real
yeah.
name of a place?
If
It
all
was
these
probably like a
songs
really
are
early
about...
song,
Yeah,
wasn't
bloody
it?
hell.
She's got songs called Tornado Warnings, Fast Times. They're all related to the intercourse. Skinny Dipping
Oh.
on Emails I Can't Send 2022.
Okay. Emails I can't send. What an album name. Fair play to her.
Ricky Saints win his match against Ridge Holland with the Rochambeau, but without the running setup.
Shame on Vic for not knowing the Rochambeau for the finish because he undersold it. He was just like, bop, what a move.
Yeah, he didn't. Did he know it was the finish even? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't run
he's
with
not.
him because he was a big boy.
Yeah.
Another thing against Ridge. Ricky Saints can't even do his finish again.
That is rubbish. Also, Rochambeau I just associate with early South Park. Easy for me to say.
How
Which
so?
is, a Rochambeau is not that move. It's two lads start and go, all right, I'm going to kick you in the balls as I can, and then you kick me
Yeah.
in the balls as you can. And the trick is you go first.
You know when you've got like an early wrestling like tape that you've taped off the TV or whatever, and you've watched it so many times, there's bits of like commentary stuck in your head. And
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So I remember an early WCW Worldwide, not an early one, but an early in my. It was one of the first wrestling shows I ever watched, and the cat like does a low blow, but he grabs someone's balls, and on commentary they're going like, "That's not a Rochambeau, that's a Rocham claw," and just that's stuck in my head
Wow.
for some reason. Yeah. I think it's when he batters all three of the young dragons
Oh, that'll be
in his
yeah.
karate demonstration.
When they're doing the Pink Panther thing.
and
yeah.
they're all selling for him, and then he's like, "Hit my music." I'm just like, is he the best?
He
wrestler?
was so cool at that point there.
He was just doing James Brown.
Do that on a weekly basis. He'd just be like, oh, I'm heading to the arena, so great. And then out of dumpsters, aha, it's the Young Dragons.
Yeah, one of
So
them was
great.
Jamie Noble, who beat CM Punk for the.
How dare you?
It's
Jamie San.
Jamie
You
San.
cannot, how dare you say that?
Kaz Hayashi
Yeah.
and
Jimmy
Jimmy
Wang
Yang.
Yang.
Jimmy White.
Oh, Jimmy Yang.
What was he called?
Just Jimmy.
Young Yang or something like Yo Yang or something like that.
I don't know.
I'm the greatest. Anyway, this match was nothing to write
Nothing to
home
say
about.
about
It was fine. I guess Ridge is still being taken relatively seriously because the match was longer than it maybe had to be. Just to keep Ridge kind of like, oh, I'm a real tough boy. But yeah, I'm not going to be telling my grandkids about this one.
I can tell why Rich hates people who are sport entertainers because he's not entertaining.
Oh, lads, we're being
You
so
can't
horrible right
flip-flop
now.
like
we're being
this.
so horrible.
Oh, no. This 2024 Rich Holland. No, wait.
Same.
The old Rich Holland.
Second half of 2024 Rich Holland, not the start of 2024 Rich Holland. He have broken another person's hand with the door.
I feel like
Now
Rich
this
is-
one just is the same person.
I feel like he's trying his best. I really
He
do.
is trying his best.
and I feel harsh.
Nah.
He has got it, kid, you know.
Yeah. Go
He
away.
could be someone's like muscle, like someone's like
Oh.
like heater.
Let
you
me
know?
lay it out for you. Duke Hudson was released and this man was retained.
Right.
Now you put it like that.
Who is the more versatile performer with a higher ceiling? Not just because he's 6'5".
Nice.
It's Dull Hudson.
Duke's
right.
going to be at Mania weekend. He's been booked.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm glad he's resting again.
Who's he wrestling for? Do you know?
I can't remember. There's so many shows now.
Yeah, I'll just say, like, Yeah, you don't look at what Ridge is. You look at what you could have won, like in Bullseye.
A speedboat.
The Speedboat, Andre Chase, The Lock. We see a trailer for the post-WrestleMania Rose hosted by Tony Hinchcliffe. Ross and I have booked our tickets already, but Jack's a really good guy and he isn't going. Oh, that's funny.
Do you see Triple H trying to be a lad in that little segment?
No.
Do you not see the segment?
Let's fast forward.
It's him talking to Barrett and The Miz. And he's like, lads, we need something, because it's in Vegas, it actually ends a bit early, Mania this year. People want to go to a big show afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like, any ideas? And The Miz suggests that. And Triple H goes, well, that's gonna get a bit out of control. Let's do it. So, all right, Paul.
I can't wait for Tony to say a slur.
It's gonna backfire.
But
so bad.
in their face.
It is gonna.
Hello! And then that's it.
And if they try and tell him beforehand, if they try and like smarten him up and be like, don't go too far, that's only going to make him want to.
And by the way, just in case you don't, this has nothing to do with the Puerto Rico thing. This is just what Tony Hinchcliffe's comedy
As people who've seen Tony Hinchcliffe's stuff, it's
he's,
like, uh-oh.
He's awful. He's the worst part about the thing he made. Oh, bloody hell! I can't stand the guy. I would hate for people to think I like him just because I watched a few episodes.
Oh, bless
Kill
you.
Tony, but I'm.
You're more of a Shane Gillis fan.
Oh yeah, well, another guy who loves a slur.
I saw that he got welcomed back by Saturday Night Live,
Yeah, he keeps on going on even though he doesn't work on there.
and then apparently they had an opening segment with someone doing an impression of Trump, and you have Shane Gillis there, and they got someone else to do the Trump impression, even though he is the best in the world. He's the best in the world.
Is he the best in the world?
It's Trump or ain't time.
Him and Jamie Foxx are the two Trump goats.
Yeah,
In terms of the impersonation game. I mean, we're up there.
we're
Obviously.
really good.
We say we, but we mean, of course.
Yeah, Joel's is brilliant.
Joel, can you give us a bit of a throw?
Joel's was the best one, yeah.
God, are you all right?
What a podcast. Great podcast.
It was okay. It was an okay impression. Come on.
Some people say it was the greatest podcast.
Not as good as my podcast. Maffew?
No.
All right.
I know what I can't do. The mysterious new faction leave the building without their masks on and run into an interview.
The fact that they're willingly doing an interview already had me going, oh no.
I mean, they've already got theme music. They're sick of waiting their turn on the sidelines and want to reshape NXT the way they see it. When Dark State strikes, nobody is safe. They decide to go back inside and cause some more trouble.
Where is security?
What's Ava doing, man?
They're protecting Ava.
Yeah.
She's probably just talked down to them and they've left. Excuse me. But yeah, hearing Dion Lennox talk like that had me feeling the same as when I heard Michael Cole swear on Logan Paul's podcast.
Yeah,
That's a nerdy boy there.
What happened to his books and his glasses?
I know. He's a
I-
bad man.
I thought he was pretty good at it, though.
Oh, he's very good.
Yeah.
Good looking fella.
Michael Cole.
And him.
Oh,
I missed
and
a
Dion
sentence
Lennox,
there. Yeah.
It was all right apart from that one lad. I don't know who they are yet. I'm sure we'll get introduced to them properly soon. But the lad with the longer hair.
Is he the one lad you mean, the one who was standing at a slightly awkward angle on the left?
When he talked, it was a bit like, "Well, I'm a dirty dark state man as well, yes, and I'll kick your head in." Oh.
Yeah.
Is the Dark State, does that mean something else?
I don't know, but it felt a bit American political.
I've only just occurred to me now to have a look. Can one of you just Google what that
felt
means?
a bit like deep state, didn't it?
That's am I getting confused with that?
Dark state meaning.
Okay, what you got?
Oh, it's two words, not one. In practice, the term dark state is often used for a state that is not accessible by the specific laser in use, even though transitions from this state are in principle allowed.
What? Oh no, you don't read the first result on Google now. It's all bloody nonsense.
Yeah, it's AI, isn't it?
That's Google trying to think.
Atomic physics.
I reckon they
That's exactly what I thought it was then. Is that really it?
I thought they just wanted to call them something that sounded vaguely revolutionary.
Right,
vaguely
that's what I'm getting. But making sure it's obviously they've done no research. They always Google the meanings and names and things before they've given.
Yeah.
Gunter.
And submission sorority.
Our gal Kelly is backstage at Ricky Saints.
So rancid.
Oh, I'm trying to transition away from that now.
Our gal Kelly.
Oh, God, she's just our favourite.
We're talking about our gal.
With a smelly little baby.
Tony, stop it. Save it for Mania weekend. The interview is crashed by the culling, who take issue with Ricky's so-called revolution. The real revolution is happening right now because of them. Ricky doesn't seem intimidated. Izzy Dame says he has the confidence of a much larger man, but he doesn't measure up. What?
Like
Ricky
his
says
cock,
he-
his penis cock.
Oh, no, then Ricky says he always measures up in the right places.
And the crowd pop.
Yeah! Big dick, big dick, big dick.
Booker T's analysis straight away was,
I don't even think it was that good a comeback
It's
because
horrible.
because
Rubbish.
when she says it, she makes the pun first. She glances down when she says it. You don't measure up. And then
Yeah,
he goes,
go on.
and then basically his comeback is, I do have a big cock actually.
She should have gone, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Don't steal that.
But instead they all had to go, he's foiled us.
Ooh.
And then Spears kind of lingers behind at the end and kind of goes like, and then walks off. I thought, all right.
he must have seen him in the showers. You know what I know.
They call you
Aye.
the Big Show.
But this is
I'll
building.
show you what they call me, Spear.
Do you reckon we're on the road to a Rochambeau stand deliver? Just an actual game of Rochambeau?
Maybe.
Oh, and it doesn't work on Ricky because he's got such a big cock. It deflects the...
That's exactly what we're doing, Maffew. NXT 2.0 is back.
Sean Spears broken his foot doing Rochambeau with Ricky.
Like when
The rumours are true, he yells.
like deflecting the droid's bullets in Star Wars.
Oh,
Just
man.
Sid's leg everywhere. Oh, no. Oh, God. I'll never walk again, yells Sean
it
Spears
needs
as the
so-
crowd cheers. It's just big dick.
Balor versus Saints would be insane.
Wow.
They should have a.
Duel of the Fates playing in the
I'm
background.
not going to say what I.
Go on.
They should have a strap match, but they wouldn't need a strap. They could,
Hey!
they could just tie their winkies together.
Trick Willie beats Eddie Thorpe in quite a short NXT Underground match. He gets on the mic and calls out Obafemi's punk ass. Oba arrives, but Dark State start to make their entrance from the crowd. Javon Evans gets in the ring to argue with Trick and Oba. Trick shoves Evans away, which starts a three-way brawl. The NXT roster unsuccessfully tries to keep them apart, but Javon hits Oba with his jumping cutter. The show ends with Trick and Javon staring each other down, while the Dark State members watch on from the crowd.
I should have mentioned there, with the NXT roster were like almost like a lumberjack. They were all around the ring.
They need
watching.
to stop that because it takes away from the vibes of the piece. They're all going, ha ha ha, Trick Willie's music. Oh, they're going to kill each other in there. There's no ropes. They might fall off.
Right. I'm with you. I like the visuals and the setting of these matches, but then, they need to stick.
Yeah.
It feels like at the Super Bowl or at the Brits or whatever when you've got actors playing a section of the crowd and they're all yay, like it's too choreographed.
Right. Having said that, though, I really liked it being short and sweet.
Fair enough. It's a real fight.
Yeah, that's how these fights can go. I saw people going, was that it? I went, well, no, that's how blood sport type matches go.
There
Can
was
end any minute.
There was a bit of like pro wrestling in it. He slammed him on the announce table and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the stuff in the ring, especially I really like the finish, which was the trick shot. But then he jumps on him and starts.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't do that. He
didn't.
didn't.
That's MMA punching for you.
No, he didn't
Oh,
do
and
that.
even better with the referee going, ooh, give it a few more. Yeah. Have another dozen, and then, he's not moving.
You know when MMA fighters do that, like they jump on someone to try and get a TKO
Yeah.
when they've wobbled them and they start like laying in these big.
Yeah.
It was really funny when Lesnar was inexperienced at the start. He'd just go,
Yeah, I remember so.
but he's like a
Ding
bear.
his alarm clock.
But it would kind of work because he's just like a bear, so he'd just be doing that. Yeah.
yeah.
There's some gifts for people. Aye, but at the end of the show, it makes you think. Is it Trick or is it Javon running then? Because Vic ends the entire show by going, are you going to take Javon seriously now? And that feels like something that could be used in the promo
Oh, is
package. when he's-
Javon leading Dark Stay? I see.
That was
I
the other
see.
thing I was thinking, yeah. But obviously, it doesn't make any sense of the
Because they didn't touch him either.
But they did touch him a few weeks. It
doesn't work.
Yeah.
If I use logic, it doesn't work.
I didn't like
Damn it.
how their entrance lights kept playing throughout the whole segment. It made it hard to really kind of see what was going on.
Oh, I love the
There
chaos
was
of the piece.
spotlights and that. It felt a bit Shield-esque because they were coming down from that side of the crowd.
Finished watching Lucha Underground CZ2. I can't say
CZ2.
series in season. My brain just, did a thing then. And they did a thing with this with Vampiro and Penta backstage, and they did strobe light, and I had to fast forward it because I couldn't watch it. It was giving me a legit headache.
This is like my inner monologue while watching NXT. The lights in this segment, fantastic.
Just overstimulated.
Yeah, Ross is like, more strobe light.
I thought this was like... Oba looked quite weak here. He was the only one who got dropped in this scuffle.
I think you need to have him, sometimes do that to rise other people up because who else is going to take on? If we sent Moose packing.
I was heartbroken when Trick and Oba were squaring up because they're like the same size.
Yeah, I wanted Oba to be much bigger.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Damn you, Trick, in your size.
I know.
He's wider, probably weighs more.
Great episode, though. Great episode.
It was. I was saying to Fraser as I was watching it on my screen this week, I was like, I'm worried that NXT's getting just like quite all right now. It's not so bad, it's funny. There's actually some good stuff on it, and I don't like that.
Spoken like a true wrestling fan.
Yes.
AEW Dynamite. The show opens with a pretty long four-way match to decide Kenny Omega's first challenger for the international title. Ricochet versus Mark Davis versus Orange Cassidy versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Bailey gets a backslide on Davis, but Ricochet covers both, so they're both simultaneously on top
Well, he
of
covers Davis. He covers Davis.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, beg your pardon. The ref counts the pinfall, meaning both Ricochet and Speedball are announced as winners. The pair argue after the bell, with Ricochet pie-facing Bailey and then bravely running away.
So I think the first thing to mention is that it was so snowy in Omaha that it seems like there was travel issues because quite a lot of these matches went long on this show. It almost felt more like a Saturday night's main event or something. Not a pay-per-view, but like a half
Battle of the Belts.
Right, exactly. Match orientated. Yeah.
They showed the snow outside and I thought Tony Khan sneezed. No, you're not. Sorry, Puppet Jack's new thing, he's become a YouTuber because he's now a grizzled vet after his appearances.
No, it was good though.
Was that an Australian? No, it was
didn't
good.
mean
That.
No. Good match though. I enjoyed the clash of styles all over the place.
I thought it was fantastic. I thought Orange doing Speedball's kicks, but with a limp body, was second place in my move of the week.
Oh, we've not had
First
that
place
yet.
is coming up. I've not forgotten.
Good lad.
Trevor was my man of the match, though. Him getting on the call saying, I'm not stupid. I'm going to let these idiots do the work for me. Classic stuff. Then he gets back in there doing all of his stuff. Mark Davis was also very impressive, I thought, with his one-armed maneuvers. Had a few.
Oh, fantastic, isn't he?
Big-arsed man. That's all I was saying. That man's got such a big arse.
He also got to hit it towards the end. I'm skipping ahead, sorry, but he also got to hit his pull-up pile driver, which I can't say the name of because it's got a
cross
swear
your
in it.
eyes and count to something.
It's just he's just nicked a song title. It's just
Oh,
a
is
song.
it?
It's
A
Run
song
the
title?
Jewels, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. Run them.
God, I heard him in ages. But yeah, I put Bailey fitting in just fine for the big dirty chip buddy with mushy pea style four-way match that you sometimes get.
It was.
But yeah, you're right. Ricochet got to show what he can do with his personality and character, being the best he's been for years. And I thought Davis was going to get the push here because of just all the bombs he was dropping.
He still managed to look good even though he was the guy who got pinned.
It took two of them.
Two men, yes.
And
two
the
men.
ropes. Ricochet had his legs on the ropes.
And the ropes, yeah. So
Big fan of the finish, like set up the triple threat. Ooh.
I like how Don Callis tried to argue with the ref, even though his guy was the one pinned. When the Bryce is talking to the ring announcer, he has to shove Don away because Don comes over to just be annoying. I like that.
he's just a dick.
Yeah.
We get a high package for the Hurt Syndicate. MVP puts all the other tag teams on notice. If they want to shot the belt, they'll get hurt.
Who was the other guy at the end of this with them?
Huh?
Did you
Other
not?
guy.
I wondered if either of you noticed this.
No.
I definitely didn't fast forward this, so what are you talking
So
about?
you've got MVP. You've got
You need to stop this.
There's video packages.
objective.
The video packages. Come
You've
on.
got MVP, you've got Shelton, and you've got Bobby. And obviously, there's nothing really new said here. It's just to refresh us on their mission. Sort of thing. But then at the end, it starts like strobing, and it's them.
Oh God, it's them.
Yeah. And then there's another guy with them.
Ah!
But I don't. But it's not.
Sorry.
But it's not a mystery man. It's just
MHR.
you see their face. I just didn't recognize who it was.
It's not MHR.
No. It was like.
MHR.
It was just. He could have just. He just looked like one of their like dads or something. It was weird.
Oh.
Yeah, it was strange. But like, or like their mate would just come along. I don't know. But I remember thinking, is he like a musician or something? It's like just to show that they've got clout. But that feels like more of a swerve thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
No, never mind. If anyone noticed that, please do let us know.
Yeah, because I watch every week. I don't want to be reminded who these people are. They're magnificent. Billy Starks challenges Mercedes Moné for the TBS title. Billy gets to showcase some of her stuff, but Mercedes ultimately gets the win. She keeps the statement maker applied after the bell.
Hey,
Yay.
bloody well done, Billy.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
20 years of age with 500 matches under her belt.
Yeah, and Taz says, what, she started when she was 3?
Yeah.
And it's almost like, no, when she was 13.
Early teens. Good Ron Steele match in the sense that Mercedes was on top, then Billy fights back, then Mercedes on top again, Billy does a little fight back, and then Mercedes wins. The lung blower, after some whip from both lasses, needs to be Mercedes' finisher. She had I think like tombstone positions trading those positions, then she does the lung blower. That's a much better finish than the one she currently has.
I agree. Oh,
That
and the bank statement by itself as well, I think.
Yeah.
It works.
The statement maker.
Yes. And then the move of the week, Joel. Fletcher.
Oh, baby.
is the not the one. It was the electric chair position from Billy to Mercedes. Then she sort of just whips around into a DDT. I don't know how she did it or what that move's even called, but it looked unbelievable.
The one-winged angel position, you mean?
Yeah. But like she was more set up than Kenny bends them over while sat on his shoulders. And
That was your move of the week when she spiked her on her head?
Oh, I mean,
That was a noise she made.
That
Yes.
feels like a Maffew move of the week.
but is that not how it was meant to go?
Yeah.
I mean, it was very, very close to disaster, but I thought that they got away with it, and that's
Fair
how it
enough.
was meant to be.
Yeah,
done.
it did look like maybe a fraction of a second she was all right, but it's
I
like...
don't think I've ever heard you take issue with the move of the week. This is a landmark moment in the podcast.
It's because, you know what? Yeah, you're all right, Ross. You've been doing move of the week a lot longer than I have, so who am I to judge?
If you don't like it, you don't like it,
I found
Maffew.
it
That's
interesting,
fine.
yes.
I bet if it happened in a WWE ring, you'd be like, "Oh, it's a wonderful."
Oh, is that what I'm... Oh, that's... Yes.
You are the WWE guy.
You stand with
Vengeful.
WWE. But it did look very close, but I thought they got away with it. But yeah, it looked very good all the same.
Also, the Abram bump was scary, but she did it. Well done. She's a little prodigy, isn't she? That's patronising. Sorry.
certainly
She's
is.
very good
That's
wrestler.
Roxanne Perez, actually.
I'd like to see them have a match.
Oh, yeah.
But no, really good stuff. Even though she was clearly going to lose to set up possibly Athena, which I think is going to happen later on, she still managed to... It was a good showcase of her.
Yeah. I like the first half of the match of Monet not taking her opponent seriously and then getting more and more mad at this kid bossing her. And that's all I've got. I like the water wheel in the corner. How often you see them?
Is that the Alabama slam into the turnbuckle?
Yeah. I put water wheel because I guess they both turn. So the Charlotte Flair promo at the corner. Then we get a short video package in which the Outrunners send a good luck message. The Omaha Mavericks college basketball team. I definitely fast forwarded this.
There is not enough fingers and toes on earth to count them out. That's a lot of fingers and toes.
It's a good line. It's a good line, to be fair.
MJF cuts a promo in the locker room.
MJF.
He mentions a few wrestlers the fans seem to think are likely to win the AEW World title. Darby Allin, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, and Hangman Page. But Max
Hangman seems to rattle him, though. He writes off the other three, and then he's like, that damn cowboy.
But Max is the only horse worth betting on. He's tempted to accept MVP's offer because Moxley has a pack of wild animals around him, and Max could use that too. He'll reveal his answer next week.
Yeah,
Thank
he's
you,
like-
Seth Rollins.
He's like, I could have a set of lads to go against John and dictate to John and his set of lads. Or I've been burnt pretty bad in the past when I've teamed up with people, so I might not.
Oh, he's been burned. That explains the tan.
What happened to the firm? Remember the firm?
That was...
His collection of lads.
Oh, no, FTR
They
and
would-
Wardlow were the pinnacle.
Oh, they were the
right?
pinnacle, but the firm would come
Spears.
together when needed, like a Megazord, but then they'd break apart as well.
Name all members
Oh,
of the firm.
yeah.
Was Roosh involved?
I have no. It was so Stokely Hathaway was the manager. Yep. Please tell us. I'm
Right.
never gonna.
Stokely,
Okay.
Ethan Page, Big Bill,
Whoa!
The Guns, Lee Moriarty,
Oh,
Lee Moriarty.
Private Party, and the one who fits best of all, Maffew Hardy.
Matt Hardy.
Oh, right. That became Maffew Hardy.
Because he was with the
Right.
private party at the time, wasn't he managing them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that... Oh.
They were the firm. They took. Oh, they ran this.
I
Don't
legit-
do it to him, the firm.
3.37 rating on Cage Match.
I've started reading the paragraph below, and I thought this. You know when sometimes footballers shorten a name because their name's really long.
Oh, yeah.
Like Joe Linton's got 7 names, but it's just Joe Linton.
Yeah.
I thought this year was this like Stokely Hathaway's real name, but it's just in German. I thought his name was Nachdem Stokely Hathaway Uber Walking Hinweg.
Oh, I see, yeah, because they can't letters. They gave him his full name. Yeah.
But either firm, great times. From 2022 to 2023, apparently, they spanned several months.
Surprisingly, the next up is the AEW World Title match between Moxley and Cope. Moxley is attacked by Cope during his entrance, and they brawl all around the arena. Cope introduces Spike into the match once they reach the
Is
ring.
that Partridge?
Yeah, it is.
He's hit me with a spike.
At one point, he suplexes Moxley into it, and it gets stuck in his back.
Jesus Christ.
also
did
had
they
the same thing happen to him. Yeah, thank you.
What did they expect to
God.
happen off that bump there?
I don't know.
Oh, Moxie clearly wanted that to happen. It's not like a...
The margin for error on
But
that.
there seem to be.
He doesn't care.
I don't know if they're just really good actors. There seemed to be a bit of legit panic when they couldn't get it out at first. There was a bit of
They're just good actors.
Well, I know Moxie's done this before.
Hell yeah.
But like,
Laying the law once again.
it was honestly, I was quite shocked that they put this on their TV show. I wasn't like, I'm turning
really?
this off, I'm offended, but I was like, wow, I can't believe they've actually done that spot on TV.
I was like, whoa, go on.
Yeah.
Just because you don't see it everywhere else, do you?
If it had been on pay-per-view, I'd have been like,
Right.
that's quite violent, but it's pay-per-view.
I think make the argument that the previous match was so bad that they make up for it. And Moxie's way of making up for something is to land on sharp, spiky objects.
His flesh was being pulled.
Oh, yum, yum, yum.
Oh.
Exactly, that's the noise I was making. But yeah, it was... actually, I'll go with the rest of this. Willie Yuta runs out to interfere. Oh, that'll help. But Cope puts him through a table on the outside. Claudio and Pac make the return to beat Cope down. They set him up for a concerto, but FTR run out to fight them off. Dax Harwood hits Moxie with a pile driver, and Cope spears him through a table, but Marina Shafir breaks up the pin. Willow Nightingale runs in to take out Marina, but Kip and Nick attack Cope. Mox gets the win, forcing Cope to pass out with a bulldog choke, of course. Cash and Willow check on Cope after the bell, but Dax refuses to help and storms off, shoving his tag partner away in the process.
That was the most interesting part.
I'm not sure why he's upset.
Because he couldn't get it done, and he believed in Cope.
That's what I took it.
He's made, Cope's lied to him, setting him up for a fall. I will win, he says.
This match, right, there were entertaining moments in it, but if the message that we were being hit over the head with was Mox got lucky here. He wouldn't have beaten Cope in a fair fight.
Yeah, Cope didn't tap out, did he?
Cope didn't tap out. Cope would have pinned him off the spear through the table. Cope was in control and got messed with by people interfering like 3 times. He was so protected here. So protected in defeat.
I mean, I've got nothing wrong with people being protected in defeat.
But Moxley at the start of this angle was kicking out of finishes and no selling stuff, and he was strong still. Now he's so lucky.
That because all the moving parts at the end I thought were terribly exciting. Like all the people coming in, and obviously Christian's lads coming in, the patriarchy and all that kind of stuff. But then obviously you just watch Cope not tap out, and I'm like, I'm still waiting for that moment where he definitively puts some stock in someone else that isn't him. I'm still waiting, and I shouldn't still be waiting.
He got like an ovation afterwards, and they played his music.
Yeah, well,
because they like his song. That's what they like about him.
They like him.
No.
I'm just happy he didn't win. I guess you got to take what you can from these sort of segments. Because obviously Cope Hogan is a real thing for me. But just tap out, man. Just make Mox even more of a... Because eventually when we get there, when someone does beat him, it makes it like, oh, he beat the guy who was unbeatable, but...
Ross, Cope would never give up.
I know.
He's too brave for that.
I know.
Of course, Cope decides the smartest thing to do is to sneak up on Mox by himself with no help, you dum-dum.
Well, he's taking out all the... How was he meant to know the Death Riders were ready to come back?
He killed them all.
Yeah.
They got better.
Yeah. And he did sacrilege. He picked up Double J's guitar and used it. You don't touch that guitar unless you've got lovely... Oh, wait. Unless you're Jeff Jarrett. I was obviously
Oh my God, we're going to get a rematch of Edge versus Jarrett for the IC title decades later. But,
I thought in terms of it being like a sort of kicky, walky, punchy kind of brawl, it delivered for what it was, like it being a street fight. Obviously, the spike moment I thought was great because you're not seeing it in other places, which they should be doing more. I don't think they meant it to penetrate as much as it did on the weekly show. I think I don't know what they were expecting elsewhere.
I was going to say,
As a germaphobe, I was appalled.
It wasn't even like...
Sorry, they watched it.
Just a quick rinse. It wasn't like he had control of how... He suplexed him into it. So Moxie's just falling at whatever speed he falls at into the spike.
Right on top of the spike.
I'm sorry I've introduced it.
What does he say? Where does it come from again?
Lynn, he's trying to go over the fence. He goes, I'll pierce my foot on a spike.
On a spike.
You look, he properly has. Just accidentally done
I like
it.
the one where he's put his apple pie in the microwave and takes a bite and goes, "Ah!"
That's such a great noise, isn't it? It's hotter than the sun.
Hotter than the sun.
But yeah, this was all right. It was better than the match at the pay-per-view, but that's not saying much. I've seen Sean Stasiak matches that were better than that.
No offense to Shawnee boy.
Yeah.
Put
It's
one
just,
half of the perfect event.
oh yeah, you're better than Chuck Palumbo. I'll give you that much, mate.
He wasn't.
He
He wasn't.
Oh, God. The issue is just, can you believe it? It's the same thing that happens in all these matches, which is the Death Riders
When
come
Wheeler
out
came
and
out,
then
I was
they,
like-
blah, blah, blah. We've been having this for months. I want it to end. It's doing nothing for anybody. But at least it was better than the pay-per-view. All right, I'll give you that.
It's all just been teed up for Swerve now, which I'm fine with. Absolutely fine with.
Oh,
Even
no.
Prince Donald drinking the Prince Donald
there
flavoured
is
coffee.
zero chance
wait.
of Cobb getting involved, of the Death Riders getting involved. Clean
Yeah.
win for Swerve.
I think that maybe Moxley will retain, and if that happens, I think people's patience might start to wear thin. I think it already has. worn quite thin.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they keep it on him just for maybe Ospreay to take it off him? It's all in.
Well, I don't. I think if Ospreay does get to the main event of All In, which they're heavily teasing, it won't be. I don't think the champion will be Mox by then. Surely
It
not.
shouldn't be, but imagine if it is.
Ospreay Mox is a weird matchup. Don't know.
Yeah. I can't say I'm raving over that. Swerve Ospreay. I can
They've
vibe
had
with
one
that.
already, though.
They had a lovely match. It was
was
fantastic.
lovely,
I think
yeah.
Swerve brought out the best in Ospreay in that match last time.
They're pals as well, aren't they? They'd probably love it. They probably wanted it to happen. I think they're real life.
I'm not sure if
Ospreay,
they're friends or not, but
they are. Osprey's always like, my boy Swerve. Swerve's like, all right. No, he's not.
and he goes like most Americans, "Hello, governor," whenever they see someone like that. Renee interviews Bandito backstage. Lucha Libre runs in his veins, and he can handle the danger associated with it. But Chris Jericho targeted his family. He wants Jericho to return Gravity's mask back on Sunday's Collision. Sunday? Yeah. Johnny
There's two. There's one on Saturday, one on Sunday.
Oh, great.
Because of the sports.
Oh, hello, sports. Johnny TV interrupts and doesn't care about Bandito's feelings. He wants a match against Bandito, saying they'll draw bigger ratings than the Super Bowl. Oh, they're going against the Super Bowl.
No.
No.
It's just that the show's called like Super Bowl-y Collision or something like that.
Basketball, isn't it, this weekend?
It's basketball, but Johnny's just exaggerating. The Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Why was there a man called Johnny TV?
The Super Bowl was like a month ago.
Don't know Kendrick? Kendrick Lamar?
Say Drake.
That was the thing that happened.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't care about that sport.
No one
Can
knows
you
who
tell?
won the game. They just knew there was a performance at half
That's
time.
right.
It was Matthew was delighted to know it was Philadelphia that won.
What do you think of this promo?
It's the one time I wanted to see Jericho there.
What?
For Bambido? Ooh! Bandito
Play my music.
to get his Famalam's mask back.
Vampiro was under the mask.
And he's not there. We're going to have a random match with Johnny TV instead.
I need to see
Because he's Johnny Mundo from Lucha Underground.
Johnny TV.
That's a tenuous link.
What was his
Yes, it very
stable
much is.
called? Something international or something worldwide?
Oh, bollocks. I've just seen it. I should know this.
They were pretty cool, actually. They were a pretty good part of the show.
Yeah, no, Johnny is fantastic on that show.
Yeah.
Him and Ricochet have some of the best runs of their entire careers on that.
Prince Puma.
Him and Prince Puma have some of the best. Cut that out. Then we got a Will Ospreay versus AR Fox singles match. He shows respect afterwards and stares at the All In Texas sign. Ospreay wins.
Ospreay does win, sorry, yes.
As if we needed to tell you that.
I didn't realize AR Fox was, they mentioned on commentary, he's like in his late 30s or like maybe even early 40s. I was like, oh, wow.
He has been doing it a long time, which doesn't feel right, but
He's very nimble still.
he looks exactly the bloody same.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder why they don't use him more when he comes in for these random matches every now and again and just never puts a foot wrong.
They could, could have the lists and tiers, as we said. He's the Austin Theory list. And again, at least, there's a reason to say why he's not booked or chosen.
Like the all-in thing.
Because the all-in thing.
Yeah.
What happened again?
He was booked in the match with Christian and Swerve, wasn't he?
No, I think Christian wasn't booked in there. It was just going to be him and Swerve.
Oh, was it?
And then Christian had to substitute for him in the Sting and Darby match.
He couldn't fly over.
Yeah, then he had to very late on. And goes, by the way, guys, this probably seems a good time to tell you.
I remember
And
this now.
you're telling us. So.
Yeah.
You don't mean London, Ontario? Or can he go to Canada? Oh, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think this is just a match just to get Ospreay's win-loss record a bit up. Even though it's 10-0 already, I guess 11 doesn't hurt.
Hey, just having Ospreay come out and beat someone wasn't even that long of a match. It was concise. Nothing wrong with this. Thank you very much. I love you, AR Fox. You great.
Yeah. Big Willie even sold his injured hip still 10 days after the Spanish fly off the top of the cage.
Oh my
Yes.
bum!
They mentioned that on they mentioned that on commentary quite a lot. Could this be his undoing in the tournament?
They're funny.
He's almost certainly winning that tournament.
Of course, yes.
Unless Hangman says, whoa.
Trying to did the pause.
Trying to think of a horse pun, and that's as best as I could do. Whoa, no.
Unless he says nay.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no.
No.
He's Mr. Showing. We got a video package for Moxie versus Swerve at Dynasty. Renee asked Paige for his thoughts backstage. Yeah. He swore never to let Swerve become AEW World Champion again, but he's also vowed to concentrate on himself recently. He announces he'll be in the Owen Hart tournament, which sets up the thing we just said.
Yes. Unless Ospreay says, no way, bro.
So, I posed the question again. What if Hangman helps Moxley win against Swerve, as he's a man of his word, and he's made sure that Swerve will never hold the championship again?
I might cry.
Well, then we'll all be very cross, won't we? Yes, we'll all be very cross indeed.
I think
It'll be in Texas. I'll be double cross.
Hey, put some ranch sauce on that, baby. No, double cross ranch.
Barbecue in bloody,
Double cross ranch, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, right.
Terry Funk.
Yes.
Like they heard ranch and you went, yeah, put some ranch sauce on it. Technically correct, yeah.
But I reckon there is a real possibility that Moxley might retain all the way till All In, which I'm terrified at the prospect of.
I reckon him and Will would have a good match, actually, now I think about it. But I don't want it to be the match that happens.
I'm not doubting the match will be good. It's just Moxley getting there with the briefcase, with the Death Riders still being a thing like they have been for the longest time. Yeah. I don't think it's what the people want.
No, a shooting star pressing with bulldog choke. I'm not really up for it. After a video package for Julia Hart versus Queen Aminata on Collision and a rundown of some other matches from the announced team, we get a backstage interview with Mercedes Moné. Renee says Billy Starks gave her a hell of a fight, and Moné agrees, and it takes more than Hart to beat her, and whoever trained Billy didn't do a very good job.
Who mentored her? Yeah, we're finally setting up Athena to come into AEW, which is nice.
Yes, it is nice.
She'll give a spike to the ratings.
Go through the floor.
Is Renee Paquette a heel? Just how excited she becomes when Mercedes Moné, also a heel, comes around.
She loves Mercedes.
She loves her.
Yeah, she was beaming in this segment.
She's just a pro.
Okay.
Oh, this is very unprofessional. I don't see this enthusiasm with your Hangmans or your Swerves or whoever else she interviewed this week.
Or even with her own husband.
Well, you know.
She's always a bit...
Well, he was a bit put off because he went and had a drink afterwards and all the water came out of his back. Tony Storm joins the announced team for the main event. Megan Bayne versus Chris Statlander.
Tony was deliberately a hindrance to the announced team in this match.
I was going to say, yeah. Planet Ford tries to help Bayne and gets ejected. Later, Bayne throws Statlander into Tony at ringside, winning the match shortly after. Storm gets in the ring and brawls with Bayne. Security tried to break it up, but Tony clotheslines Megan over the top rope. She gets on the mic and admits that Bayne is a big bitch, but the bigger they are, the harder they come.
It's not even subtle, that one.
It's about time she and Megan got tantric. Tony grants her a title shot at Dynasty, but vows that she'll still be leaving with her strap on.
Yeah.
That's the end of
Americans
the show.
lose their mind when Tony Storm does a thing. But I'm more like, yeah, we're used to an innuendo in this part of the world. But Americans are like, oh my God.
They've never had-
Especially those commentators.
They've never had the two Ronnies and Morecambe Wise.
I'm not scared of Bane. I get my back broken every night.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Batman reference.
It's it was a nerdy, sexy Batman reference.
It is.
Yeah, he fell down that well.
God, there's layers to that.
Yeah.
But
I'm thinking about the Dark Knight Rises.
No, you are right. I was like, hang on. Yeah.
But also,
Climb up
she's
the-
saying that she shags every night as well.
Oh.
That's it, yeah.
That's like...
Yeah, back broken can be a positive thing.
That's
Right? It's sweet, isn't it?
That's a triple entendre from Tony there. That's very
Well
good.
done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done, Tony.
Big week for Tony Schiavone as well. Obviously, he was revealed to be part of the JFK assassination
Oh,
document.
bless.
She also referenced
God,
that
she was killing it.
her and Taz used to play handball back in the day. Why can't they do that anymore?
At one point, someone says something about Taz. I think Tony's trying to come back from the JFK thing. He's like, well, Taz, weren't you a bit... haven't you done dodgy stuff back in the day? And Taz goes, I used to wrestle and I used to collect championships.
Whoa. He's always on, isn't he? Yeah. We get puns as well. Megasis.
I didn't get that one to begin with, but now you've said it, I get it now.
Because her name's Megan and she has the look of the Hercules and Pegasus and horse.
I thought it was like Nemesis.
I thought it was Nemesis as well.
Oh, bollocks. She calls herself the Storm.
Manifests herself as a horrible person.
She is the Stormordo dragon with the same tongue and dry skin. I don't know why I stood there.
Yeah, she did say that.
The match was really inconsequential.
It really was. Oh, there's a match happening, which is obviously you can argue both. You can go, well, the match. Tony should not have overshadowed the competitors in this match, like she's been doing for the last, how many years now? If she's not against Mariah May, it's like, yeah, good luck. You're going to get eaten alive here by Tony.
Especially when Tony's highlighting the fact that Megan Bayne hasn't said a word yet. She's like, oh, you're a very quiet lady. She's having to do the talking for both sides, and she is doing so.
It was curious because obviously I liked it. I'm not saying I didn't. but it is also pretty like, oh, it's great, it's Tony Storm, and some other stuff happening that no one cares about as much.
Because the Hoss is definitely hossed in the match. Like Megan winning the match with 2 F5s, one on the floor after Tony was felled, one on the ring. Both lasses looked good, but it was just all about the commentary.
There was a way of doing this, and I don't necessarily think they should have done because it was entertaining. If it was like this all the time, it would be annoying. But there was a way of doing this without that. If you just wanted Tony just to be sat at ringside, and then she still gets the spot, and then but it was funny. I think that she'll win, surely.
I'm precious on Megan Bain now for next week because she's got to cut a promo, surely, after this.
They're talking at one point about how she's Greek, and Taz is just like, oh, yeah, Souvlaki's good.
Yeah. It's interesting because I don't mind Megan beating her.
Oh,
They're beating Tony, and then they're going, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this.
I think there might be more legs out of Megan winning and then Tony becoming more cracked.
Yeah, there you go. We're like people when they're suffering. Tony's better when she's suffering.
this rookie.
Yeah, pushing new people, isn't it great?
God damn.
Although there's some good stuff here on AEW that no one's going to pay attention to when I say something nice because I'm pathetic E-drone.
At one point in the when we were talking about the Mercedes Billy Starks match, I thought you were about it. You went, I like the first half of this match. Oh, and that's all I've got written. I was like, oh, here it comes.
Oh.
But no.
No, it's just it was like Monet actually... it's not
Being
often you get wrestlers
cocky
getting
and
to wrestle their personas of
Yeah.
I'm wrestling put my best effort for a kid.
Yeah.
It's like, this kid's giving me a shoe and oh no.
This was the best, most consistent episode of Dynamite for a little while, I
Yes,
thought,
yes.
from start to finish.
This made me look forward to next week,
Yeah.
which I can't always say about every episode.
When
so
Cope
good for
fights
them.
back, gets his rematch, and wins. With a
Cope
foot-
Mox 3.
with a foot on the chest.
I will be added to the Swerve Mox match at Dynasty.
Yeah.
My name's on the contract now.
And instead of Tony trying to get it back like Pierce, he's just like, oh, yeah.
That was the week of wrestling.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Mailbag time. Diddle hey and diddle ho, lads.
Diddle-hi-diddle-ho.
Long-time listener, it says here, and sometimes writer. I've been enjoying your content for ages, especially Botchamania, which I started watching at episode 37. Jesus Christ, that might be like 09.
Wow.
Yesterday, I had a dream that at WrestleMania, Gunther was played to the ring by an orchestra that played his old theme, a.k.a. Dvorak. I think that's how you pronounce it, it's ninth. I love that idea so much that I kind of hope it happens. This brings me to my question. What was your favourite WrestleMania live performance of an entrance song? As always, much love, Jarl. Ex-AC Milan failure, Kevin Constant. Is that Kevin Constant? A.k.a. Cedric from Germany. Oh, gee.
Thank you, Cedric.
P.S. Maffew, what did you think of Elijah Bloom from VXV? I think he has a bright future. Oh, well, thank you. I'll get that out of the way. Because
Is this just your mate that you met in Germany?
I'm not remembering them. But thank you.
Oh,
anyway.
no.
Sorry.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you,
I didn't
Sean.
mean
I
to
mean,
put
there's
you
a
on
long queue, isn't there? Yeah, obviously.
That's
They
it.
definitely- when you went,
Matthew's tour.
I'm worried now that you did meet him and now you've said that and you'll be sad.
No, I won't.
Okay.
Because he likes me. He's been watching me since episode 30. Oh, God. All right. Elijah Bloom, I think he's got a big future. I was surprised they didn't do more with him because he's got a great look. But he did lose a lot despite his greatness.
I'll need to check him out. Thank you.
I'm sure he'll blossom.
Hey. So, favourite WrestleMania live performance? It would be nice to see an orchestra, but at the same time, you realise where they're going to go.
I mean, they did it for Roman Reigns with like 50 pianos, didn't they, a couple of years ago? So they can do it if they want to. Was
Right.
it 39 or when they had loads of pianists on the...
You just want to say that, didn't
No,
you?
I didn't, you scoundrel. But yeah, they can get them in there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few harpsists as well. Is that harp players?
There's only two I can think of, and I don't want to off the top of my head, and I don't want to go with either because one's another punk answer, and I think that's boring. But 29 they were Living Colour, shockingly, really good live. And I think OSW pointed out that Punk ignores them as he walks to the ring, which makes him look cooler.
Yeah,
because he's not
he's
like
focused on the match.
Oh, my band, yeah. The only other one I could think of was Motorhead. And I can't go for Motorhead, even though it is funny.
Saliva playing the Dudley Boys to the ring at WrestleMania X8.
That's Bubba.
We're just a family here, just a little disabled. That is the line. Just
Is
to
that
confirm
actually the
what's-
line?
Yeah, we looked at this a few weeks ago.
Oh God, we did. It was a while ago, wasn't it?
Dun, dun, dun. Great performance.
Or did Limp Bizkit play at WrestleMania 19?
Crack Addict.
Yeah.
The song that was then never released.
Yep. It's
Bizarre.
not on, it is not on Spotify. Can't confirm.
Look into these eyes. Sorry, different.
And here's our favourite band, Limp Bizkit, with their new song, Crack Addict.
Yeah, their favourite band in the world ever.
What
Just
are
full
some,
quote.
What a hard to say that.
what are some classic ones? Aretha's Star Spangled Banner is the
Oh,
most
okay,
fun.
yeah.
Or sorry, America the Beautiful.
Playing people at the ring live is quite rare when you look at the. I'm sure one happened at 31. Sting. I think I'm thinking of Sting.
Oh, he had some
right,
drummers.
The little drummer boys.
Yes.
The Alicia Dixons. My little drummer boy. My little drummer boy.
That was a bad song that I liked too much.
Rhea had her band last time.
Oh
or the
yeah,
year
where
before.
the singer looked like her.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Motionless in white.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
White.
I
Motionless in
pissed myself.
spag.
NAW did it recently. Oh, what was that band? And he had a mask on. And
Oh, the
people
violent.
Oh,
Violent
yeah.
something or other.
And everyone went, "Why is that guy blacked up?"
Yeah.
It was a very unfortunate choice.
It was just a mask, I think.
The wrong mask.
Yeah, the wrong mask. Like, what are you wearing, mate?
Was
Obviously,
that
Ruby
Moxley's
Soho.
Oh, when Rancid came
Rancid,
out, yeah.
that was good.
That was
Smelly Rancid.
that was a cool moment. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few good ones.
They played like most of the song before she came out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I realised that the frontman of Rancid, Tim, I want to say Armstrong, I don't know, the frontman of Rancid, just spins in circles with his guitar when it's not his time to play to sing, because there's two singers, and it really was just quite distracting.
One of them's Phil's best friend, isn't he?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
Lars, yeah.
Yeah. Lars
Fredrickson,
Fredrickson. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
But the other one, with the big bushy,
Triple
with the
H.
great big bushy
Great big
beard,
bushy beard.
he just spins in circles all the time. I didn't know what was going on. That's not my punk rock. I want more choreography in my punk rock.
Howay, fellow diddlers.
Howay the Diddlers.
I decided to take a trip down memory lane and watch the podcast after the first episode of NXT 2.0. To my surprise, this is also the infamous Jack Italian Restaurant episode.
No, it's not.
This episode came out, are you ready? September 17th, 2021.
Cool.
Which was also the week Big E won the WWE Championship. Jesus. This really made me realize how long it's been since Jack hasn't been to an Italian restaurant with his laptop, because the things you spoke about in This Week in Wrestling felt so old. Ross even uttered the words, quote, "Who's Andre Chase?"
We didn't know.
Wow.
At one point.
At one point, Lionel Messi made his debut on the football pitch.
right.
He was a relative unknown as well.
One of the mailbags of that episode was, who from NXT 2.0 do you think will be a WrestleMania main eventer in 5 years' time? You lads came up with the answers of Odyssey Jones, LA Knight,
Yeah.
Braun,
Yeah.
Come Tuesday.
Oh, there's still a chance. He's back wrestling now. He won.
Oh, good.
I saw a little Instagram reel of him winning a match.
Yay.
It was in a supermarket, like a shopping mall, sorry. Looked like, what are you laughing at?
That's so horrible.
Ah,
he had the
it's
spite
a
in his
more-
laugh as well.
Like, it was in the middle of, like, it was like WCW, the first episode.
Oh, genuinely, I'll get someone to get the terms mixed up. I thought it was like in the aisles.
like Austin Booker.
I apologize for laughing then. Oh, mall. Right.
I saw that show I went to in Vegas was in a mall. The entrances, the wrestlers were coming down the
I'm
escalator.
wrong.
It was
I'm wrong.
unbelievable.
I'm sorry. by the milk aisle is what I thought. All right. We got Mello, Theory, and as Maffew called him, Adrian Chase. Well, I mean,
Wow.
that was my gimmick back then. I got names wrong.
We didn't know him.
I don't really have a question for this. It was just so shocking how much time has passed since the Italian restaurant, and thought I'd share.
Yes,
like,
you've
it's-
made that quite clear now, my friend. You've made that quite clear.
It's as old as Big E winning the W title. NXT
Yes, we
2.0
know.
first
Are you
episode.
trying to fill some kind of word count?
If I have to ask a question, I guess it'll be, which NXT 2.0 originals do you think will succeed on the main roster? E.g., Tony D'Angelo, Tricky Willie, Andre Chase, or Adrian Chase. We've seen 2.0 OGs like Carmelo Hayes, who was seemingly fallen flat in his early stages of his main roster career, and Grayson Waller, who wasn't quite fallen flat, but also possibly hasn't lived up to expectations. Creed Brothers, Braun Breaker, and others are also 2.0 OGs who've moved up so far. But yes, now we've lived through the entire existence of NXT 2.0, and there are still some names yet to be called up. Who do you think, out of the OGs, has a bright future on the main roster? All the best, Lewis.
Thank you, Lewis.
Thank you, Lewis.
Sorry for losing my temper there. Braun Breaker. I don't want to change. Is that a cop out? Because
Yeah, he's already there. I think
he was
means more-
mentioned in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Or does he mean
Yeah.
existing ones still in
People
there?
who were there who are still in NXT. I think Trick's the only answer, potentially.
Maybe.
I think Tony D and Triple H's WWE will be American Alpha-ish sort of.
He's a bit too new
Level.
generation, isn't he?
Yeah, I think there'll be, they got all the Phantasma levels.
Do you think?
Just having to like, hey, remember, blah, 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 and then just lose every week. So,
do you think-
Trick is the only person I can think of.
Do you think Roxanne counts? Was she an NXT
Oh, yes.
2.0 original? I remember her first vignette was very 2.0.
Yeah.
Where she's playing computer games. I wish I was a star. Look, she's come a long way since then. I'll go Roxanne then.
Von, if they bring him back, big Von. I believe.
Sticking with that one. Then.
Yeah, I think he'll be back in there. He's still young enough, big enough, great enough.
Hungry enough.
Yeah.
Diddling
The sausages.
Diddling is fun. Diddling is harmless. And above all, diddling is free.
Nothing to do with come Tuesday.
It's because you were saying he's hungry, he's young, and I was trying to. I messed it up. Sorry.
Bless you.
I was late to the spot.
Oh no.
Like Shango. Jesus Christ. I nearly forgot his name.
Hello there, lads.
Hello.
Hi.
Recently, I travelled to Ireland from America. We're already apologising in advance then. And was impressed by the number of game shows on TV. Right? As one of the channels in my hotel room seemed to be exclusively for British game shows. I know, that's what it says. That's what it says.
Oh no.
My favourite of these was The Chase. Specifically the chases and the grandiose entrances they made when each new challenger stepped up the podium. My question for you all, which 4 wrestlers do you think would make a good team for The Chase? And which wrestler do you think would make a good chaser? In my personal opinion, I think the best chaser would be Samoa Joe, as he has both the right amount of intimidating while being able to crack a joke every once in a while. His look while wearing the poncho at WrestleMania 37 is something I still get out of my head. Sincerely, former County Donegal Gaelic footballer Eamon McGee, a.k.a. Johnny from Boston.
Thank you, Johnny.
Or Eamon, apologise for the mispronunciation there.
Andre Chase is the chaser.
Yeah, gotta be.
It's got to be.
Oh,
It writes
you.
itself. And he's a dean, so he knows everything.
Yeah. And the way he sits I can imagine him sitting quite stern. The actual beast from the chase is involved with wrestling, isn't he?
He is. He's a PCW.
You met
Slam
him.
shows
He's
up.
a shagging cousin. He's
He's a-
ties to
yeah.
That was
Celebrity,
inadvertent.
yeah.
He didn't mean to. I feel bad for him about that story. Like, imagine that.
Imagine.
No, as in like.
Later on, when you're not listening to this podcast,
No, imagine
just
how.
yourself.
No, imagine how horrible it would be to find out that knowledge. Is what
Oh,
I'm saying.
horrible, yes. So,
What's going on?
I'm just kidding. I'm just riling you up.
Well, you are from Bish.
Funny. PC Dub would bring in the guy from The Chase to be one of the ringside people. And it would be odd. It'd just be people who were available. So it'd be the guy from The Chase. And when I went there, it was the second Power Ranger. It was also a guest you could see at halftime. You know, in between watching Matt Hardy and Carlito and all the other people that were there.
I saw
Just a weird time.
about the Power Rangers this week on the Instagram Reels. Like the footage you see of the Power Rangers in Get Up doing
yeah,
their
yeah.
ha ha ha. Apparently that was a different show.
Yeah.
So the yellow one, when you're like, oh, that's not a very feminine chest. It's because it's a man in the original show.
That's exactly right, mate. Yeah.
I never knew that until this
They
week.
just took all the footage, the live action stuff where they got in the outfits, and just went, yeah, we'll just do all the other bits, but film with blokes with those outfits.
Can't
And
believe it.
So, yeah.
Can't believe it.
Bless you. Do you not know? Oh, I guess if you're not a weird nerd like me, you wouldn't. Yeah, that's all.
I'm a weird
Oh,
nerd. I'm a wrestling fan.
cool. So I like the idea. You know who is who's the worst person on The Chase? Who's your least favorite?
I think the Cinnamon for me is the weakest of the chasers.
Yeah.
He's
Paul.
the least heelish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think just in terms, he's the more. I wouldn't catch it. Well, I'd be caught by all of them if I was involved in the team, but I'd be most confident of avoiding the Cinnamon.
Really?
Yes.
I don't like what's her name. It's like the Ivory from Right to
The
Censor.
Duchess?
Yeah. So I'd have Ivory from
It might be her. I don't know.
that. Do that.
Oh God, I forgot her name. Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Her.
Quite
sorry, the other-
fancy Jenny. You know, you fancied a teacher at school you didn't. She shouldn't have fancied. Quite fancy.
Are we
Jenny
thinking
in
of the
that way.
same one? Have we mixed up the two women on the chase? I feel like
Jenny
we're
on the
out of
chase. Joel, picture,
Jenny
please.
from the block.
I'm still Jenny on The Chase.
There's
In the other
Gosh,
one's
looks
like,
great.
The other one's like Anne.
Anne Haggerty.
Anne, who I thought you were talking about. Ivory.
No, I don't fancy
No,
Anne.
I thought Matthew was talking about Anne, like Ivory,
There's the Vixen.
the Vixen.
Oh, I haven't watched
Vixen,
Bloody
there
Chase
we
in
go,
ages. I
yeah.
have no idea who she is.
Yeah.
Oh, she's been on for years.
Is the Duchess
Yeah.
dressed
I only ever
as
watch him
dead?
again to me dad's, so I'm
So
not a regular
I
watcher.
think you're thinking of Anne Ivory.
Ah.
Yeah.
There's a newer one in there. A guy.
The Irish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know-
what?
I don't know
He
what
was.
he's
No,
called.
it's a wonderful story. He was a chaser. No, a chasee. Sorry, he was
yeah,
being
yeah.
chased, and he was so good they got him on as a chaser.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they did that on
They did that
Eggheads
on
once,
Egg-
didn't they? Yeah. Yeah.
I used to watch
Well
Eggheads.
done.
Yes.
Get her off this. I'm getting distracted.
I like-
here.
yeah, yeah.
Too much Jennifer.
That old guy died from the Eggheads.
What?
That's right. Yeah.
Who?
From the news.
CJ.
Chris, is it? Was
Oh,
it
the
Chris?
like the sort of hello, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want
Good impression, yeah.
I know, but he's
That
died, though. I feel bad. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
shame.
And that bloke with the long hair, who my grandma hated. She used to watch. I used to watch those shows with her all the time, and she was like, "Oh, I don't like him."
Bloke with the
and then he was. So
long-
I felt really nice when it turned out he was a murderer.
Oh, CJ.
Oh.
He had short hair. Oh, no, he had long hair so at a time as well.
I'm like, my grandma was right about ye. You're wrong.
He said in his book that he pushed a man in a canal or something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
investigated it.
Oh, they investigated
Oh, yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just him just for some
It turns
reason.
out if you're writing a book, I killed a guy, but it was a while
What
ago.
did
The authorities could go, no, we're going to address this.
He said he was living rough in Holland and he got attacked by a homeless man, so he pushed him in a canal and he presumes he died.
What's a manslaughter charge? then?
Yeah, I don't know if it was first degree,
full on
certainly.
murder, yeah.
Well, he would know. He's a smart one.
I don't know the Netherlands laws. My four to take on the chase would be I'm going for the peppiest, most annoying chipper team of all time. So I'm going Kurt Angle, like early 2000s Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Chad Gable, Nathan Fraser, Thea Hale. That's my
Oh,
squad.
God, they're really optimistic, aren't
Similar
they?
vibes from mine. Duke Hudson, Thea Hale, Riley Osborne,
Oh, right, okay.
and Bodie Hayward.
Oh, not Ridge. Not welcomed him back.
He's thick as pigs, you know what? He's not clever.
He also broke up the team.
He did.
I can see Rich being one of those people who only knows the answers to sports questions.
Ridge would take the minus offer.
He would, wouldn't he?
yeah.
Yeah. He still wouldn't get through.
People get so much heat for taking the minus offer, but the team are always like, no, go for the low. You can do it. Go for the low one. It's fine. We just need you back. We just need you back.
I bloody love it when they do the celebrity specials for charity. And obviously, there's
Yeah.
one celebrity takes the higher offer for 100 grand or whatever, and then they lose. And the chase is like, oh, I've just taken 100 grand from charity.
I better lean into this. I'm going to look like a right prick. Yeah.
Hey, who's your chasers?
You picked all the good, optimistic ones. Who's happy in wrestling?
They don't
They
need to
look
be happy.
miserable. Oh, Mason Mansour.
Kerwin White. He was
Mason
always happy.
Mansour's
Kerwin White, yeah.
Mason Mansour's-
Fantastic, yeah.
Mason
Johnny Morrison, just so it can be Johnny the Chaser.
Johnny Chase.
Chaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Chase.
Mace Mansour, Kerwin White, and Johnny.
Yeah, Kerwin White, one of my favourite wrestlers of all time. I've got nothing. I'm taking suggestions from the audience now.
I was going to say, as we all know, his catchphrase will get him through because he's always right.
All right,
White is right was the...
Whoa.
That was the
whoa.
catchphrase
I
of
know.
him.
It was supposed to be satire, it just didn't work.
It was really bad, wasn't it?
It was supposed to be satire,
whose-
just the wrong
Whose
time.
caddy was he?
Dolph
Ziggler
Ziggler was
the
his
caddy.
caddy, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Kerwin was the professional.
Cohen wasn't a caddy. How dare you?
Sorry.
He had one because he's white. That's the joke. Thank you, Johnny from Boston. I
Thank
appreciate that. Any other questions, please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com. The answer to whatever question will, of course, be Kerwin White. Piss. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello.
Good evening.
Following your discussion regarding which shoot maneuvers you would rather take, an all-time podcast moment, might I add, thank you. I took it upon myself to compile a list of wrestling maneuvers. Here we go. I'd love to see which you guys would rather take. This could be a winner stays on bracket or a would you rather between the two. I'm as easy as Maffew, me. It says.
Should we do it? What do you want to do? Which one?
Wait, two things. For the scenario, these moves are 100% a shoot intended to do the most amount of damage possible. Oh, so it's shoot fight then. We're not actually wrestling. Okay.
No, but we're shoot fighting in the discussion, Maffew. You're taking a pile driver
I don't know what he's
on your
I don't
head.
know why he's
There's
still.
no
do
safe
you mean?
working happening.
No.
How big do you think my head is compared to these rest? Sorry, someone sneezed. I had to check because I thought somebody was like saying, "Shut up, man," like my neighbours do. As an extra at the email, I work at Weatherspoons, a free topic of conversation with you guys. So if you have any spoons-based questions,
Oh wow.
I'd be happy to answer. All the best, Charlie from Hampshire.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. I have no spoons questions, but thank you for the offer.
Imagine how grandiose the toilets in a Hampshire Weatherspoons would be.
They'd still be up the stairs, though, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
How long does it take to microwave the food?
Although in my hometown of Morpeth, the toilets are on the same level as the rest of the bar.
Wow.
It's the only spoons I've been to where they're not up the stairs.
I think
Yeah,
that-
mine too. Back
Yeah.
home. Yeah.
Wow. We are privileged.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Jammy
I
bastard.
think Hampshire's on the south coast, so the toilets are probably in France.
Let's get the real meat and veg. A shoot, roll and stomp, or a shoot Orton punt.
Are we doing winner stays on?
We'll do when it stays on.
A rolling stomp or an Orton punt?
I think you've got more chance of dying from a Rollins stomp because it incorporates the neck as well. Whereas a shoot punt, it's concussion city, baby.
As I told that story, I have been the victim of a kick to the
You
head.
have, haven't you?
in a
Bless
night
you.
club.
Sorry.
So I'm going for the rolling stomp because I got lucky, but I'm still here.
Yeah, see, the way that Rollins does it,
No, doesn't matter.
shoot Rollins stomp.
It's how you
It's
take
Seth
it
Rollins
in
in
a
a
shoot
fight
manner.
outside of Weatherspoons.
If you're fighting a man in the street and
Come
he
here,
just stomps your face into the floor,
That over an Orton punt. Orton punt, I'm terrified of taking. For the reasons you said, but for the opposite answers, a Rollins stomp. Like a Rollins stomp.
you'd rather take the Rollins stomp.
Then a punt to the face, yeah.
Oh, but Maffew, there's more chance of death. I think you've
Says
misunderstood
who?
the
It's
assignment.
all right. The stomp's win anyway because we're
That's
both
all right,
over
it's
the
2-1.
stomp.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
No.
I think he's misunderstood the questions again.
No, I
We're
haven't
doing these-
misunderstood anything.
We're not.
You asked me, put your hands down, Mr. Trump. Which one, stomp or punt?
And
A
you-
punt would kill me.
I've
A stomp I
been
could
kicked
take.
in the head.
Yeah, and he's all right.
There's more chance of survival from a.
What?
kick to the
Exactly. So why are you picking the punt?
I love this bit.
Oh, the stomp.
I love this bit where it's rile them up.
No, it's both of us getting riled up. Don't you try and turn this on me.
A shoot Sheamus brogue kick.
I would still rather. I'd rather.
brogue kick?
I'd rather. So which one stays on? The one with
The stomp,
The one
because
with
it's
the,
the
The one that would kill you more stays
yeah.
on.
So I think that the stomp I still would rather avoid.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
you're
stomp.
right. Is it the one that we'd rather take? Yeah, rather take. So Rollins stomp.
Oh, it's the one we'd rather.
Oh, well, we rather take it so
Yeah.
the Orton one goes through.
Oh,
because
no.
that's the most safe
Oh.
one to take.
Oh no.
That's the most
Oh
safe
no.
one to take.
He was right.
You should do the opposite
Oh
though.
bollocks. He was right.
Right, no, what we're gonna do is, because that's how me and Jack started, is we're gonna keep the one on that would
Matthew,
most likely
Please send
to
your
kill
questions in. We'll listen to half of the
I'm
email.
so sorry.
You. No, but I think you would still rather take which one do you feel safer taking out of the punt or the stomp?
Stomp.
The punt.
No,
Wait,
it's punt.
no,
It's
we were
punt.
right. We were right all along. He's being an arsehole.
I'm not being an arsehole. You asked me. I hate you. You ask me what I think. I tell you, go, no, Matthew, no.
Snap a neck.
You're an idiot. I'm going to take either of these bastard things. That's the point of the question. Pair of diddlers. A shoot Sheamus brogue kick next.
I'm taking the bro kick over a stomp.
I mean, yeah, that's fair enough.
So
I'm-
we're
yeah.
keeping the most deadly on.
most deadly stays on.
I think that the stomp is the most deadly of those two.
Yes, me too. So a stomp or a bro kick, Maffew? Which one would you rather take? In a shoot, not by the wrestlers, not working, no thigh
Again,
slapping.
I'll read out the question.
No, they've changed
Which
it.
move would you like? Why have you changed it?
Because we got
We
it wrong.
got it wrong at the start.
And we're always right.
So you're picking the one I don't want to take.
We are now picking
No,
the
we
one.
are picking the-
We are picking the deadliest move. This is a game of now the deadliest
That's
move.
not what he's asked.
All right, we'll do it the other way then.
Screw you,
right
Charlie.
Then, right then, the punt's gone through. Then the punt's gone through. Is it the punt or the brogue kick?
I'd rather take a brogue kick.
I would rather take a brogue kick.
Can we just clarify the rules before we move on further?
Jesus Christ.
Which ones are we sending through?
We're sending through the one that we would most rather take now.
Most rather.
Would you
take.
rather take,
The
as
safe
Charlie
out of
from
the-
Hampshire,
Yes.
who
Right,
spent an hour writing this
Okay.
with a pen,
Then I would.
send it.
Then I need to go home. Then I
Good.
would rather take the brogy kick.
Fantastic. A McIntyre Claymore. Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Out of that and the brogue, I would rather take the brogue because it's his full flying body weight behind the claymore.
That's correct. That is the safer move to take.
Yes.
Objectively.
Yes. A shoot Montez Ford frog splash. Ooh.
Or a brogue kick. I'm going to go for the
It's the frog splash.
frog splash, but it's not that easy.
You're gonna get
I had to think.
You're gonna get winded. You might break a rib.
Yeah.
Or internal brain damage.
I think the frog.
CTE.
I think the frog splash because I reckon that the. I'm not saying that he doesn't take measures to keep it safer, but I reckon that's the most similar move so far to how it would actually be to take. Like
I mean,
wrestlers
it
take
depends
in
what
the
he's
ring.
jumping off.
A turn, but it's the same distance.
It's
No,
gonna
but
be-
this
it's
is
gonna
a
be-
shoot
it-
fight.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
a bench or a bin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's not getting much height.
But this is
Oh, he
Montez
still
Ford.
got. He'll
Oh,
still
damn
get
it, he's still good, but it's-
I'm gonna go with the frog
In
splash.
slacks.
I'd rather take the frog splash.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
Frog splash.
Shoot. Oh, he was very, very cruel here. A shoot modern Jeff Hardy swanton. Just putting all this bloody weight on it.
That is just a modern swanton, yeah.
Oh, God.
I'd rather take the Montez Ford.
I'd rather take the frog splash too because I can't imagine how winded those lads feel when one goes wrong and Jeff lands on them.
Absolutely. A shoot CM Punk go to sleep.
I don't like that. I feel like that could actually break your neck or give you
that would-
whiplash or something.
That would legitimately F you up.
Yeah, we should just ask anyone who's actually taken it off Kenda what a shoot DDS feels like
I mean, we're assuming. Yeah, that's good.
because he's nailed them with it.
He has it.
Montez
Frog
Ford still,
splash.
yes. That's the safer of the two options.
A shoot Cedric Alexander lumbar check.
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, hang on now.
I'd still rather take the Tez splash.
Same.
I think there's more damage to be done by those knees, those naughty knees.
Yeah.
Naughty knees.
Again, a bit of Brian Clough there. Oh, those naughty knees.
Oh, here we go. A shoot William Ospreay hidden blade.
Well,
Well, that could kill someone.
could
So
kill
I'm
someone.
going for the frog splash.
Frog Splash stays on.
I feel like our way was better than the questions.
I know
way.
it was a
yeah,
much
but
more
Maffew
compelling
stopped
way.
us from doing that.
And it
actually.
was the original.
Oh, wait. Like,
The original.
someone, a lovely fan who loves
Oh,
this
of course.
podcast.
Oh, no doubt.
Screw you, you idiot. You don't know how to write a question.
That's not what I was saying at all.
Yeah.
Now that we've play tested it, though, I just feel like, Sorry.
A shoot Alan Styles phenomenal forearm.
Well, staying with the Ted Splash again. If he it connects that with a shoot.
Yeah,
man,
if he connects, then the frog splash, I guess.
A shoot Umanga Samoan Spike.
Spike.
Or a shoot Big Show knockout punch. Ooh.
Oh, it's a
Wait,
three-way.
hang on.
Oh, sorry. Because he's actually read it like that. But again,
Yeah.
you guys want to do your version.
He gave us
Gave
the
us the
option. He
option,
gave us the option.
We're not at
He gave
loggerheads
us the
here with
option.
the email.
He gave us the option. This has been intense.
So it's Montez Ford
really was.
versus... Who is it, sorry?
Sorry, it's
Ford versus
Umanga Samoan Spike versus
Spike.
the Frog Splash.
Which
Now,
would hurt less?
I've been punched in the throat before.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got those big hands like...
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I'm
like-
rather taking the splash.
The
still.
splash. I think that the frog splash has more risk of doing more damage, but I just want to avoid that sensation of being thumbed in the throat.
Yeah, I can live without ribs. I can't live without the throat.
Yeah.
So here's a really hard one. Big Show knockout punch. Ooh.
I'd rather take the splash.
Yeah, right.
I think I would rather take
Imagine
the frog
getting hit
splash.
by that fist for real.
Right.
He would do it a bit tame though, wouldn't he?
And
It's
it'd
a
still
shoot- it's a
kill
shoot
you.
one, yeah.
A shoot test Big Boot.
No, the frog splash, the frog splash.
No way.
The frog splash.
Yeah.
He was banging people with that note too.
He was
God.
banging as well.
Stop it. A shoot HBK Sweet Chin Music.
I powder puff.
Still rather take the frog splash because a kick to the face is no joke.
But even the chin.
Even
that's
the
where
chin.
that's where the button lives, doesn't it? The button.
Oh yeah, right.
Hit on that button, as they say in boxing.
A shoot
Or is that the jaw? Somewhere down there.
It's somewhere in the mandible,
this
yes,
bit,
the
innit?
mandible region.
Yeah, the frog splash still, but I reckon I could firm a Sweet Chin Music.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not as threatening as the other ones.
Yeah, Sweet Chin Music is the least threatening kick so far.
Yeah.
Oh wait, wasn't it that fight that was it a shoe fight or was it sorry, shoe fight? Was it a street fight or was it an MMA fight that had a Sweet Chin Music finish? while
Oh,
ago,
this rings
yeah.
a bell.
I remember the
Yeah.
Walls of Jericho one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A shoot angle lock. Christ, Maffew.
Oh no, the frog splash.
I've had someone do that to me as a kid, and yeah, it's not nice.
I don't want to mess around. Have you seen how fast it happens rarely in MMA? But have you seen how fast they tap out when one of them gets in a leg lock?
Yeah,
They're just not messing around. They're like, no,
Like,
no.
no, thank you.
What you're juggling there is a potential bone break off the frog splash or a definite bone break
Yeah.
off the ankle
Right, that's
lock.
If I tap, will they let go?
Oh yeah,
No,
there's
it's
a
a shoot fight. You got to
right. Shoot fights. You have to even
wriggle out there. Yeah.
Then no.
There's a referee there to break it up.
I'll take the frog splash.
Ooh. A shoot heart sharpshooter.
Oh, I'd rather take the sharpshooter all day long.
I'm trying to think if I could get out
Well, have someone ring a bell.
because the sharpshooters not happen in real life because they're too hard to apply, and that's why they would never be used in a real fight. Or also, are they irreversible? Could you get
have
out
to
of-
like
you have to
get
forward
yourself
roll.
up and then roll, I guess. Or you
I
didn't see
don't-
it counted very often though. It's a good point.
Brett was gonna counter it, wasn't he? With the
Yeah, he knew how to counter it.
of course.
In fact, no, I'd still rather take the frog splash.
Same.
There's more chance of
I feel like I'm already in a position where I'm at the mercy of someone in the sharpshooter. There.
There's a muscle tear there. There's a back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I'd be there saying, I'd be so happy. Oh, I'm getting beat up by Brett.
I also feel like I would put a lot of pressure on my knees, and I hate my knees being touched in any context in life. I really thought he was going to.
But what if it wasn't Brett doing it, Maffew? What if it was just
Oh, then
a
I'd hate it.
bald,
I'd hate it.
racist man at
Oh
Wetherspoons?
no, Brett! How could you?
Or what if it was the final boss? I'd take the rocks because I feel like I could slip out of that.
Yeah, he
Oh
spends
yeah, I'm not worried about that.
too much time looking at himself on the Tron, doesn't he?
Oh, is that what he's making his comeback against the Undertaker?
Yeah.
Oh, he did do it in the sharpshooter too.
Yeah.
What an egotist.
Lovely teeth, though.
Oh yeah.
Nice teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and clean. A shoot Gunther powerbomb.
Ooh, frog
That
splash.
wins you for sure. Potential head stotting off the floor.
Right there,
I'd
isn't it?
rather take a Montez Ford splash.
Especially if it's a shoot fight outside.
Yeah.
The concrete. A shoot Owens package pile driver.
Nope.
No.
Well, you would
Oh,
take
you
that,
know,
wouldn't you?
There you go. That's how it works.
You'd take that on the cobbled streets of Coronation Street, wouldn't you? On an even surface to land on. Oh, it's
That's
Montez
it's just
Ford.
before the ad break, so it pans away. Matthew's looking like a wasted screen. Cuts to the pub. All right, Ken, how's it going?
Hey, Maffew's been murdered.
Sorry, that was a Yorkshire accent, not Manchester at all.
A shoot Bron Breaker's spear. Well, it went really good for that other YouTuber.
Speed.
So, yeah.
Oh my goodness me! Yeah, still it's the Tez Frog Splash.
What am I landing on? What's the surface? of-
You.
No, what?
This
What's
cobbled
the...
streets. You're outside of Wetherspoon.
Then I'll take the frog splash.
Okay.
I don't want to be speared onto the cobbles.
A shoot Goldberg spear.
No, same.
Same. Tez stays on.
If it was between the two spears, which would have happened had we had our way, then
I'd rather take
I'd rather
a Braun
taken
one.
the Goldberg.
Okay.
A peak Braun or a peak Goldberg.
And then it would have been a bit more of an entertaining segment.
It really would have been. Maybe that's why we subconsciously thought to do it that way.
the viewers.
It's not the viewer's fault. Sorry.
It's Maffew's fault.
It's Maffew's fault.
Sticking to the rules.
It's Maffew for listening to the viewers.
But instead, this has been a cakewalk for the frogs.
There's two remaining. So this is where
Hang
it
on,
gets
no,
it.
what would you rather take? A 97 gold, or maybe
Oh, 97? No effing way. Yeah, I'm taking the frog splash.
Oh, I'd take,
Or a Bron Breaker
I'd
spear.
take bronze. Sorry, I'd rather take Goldberg's out over bronze.
I'd rather take bronze.
Really?
Yeah, over prime Goldberg. Think
Bron-
about Christian in 03.
I
That
feel like
one.
Bron.
Oh, God,
I
he's
feel like Bron
slimming
runs
off.
faster than Goldberg.
That's it.
But you've met Goldberg, so you know how big he is.
Oh, those arms. Goodness me.
Those lips. Bron's faster, but Goldberg's bigger, right?
Yeah. It's that old Isaac Newton's mass.
It really is, damn
it.
You also said he was lovely.
He was the nicest man.
Who, Goldberg?
Yeah. He gave Joe Hendry a pep talk.
Oh, just for that then, I guess.
10 minutes.
No, wait, he killed Brett. No, I'm taking Bron.
I wouldn't
Hey.
want to take his super cake. There we go.
Yeah. Here we go. The last two. A shoot Rikishi stink face over those moves.
I'd take the frog splash.
I'll take
You'd rather take that than
Yeah.
humiliation, mental,
I might
rather than because
suffo-
obviously there's a crowd
I
watching.
might
You'd rather take
suffocate.
that
I
than
might suffocate and die.
suffocate.
You would have
How
a
do you breathe?
400-pound man, sweaty, smelly arse crack in your face for a minute, 2
He's
minutes.
thinking of jokes now, and I don't want him to. I can see his
I'm
mind
saying people
ticking.
just you can fill out whatever joke
You
they've got in
would
their
rather
head.
have that than the
Then
potential.
a frog splash.
Yeah.
Or a spear, whichever one there's
No,
going
frog
for.
splash is still on.
Again, one of them's humiliating. One of them's going to break me ribs.
I feel like the other one's dangerous in real life as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
You might
no, I
catch-
mean like with a flying butt, as they used to call it back in the day. That'd
I'd
take your
rather
head
take
off.
the.
But like
I'd rather
just
take
a
the flying one.
I'd rather take the potential for pain rather than the potential of Rikishi not washing his ass.
Yeah, you could also.
He used to say in interviews that he had like some gear that he wouldn't wash for people he didn't like.
That's just banter, isn't it?
And he said he did it. Yeah.
Goodness me.
So you'd rather take that's fine.
Tez for me still.
The
Yeah,
final
Tez.
one, a shoot boogeyman worming.
I think I'd still rather take Tez. Like,
Over worms.
no,
I'm
I'd take the
squeamish.
worms.
I'm squeamish.
I'll take the worms.
Can't do worms. Can't do them, lads. Can't do the worms.
You just have to
Well,
put
like
them in
just
your
on
mouth.
just on the face or whatever.
You put them in people's mouths, didn't you?
Yeah, put them in my mouth. A little bit of soil.
Yum.
I
Bon
would-
appetit.
I'd take one frog splash rather than that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Going in the last one. Going in an Italian restaurant.
Probably the frog splash.
Wow.
yeah, a
that was-
mouthful of worms and soil is less disgusting than Rikishi's arsehole for me.
Oh yeah. If that was still on.
You know
I'd-
what?
I'd
It's funny. You know where the worms have been?
Yeah, in the ground.
Oh no, they've been in Boogeyman's trunks as well.
Oh no, you ruined it. Oh.
I'm sure he's got lovely, pristine, velveteen pockets.
I thought you were going to say velveteen pubes. Sorry, I really did.
On his trousers where he keeps the worms.
I'm so
Lovely,
sorry.
velveteen
It's like
pockets.
there can be nice clean worms and he puts them in his dirty. I've been washing 30 days.
Now
gear.
imagine
Big, he used to
worms.
pull those pancakes out of his
Aye, that
out of his
wasn't right.
singlet
was
and
it?
throw them
Didn't
into the
he?
That
crowd.
wasn't right.
That was a time.
Imagine the worms or pancakes being pulled out Rikishi's arse. then put in
What's
your mouth.
going on? Oh no! This isn't a seedy
Nah,
bar in Benidorm.
Worms coming out of Rikishi's ass or a frog splash.
Worm covered pancakes coming out of Rikishi that wiped up Rikishi's arse and then put in your mouth.
Oh, by the way, do you remember when you said that you were seeing dark stuff on your Instagram feed?
Does that happen to you, is it?
No,
Oh.
someone tweeted us. I think it was ages ago. I can't remember. But they,
Oh,
went,
yeah.
they went like, "Yeah, lots of people complained about this on that day. It actually happened."
Me
yeah.
and Kayla had it. We were seeing people dying, just getting shot, run over by trains, everything. Great time. Great day.
That's a great thing to bring at the end of the part. What a hot finish there,
Hey,
guys.
the best one was the guy getting sat. He's obviously
Oh, yeah, please tell us more, Ross.
He'd
Yeah,
obviously
go on.
been mistreating this elephant. So this elephant saw its chance and got its own back and just sat on him and just stamped on him, killed him.
Who
Great video.
Well, elephants never forget. It could have been ages ago. That's true.
Yeah.
Who was that from? I want to apologise to them.
Who?
The email.
Chris from Hampshire.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thank you once again, Chris. I'm so sorry.
Charlie from Hampshire.
No! Charlie, we're so sorry. Charlie.
I just lost my ability to read
All
there,
three
sorry.
have turned heel on the guy.
Charlie, I'm so sorry.
Poor Charlie.
Oh, no. Can we call it the Charlie from Hampshire Reese's Pieces? Or something?
Thank you for your lovely thoughts and questions. Probably not getting many after this. We
my
understand.
God,
Mailbag at cultaholic.com. Also, patreon.com/cultaholic for the Hall of Fame and become a lovely producer, and we'll sing at you with all our love. Ross, it's been lovely talking with you. What have you got for us until next week, mate?
And you, Maffew, as well. There's a tier list with me and Jack going through all of the main roster finishers, all 91 of them.
Bloody hell.
And we'll put them in a tier list to find out who has the best finisher in 2025. That'll be on the channel in the coming days.
Lovely.
Yes. I recently did a voiceover for The True Story of Global Force Wrestling, written by our own lovely Justin Henry.
Bloody hell.
That's going to be edited, so it won't be out for a week or two.
The Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
One. Right, okay, yeah.
And Justin's done some great research, and what a time it was.
Not bad.
That'll be out in the probably next couple of weeks.
I'm looking forward to that. I've got an out.
Cool.
I've just been recovering from a lovely week. So
Yeah.
I should probably actually do some work in video edit and stuff. But I've been lazy because I'm getting old. But people here at the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast keep us alive and fresh. So thank you very much for
God,
listening.
they do.
We will see you next week. Joel, thank you very much for your hard work as well, mate.
Thank you,
Thank
Joel.
you.
Joel.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
And I'm going to point at the screen and what we're going to say. What about Tugboat, yo? 3, 2, 1.
What about
Tugboat, yo?